broadcast.
In order for you to lose your virginity, you have to have sex with a living thing, not a robot with a fleshlight.
Hear that, lesbians?
Hold on. What's this? That's not a greeting. This is a greeting.
Between two lesbians and living
welcome
pigs.
to a very public spanking off.
You need some of that man meat.
We are doing Reptilians.
Look, so how dare you mute me when I'm talking about how you need the man meat to break the hymen to not be a virgin? This is important.
That's how you do an intro.
This is so bad.
I think Jem dropped off.
I'm still here.
Interrupt him, please.
This is what I get to deal with today, folks.
Oh my god.
I'm here.
Jem, now you introduce us. I think it's on a delay forever.
Wow, that's a really long delay.
That is a huge delay, Jem.
Bloody hell.
We weren't this much of a dick to Jim last week.
No, we weren't this time.
You know what? You know what the problem is? It's Angus. Angus is a bad influence.
Yeah, and soon you know what? How many problems did we have technically last week?
None.
No, that's because the internet hates Angus. Whenever we play Roll20, he's like, Roll20 is fucking up again. But when we did it with you, with Scarce, it was like, no, easy breezy.
Hello, Jim.
We heard you, Jim, but it seems to still be a delay.
I think it's a gypsy curse.
So, with us this week.
Go ahead and do it, because he's having a real bad delay problem.
Yeah, he is, aye. So, with us this week is Jason with an E.
Ahoy, ahoy, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Also with us as a guest host is Monkey Tail 2002. Yay! Hello.
Well, I'll check the chat to see if that's truly the reaction.
All right.
Also, joining us as a host, something napalm.
I had something to say, but I forgot. I woke up like 5 minutes ago.
Living up to the something part of his name.
Yep. And of course, with us on time for once, Scarce Coherence.
Fuck you, Scotsman.
Who happens to have a birthday today.
I mean,
happy birthday to you.
Well, not today, but show today.
Happy birthday to you.
Wait, if I have a birthday show, don't I get to pick the topic?
Happy birthday. Yes, Clarence. Everyone wish him a happy birthday in the chat.
To you.
This is the most disturbing birthday song I've ever heard.
I'm naked for you.
Jason.
Naked for you.
Oh, God.
We're naked. Somehow Calgom's here too.
So, thank you for the nightmare for the next year.
Okay, try now.
Is this?
That's sounding nice.
Hello.
Hi, Jim.
Okay.
Ooh,
I think I kind of got it fixed.
okay.
Except now I can hear myself. But I'll deal with it.
That's okay. We're entertaining ourselves with singing and shit.
I've got to get a pizza out.
Just rewired my entire sound system. Anyway.
Which channel are we on?
7, I think. Oh, 8.
Jesus Christ.
Don't worry, I avoided copyright stuff. God, it's going to get weird.
Get weird.
By the way, since Angus is left to get the pizza, who wants to tell him he's been voted off the island? Not it.
I am not complicit in this.
How come I don't see us on 8? Let me double check here.
You know what? Let me ask the chat. I didn't check what chat. I just saw the channel. Like, I just saw the show.
Yeah, I'm checking it.
Hey, chat. What channel?
What's
I don't
that?
have to type this out. Like, why am I typing this out? Like, they can just hear me.
I see last week's, but I don't see.
It's because we don't have a homepage on it. The live stuff only shows up on the homepage. It doesn't show up under videos. It's a YouTube thing.
Okay, so where is it showing up?
Hold on.
You have a subscription, it'd be in your feed.
A very public spanking of Reptilians?
No.
What is it?
Well, so much for that. I was going to do a fake opening and everything.
That's why there are multiple S's.
That is the topic, Dom.
What have we done? I've just come back from the oven.
Dom, what is it? What is it?
The topic is Reptilians. I had a fake opening. I was going to tell everyone it's going to be Trump's hair. But oh well.
I'm sorry. Well, I'll pretend like I didn't say it, and then I technically Monkey Tail ruined it for you because you're lagging, and he said it. So, all right, that's the name of the live stream, right?
Oh no, I didn't give the. I didn't add a title to it yet.
Have we fixed everything yet?
Oh, I have something in here that'll make Jason angry.
I'm sure.
Jim should remember the mirror if you're using multicam because.
Is it right side out this time?
Yeah, it's
flipped. What's going on? I step away for 2 seconds. Well, for 2 weeks.
There we go.
Wasn't this like a Twilight Zone type series?
I didn't know the difference between.
No, this is a guy's channel.
There we go. Oh, you put it as spanking.
Let's go.
Okay, I found it.
You're confusing the outer limit.
That's right, the amazing
Yesterday, as many of you guys know, subscribe to this channel. I found what can only be described as reptilian symbolism right at the heart of the Vatican in the Pope's audience hall.
Reptilian symbolism
I thought I
in the
needed
heart of the
to dig a
Vatican.
little deeper as to what this actually means and how to decipher the actual symbolism. So stay tuned.
Oh my God, what are you wearing, dude?
5 symbolisms of the reptilian Vatican
5
ball.
symbols,
Number
not
5.
symbolism.
To give some context, yesterday I found a giant serpentine monument namely in Pope the Fourth's audience hall. So
I love how everyone is using V as their proof.
It's made of reinforced concrete by an architect that was known for building bunker-like public structures.
Okay, are you hearing an echo?
Yes.
And,
I'm not hearing that, and I don't hear Angus anymore.
No, I mean, is the audio for the video echoing?
Just a little bit.
Sorry, Jason. I was smoking a cigarette. I was like, let me get some nicotine up in my
Clean
body.
yourself later, dude.
Okay,
I'm just gonna look into the luscious eyes of this
because I'm
man
using the old mic.
with the mega halo.
That is a majestic halo there.
That is he paid a lot of money for that halo.
Each little dot of that halo is made out of an African AIDS baby.
Oh my God.
Okay, but besides that not being true, that's highly offensive.
I know.
Okay, I switched the audio back.
I said you there are at least 5,000 African AIDS babies in your halo.
77. So it's really old, in fact. It's been around there for a long time.
I like
So
the
my
voice
first
when we had the echo.
was this window, and I said, that looks like an eye. It looks
So can
like
you
a
still hear me
serpent's
now?
eye. So
Yes,
I
we
dug
can
a
hear
little
you.
deeper. And when I saw the
I had to switch
audience
the
hall
audio
from
That
the
doesn't
back,
look like an
where
eye.
the
That
back
looks like
audience
stained
hall
glass.
was
You
seated,
fucking
it really
weird.
did take my breath away. since what was revealed was this right here. That is a giant, massive reptilian face shaped into the direct architecture.
Oh, I see. There's an
from the
eye,
slits
and
in the eyes to the scales to the fangs. There was no mistake about it.
Oh,
but what's behind this hidden symbolism?
Square, like
what can we see or glean if we dig deeper?
I see.
Number
what
4,
I actually
look
see.
at where the Pope is seated.
I see the Legion of
see
Doom
him
base
here from the back of the hall.
You know, if he watched Harry Potter's and the Half-Blood Prince, he would have a heart attack.
In the very mouth. This is symbolic of the Pope being the voice of the serpent. In fact, speaking the serpent's words to the audience.
Or Harry Potter at all.
Well,
is he cutting his breaths out, or does he not breathe?
Which I was. Actually,
he's cutting him out.
Catholic school myself and was an altar boy. But here you can see it in plain view.
I like to
clear
think he doesn't breathe.
Clear evidence that something here is extremely wrong. This image hasn't been photoshopped. This is real. This is built right into the architecture that was designed by those within the Pope's inner sanctum. But there is more symbolism. For this, though, we have to go outside. Number 3.
Let's go outside.
Do you see anything strange here? You're looking at the hall itself. Do you see anything weird? Well, if you look carefully, it looks like the head of a giant snake. Can you see it now? In fact, it's almost unmistakable. You can see the snake's muzzle at the front, and you can see its eye. It just looks like a snake. To me, this is yet more connective symbolism that what's going on inside matches the outside.
It looks like a spaceship.
Here we can see serpentine architecture with ease. Number 2.
Well, it would help if he had a pointer.
And look at what the Pope himself sees. If the Pope is seated where he is, what does he see? Well, he sees a giant serpent with eyes once again. The audience is symbolic of almost the serpent's meal. And the Pope is not preaching to the audience under this symbolism, but the giant god-like reptilian creature himself. Why? Because this is what the Pope sees. Can you imagine that when they were designing this, that they designed this all by some kind of high anomaly? No, because they spent literally years on the designs. They definitely would have known what the Pope would have seen from where he was actually speaking. Also, what the audience was seeing. So this is very strange, and it raises serious questions. What is going on?
Actually, you woke up half an hour ago.
The biggest clue, the biggest symbolism that tells us something is really, really wrong here is in fact what was missing from before.
By 5 minutes, you only have an hour.
Do you know what that is? Here is a clue. Now, think of the heart of Christianity and think of what symbol it has and think of what you do not see in this hall. You do not see any of it. That's right. There is no Christian cross. There is no cross in the entire building.
Because the Pope is in the room?
Statue, wall hanging, or anything. There's no other Christian symbolism either. There's no Virgin Mary. There's no Joseph the Carpenter. There is indeed nothing anywhere.
That's right. There's a conspiracy because of a lack of symbology.
What about that 10-ton bronze statue that's seated behind the Pope, where, as the Vatican states, Christ is being resurrected from a nuclear apocalypse or a nuclear bomb?
No, that is not what that is.
Isn't it him rising from hell?
Symbolism. Yes. That is, they've taken the former Catholic symbolism of Jesus Christ, and they've displayed it.
Wait, so you just said there isn't a Jesus in there, and that's Jesus. So there is Jesus.
Yeah. No, he says there's no cross.
In any kind of
there's no
Jesus anywhere.
You don't display Jesus Christ with massive wings on his back, rising up from an atomic apocalypse.
Hey, it kind of looks like
an atomic apocalypse.
An atomic apocalypse.
From the past, just to compare. Take a look.
Look, I listened to a video where a guy was explaining the genetic correlation between Naruto powers, and he kept saying the word genetic.
Something is profoundly wrong. I mean, this statue, which weighs 10 tons, just looks like some massive thing, like a boss from some video game or something from some horror movie. You just don't display Christ like this. And also noting
it does sound like you're using your headphone mic.
Massive wings on his back.
So this guy is kind of telling the Christian church how to do their own symbology.
Damaged by the blast. Is this really how you display Jesus Christ? Ask yourself that. You don't even have to be
him however you want.
Just look at history and compare. So what is happening?
You
well, I
don't have to
know,
be
but I'm
religious to
gonna
know how to
continue
display
dig. You can
Jesus.
be sure of
This
that.
Jesus,
But I think
this
that
Jesus isn't
I
sex.
think it was unplugged.
field here. Something found at the
Now
end
can you hear me?
of
Yes.
Yes.
started at a small
Hooray!
pizza shop a month ago and led us all the way to the Vatican. Anyway,
Wait,
Okay, he
a
never
pizza
even
shop?
commented on how the two things
I
up
don't want
next to the
tell
stage look
anyone
like
what to
fangs.
believe. At the
Oh,
end of the
yeah,
day,
God.
have to judge
That's what they're
yourself.
supposed to look
It's
like.
really
They're
the
not.
Are they
only
gonna-
way to always
Are
stay
they gonna
objective
connect
and find the
Pizzagate to
answers.
fucking
In the
the
meantime, please give the
Reptilians?
video a
I'm
like
sorry,
if
but
you
that looks
like
more
it.
like the
It would help me
Predator
out
than
a
a
great deal.
snake
And let me
guy.
know, and others, what you think in the comment section. Share any leads you have. I think
No, that's
right
not.
now, at a time like this, it's important to stay informed and crowdsource our ideas.
You
In the
want to
meantime, this
crowdsource
is
your
Ed
idea?
from the
Okay.
Outer Dark, and until next time, guys, I'll see you
This
later.
video is fucking peak internet conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, it is, but it's probably recent, isn't it?
Look, that's his logo now, so he's a reptilian,
Next up,
obviously.
Archons, Reptilians and Greys, and the Demiurge.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah, speaking of popes and shit, you see fucking Pope Benedict is dying.
Good.
Oh well, oh dear, how tragic.
Start
He knows where he's
transmission.
going.
Greetings and salutations, people of Earth. We
Meet
are
our presenters.
Fuck it.
do not
Fuck
know
it.
or
I
what
am not
the
watching
icons
a
are.
video
We will inform
with
you.
a computer
In the
voice.
Earth year of 1945, a jar containing
Not
13
doing
letters
it.
of Bible scrolls was
Jason,
discovered in the location referred to Al Nag
this
Hammadi,
is
Egypt.
clearly two
The
aliens.
writings on these papyrus scrolls comprised 52 Gnostic texts, which were buried and hidden because the Catholic Church deemed
This
This
is a
is
level
the
of
writings
crazy
were
that is just
and
not.
punishable by death.
This
On
is
Earth, the Gnostics
Jason,
are Christian
this
mystics.
is way too
Much
early
like
in my
human
selection
beings
of
who follow
videos.
Kabbalah
to
are
be
mystics of the Jewish
doing
religion,
this.
or human beings
You
who
have
follow
no
Nazis are
idea what's
mystics of the
coming.
Russian religion.
look at
Part of
this.
their mystic beliefs, the Gnostics would partake in
What
substance
I like
filled
is
by
watching when the
plants that
other
would
one
facilitate
is
visions,
not
and it
talking
was during
and they're
one of
just
these vision
nodding and
quests
reacting to what
when
the
they
other one
first
said.
encountered the
This
Archons
person is
and
so
described us in the
lonely
text
that
found in
not
Nag
only
Hammadi.
did they have to create
In
an
the Nag
avatar for
Hammadi text
themselves,
entitled
they had to
The
create a
Hypothesis of the
friend for the
Archons,
avatar
two
that would
distinct
agree
types
with
of
them.
Archons are described, a fetal or embryonic type,
Something
i.e.
that they've
the Greys,
never
and
experienced in
A
real life.
draconian or reptilian type, i.e.,
I will
the
be right
reptilians.
back.
You know, the
The
green one's
reptilians
got some
represent the
crazy
first
eyes
trimester
going
of your
on.
gestation
Notice
before
that?
birth, and the
Oh,
Greys
yeah.
represent the second trimester of your gestation before birth.
Eyes.
The
Oh,
Gnostic
and the
teaching
gray aliens
explains
and reptilians
that we
apparently
Archons
represent
are
parts of the
primordial beings
gestation.
who arose in the early stage of formation of the solar
Well,
system
if I
before the
remember
Earth
right,
was
that was
formed.
the original theory with
The
the
Gnostics call us
Reptilians,
the
was that the
demiurge.
Greys used the
Are the source
Reptilians
material
as
for you
muscle.
humans, angels, and demons
Oh, you
concept.
mean the two things that don't
The Greys
actually
are
exist?
likened to the angels, and
Yeah.
the reptilians
Well,
are likened to
if
the
I
demons.
remember right,
Also, we are the source material for the concept of goblins and
the
elves, where the
Reptilians
goblins are
replaced
little
the Men
green
in
men,
Black
or reptilians,
as
the
like
elves are little pale men,
muscle.
or greys.
This is why the
Yep,
little
they
goblins
just claim
and
that
elves are said
Tolkien
to be
ripped
such
off the
handy
reptilians.
craftsmen, because reptilians and greys are such great scientists and technologists.
However, the
What's a
Gnostics
technologist?
are an alien force that intrudes subliminally upon the human mind and deviates human
God, this is
intelligence
the
away
worst
from its proper
Solaris
and sane
race I've ever
applications.
They call us tricky little bastards.
You fucks
They
ain't
were humans
conquering
that
no
they used to call
galaxy.
goblins and elves tricky,
Doing all
or
of
how
this
they call
civil
in the Islamic
battle.
religion tricky.
Also, consider how similar the Gnostic symbol is to the Sufi symbol, and both of these schools of thought represent the mystical path of their respective religions.
There was
As the
no
demiurge,
schools of
we
thought in
Archons
this.
are viewed as either positive or negative, depending on which school of thought you are coming from.
The difference in the interpretation is the difference in being operative and practical versus
No,
being
Micro, there
speculative
aren't
and
any
mystical.
reptilians in Lord of the Rings,
If you choose
but
to
the
be
goblins
operative and
completely
practical,
ripped off the
then obviously
reptilians.
science.
I'm sorry, you're forgetting a little character
the
named
reptilians.
Smaug.
Good.
However,
Be right back, guys.
to be speculative and mystical,
No, you
then
guys are
obviously you would
forgetting
use science and technology, and individuals who create science and technology, i.e. the demiurge, as all
They're
evil.
wizards.
And if you view science and
I'm a
technology as evil,
reptilian.
then chances
Yeah,
are
They're the
They're not
Greys,
solutions
people.
to your
They're the
problems.
Greys, man.
you probably tend to rely on
That
other
is
stuff,
what a fucking
mythical and magical
reptilian
methods.
is.
To each his own, I guess.
Just like in your Earth religion, which says that each human being has an
Oh,
angel
also,
on their right
Jason,
side,
Word of
this
fucking
guy who
idiot.
created two of himself is arguing
Well,
with
actually,
himself now.
each human being
Yeah, I
has
know.
a gray on their right side and a reptilian on their left side. And the reason why you cannot see us is because we exist in a higher dimension.
Look at that sassy
If we are
ass
your
bitch
gods,
reptilian.
then if you allow
That's
us to
quite
use
a.
you, then you become
There
our
are 8
food.
billion
You
people
are
on Earth.
consumed by
That's
us,
quite a bit
hence,
of.
food for the gods.
However,
16 billion
if you become
combined.
your own god, i.e. demiurge, then
Or so.
obviously, food for the gods is whatever you as a god chooses to consume in order to produce your creations as God.
And
mainstream science will never.
Oh, that one just cut off.
Oh, that just ended.
Okay.
Looking in the wrong place.
I missed that when I got it. So,
Oh boy, Citizen of Gotham. Great.
Citizen of Gotham, Draconians, the Reptilians are amongst us. 9.
Hey,
Don't worry
Citizen of
about the other
Gotham.
parts.
Let me tell you something. You got bigger fucking threats to worry about than the fucking reptilians. Ever hear of a little guy called the Joker?
Wait. The Anunnaki and serpent holders and draconians?
Yes, they're all related. Didn't you know that? They're all related.
Symbology that's been latent in our society and actually all societies.
Yes,
all
Yeb.
recent societies
Number 9.
have talked
Also,
about
these people don't know how to stop recording. Fair warning. This is long.
Then I say folder.
The humans are
because I don't think we're going to see anything other than this image. Let's play a fun game and skip forward and see. Oh, goody, more of the internet. My favorite kind of video where someone reads the internet at me.
Christmas and 12
Not only the internet from 1995.
He probably had to go to the Wayback Machine to find this
numbers
shit.
are so arbitrary. They're not.
Oh, no,
That's
this
why
is looking like a
everything is
GeoCities
coded. It's not the be all and end all.
Yeah, it
This
does.
is the icing on the
It is
cake.
a
So to
GeoCities
speak,
archive,
metaphorically, as it buttress, underscores, illuminates.
Me, I love the
highlights
energetic
fact
voice.
that we're living in a false reality. The fact
As
that
it buttress underscores something. What?
your subconscious.
What's great is this looks backwards to me.
Always
I can't read any of this.
By the way, I agree with Jason. Folder.
Wherever you're able
Folder.
to hypnotize or hook yourself up to
That's
a computer.
two. Oh,
you'll
shit.
subconsciously remember everything you've ever done. Time you fart, belt, sneak, off.
I vote that Angus doesn't get the vote.
I
Yeah, Angus should get a vote.
mostly
Angus
get
doesn't get a vote.
discretion. I can't override him.
Not going to go heavily into that.
Yes,
but
you can.
Zodiac sums to 1,000
Yeah, you can. You can override him.
Satanism, Mercury, and Neptune.
I guarantee you that by the time this is over, there won't be I won't be here, and no one will be watching this show anymore.
Ophiuchus here. The sign is different.
Because not only can we not hear what this guy is saying or read what's on this other thing,
Pointing out
how is this
Try
2
turning
hours
it up
long?
a bit
Is
more
this
if you want.
oh goody? Please, yeah, let's turn it up.
Uterus or whatever.
It's 54 minutes and I skipped ahead to 7.
It's 54 minutes, everybody, and Angus wants us to watch all of it.
I'm looking at the pictures of your.
This is why you're the better host, Jim Shin. Just
They
one.
split
Scarce?
Sagittarius up because Sagittarius.
Hey,
Scarce
see
has muted his microphone and walked away.
What was it? November 22nd and went to December 21st, but they.
Yeah, hey guys, an hour of listening to this guy's
Well, it's
voice.
just me and Jason who have the vote, and no one else.
Is coming after
one
Ophiuchus, where it starts on the 18th. 18 is like
You're not even going to
Masons,
be here for the entire show.
Not meaning Sagittarius or Masons. I'm just talking about, and there's a difference between Satanic Freemasons and Freemasons. But anyway, funny how this is an 18-day span, right?
I'm sorry, but he's a big bag of crazy, everybody.
Starts on the 18th, which
and he does not have any inflection to his voice.
They're all
He
big
just mentioned
crazy Jason.
Freemasons, and he just had to interject. Oh, and there's a difference between Satanic Freemasons and regular Freemasons. But anyway, back to the crazy subject that I started with.
If that was an infinity sign, it would be duality, dualism.
I miss the aliens.
Pennant. This is the
I'll-
letter for
I'll commit
pi
mutiny
or phi, so
in
pi.
5 more minutes. How about that?
Until this pizza
I'll
is
set a
finished.
5-minute timer and then I'll commit mutiny and we'll go to the
But
folder,
funny
okay?
how pi looks like the Satan.
Yeah, fuck you and your pizza.
Pertaining to Egyptian.
Have you deep fried it yet?
Hybrids in many ways. With
God, I wish I could just go up to Angus right now and grab his pizza, just throw it on the floor. Well,
No,
not
throw it on the wall. It'll stick.
Not break eye contact with it.
This is Ophiuchus. They put
Like a true alpha male.
oh, great! Sorry, oh.
And then I force him to drink an entire bottle of
Cyclical
soy
nature and the magic, the golden mean.
Make fun of
mean,
his soy
mean,
boy tits.
with an N, mean.
This is not going to get any better. It's not.
But I meant mean.
He's going on a meme.
And then I have sex with Angus and I cup
Divide. So you
Renee.
add 3 numbers and you divide
The
by
ultimate
3.
payback.
3 minutes, Jason. Just hold on.
Not great math.
I won't be alive.
You hear that, Renee? You're going to have to watch from the closet as I take Angus to Pound Town.
It's funny how it looks. Like I said, like,
but I'm not
cancer torso.
I think Renee has
Also looks
finally
like
stopped listening to
O,
the show altogether.
Bitch, you're a sloppy party bottom, Angus. You ain't get a fucking vote.
IOU also sums 87.
Sloppy party bottom.
I'm not going to the gematras because it just kills time, but
I saw Renee in the chat. She knows our pain right now, but
No, she doesn't. She gets to walk away. She doesn't. She could content herself doing anything.
well, your guys' pain. I exposed myself to all this stuff already.
Why did you do it? Why, Jimson?
Freemason stuff, bones, but I'm not going to go there. I just want to
Well, I had to weed out Ike because he's a suey little bastard.
I'm gonna find the 13 blackest guys in Scotland.
Good luck.
And together we're gonna go on a quest.
It's gonna be 3 guys with sunburns.
Higher up, so the
That's a lot of green card paperwork there, man.
I mean, yeah, there is gonna be like, look,
crossbred with the draconian.
it's not gonna be. One of them's probably gonna be a child. Like that's how far I've had to reach.
Reptilian or draconian. Over the I and the Phi, the Ophiuchus sign and the Pi sign, I just found this image. This is obviously Masonic. You have the checkerboard, duality, pillars, duality.
That's fucking stack attack.
Sums to 42, like Freemasons.
Okay, Kitty Winkles. I'm out of here.
What? Are you leaving? Seriously?
Yeah, pizza's done.
Oh my God in heaven! He's gonna go have pizza, naked pizza with his fiance.
So it's funny how the duality fits right where the U is. And again, the
all right, have fun.
See you later.
Bye.
Yeah, and this is just going over 13. I'm not going to go.
And
over
with his exit, the folder vote stands.
By the way, Renee, you're so cucked.
What the fuck?
I hate to take it out on you, but Angus must get fucking punished. Prima nocta, Renee. Prima nocta.
What are we watching? Jem? Jemshin? Ah, yay.
Here is a lizard which, as you all probably know, sheds its skin once a year. Let's watch this interesting procedure.
Oh boy. So for those people who thought that furries started only within the last 10 to 15 years, you're wrong. Oh shit. Jem? Matt?
Hi.
Are you still here?
Yeah.
You didn't start furiously masturbating, did you?
No, I actually remember the part too. That's why I was so confused. I was like, isn't this the Warner Brothers? Also, technically, yeah, that's not a furry, that's an alien.
Oh, I didn't know that there was a major difference.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of difference.
It's also backwards. Was that the whole thing?
So did Jimshin die?
No? I don't know what happened. Just a cartoon came up. And
sorry, new microphone. It was muted.
Oh, okay.
Is that from like your private collection?
Thank Christ! I thought it was going crazy. I just watched the lizard strip.
So anyway, that was the folder.
You know, my favorite thing about that is Warner Brothers probably hired a real stripper so that they could say it was for research.
So next,
David,
I
need to draw those cartoons. Take off
Reptilian conspirator.
Today, I wanted to do a voice
show you my boring
take off your clothes. I need to draw this.
Friend of David Icke, and there is a reason why I'm doing a voice narration over this.
Oh, good.
Now this one, Jason,
is obviously because
this one we have to watch
in the video. In the
why?
For anyone who knows anything about
Icke,
the reptilian conspiracy,
who is supposed to be the most well-known reptilian conspiracy researcher in the world. In fact, 9 out of 10 times people hear the word reptilian, they immediately link it to David Icke. Now, me as a researcher, I am not as well known as David Icke, but I put out good information. I am not a reptilian.
They're trying to gaslight me?
I am not a member of any.
What are they doing?
Yeah, they're trying to be like.
And I'm
they're talking about
case together on the
what lizard?
I mean, I tried to play it; it just didn't work.
Shapeshifts that we see.
I don't know what these guys
And
are talking
maybe,
about.
you know, if you're watching this video and you follow,
I'm not watching it. How about them
them?
Oh, I forgot this guy has a long lead up.
Or you're learning about reptilians, or you're
I'm
just
not.
a general student of truth. You know,
student of truth.
I'm going to explain
are
to
you,
you
though?
why this should.
Is the text backwards?
Why this? should
No,
raise a lot of
it's right side
We have
around now.
The most well-known reptilian researcher in the world actually shape-shifting in a video himself. Why I think I honestly was talking to a friend in the chat room last night about this, and he suggested
Great,
even
there's a
that I
chat
reach
room
out
of these
to
fuckheads.
Capricorn TV.
There's always
Radio,
going to be a chat
who
room, Discord,
interviewed
someplace
Ike,
where
and
these
this
idiots
is
to
what
meet.
I'm going to show you. Ask them if they saw this anomaly, why this was
I'm in a
being,
Nazi Discord. Jason.
recorded.
How
I would also
come
like to reach out to
we
David
can't
Icke
have
and
prank
have him
shows
address this
where we
anomaly.
prank these
You are
people?
the supposed leader when
Because
you don't
it would be
even talk about
mean.
reptilians anymore.
Fuck it, it'd be
It's a lot of
hilarious.
this new age stuff that you
Watch them
talk about.
pee their
Even in this
pants and
video,
go,
I don't even think
okay,
you
well, I'll
use
be
the
right
word
back. And
reptilian.
the guy goes in, an actor comes out in full
And
reptilian
secondly,
makeup.
I'm going to explain why
I'm
this
not
cannot
joking.
be.
I've been going on the
I'm actually
forays
going to do the narration and why I showed this
Discord,
video.
and
You will
there's
see
a
for
guy in there
yourself.
literally called
This is not a
fucking,
Skype compression
like,
error. And
N-word
before I even show you, the video,
Sentence
I
not
want to
used
tell you right now, if I was on Skype on video giving an interview, I guarantee you would not see any of these artifacts appear on my face.
Bullshit.
And I'm not a
I
reptilian.
think you're a reptilian.
Practice occult magic, and I do not have any.
So
negative
you can be a
electronic
reptilian
energy
and
attached
practice
to
cold
my
magic and get
subconsciousness
markings
or
on
my
your face.
pineal gland, which I believe.
I guess that's
is
why I don't
the
have
root
markings
cause
on my
of
face.
these
Because I'm
artifacts.
not a reptilian.
Now,
I
before
know you're a
actually
reptilian.
show you the video, I am not going to say that David Icke is a
Trust
reptilian.
in me.
I am actually going to put something out there for him to address this shapeshift. And before I accuse him of being anything, if either Capricorn TV Radio, David Icke, or even Skype and the programmers.
So I
and the
just put
people
some
who
information
do
about this guy's
coding for
channel in
Skype
the chat
can
there.
explain
What
and
word
whatnot.
is that?
anomalies to me. Because
Kinnikin?
from what I understand about Google, they bought Skype, and Google supposedly
It's
announced
kinnin
that they
something.
run their
It's supposed to be a
software now
word
on
that
quantum
reptilians
servers.
can't pronounce. I
So how
quite a tongue twister.
I gotta.
On these Skype interviews,
Google
I
did not
don't
buy
know.
Skype.
I don't know why they cut the bandwidth down so low. No, I was giving
Microsoft
a
bought
video
Skype.
a while back
Dumbass.
of David Icke possibly shapeshifting.
But Google
on
owns
a Skype
Microsoft,
interview.
Jason.
If my
No, it doesn't.
the YouTube subscriber
I'm
that
sure there's
is
someone who thinks that.
watching this video, they
Oh, look,
know
I
who
can
I'm
pronounce
talking about.
this.
Now that video was a little iffy,
It's
but the one I'm going to
Kinnikin.
show you now, this is
So far, this video is as boring as shit,
and
you asshole.
basically, okay. So let's get this started.
DuckDuckGo. I'm learning so much about you.
This
I guess that's what the
video was given to
conspirators use
me
for search
at a friend
engines.
at my website,
that and Tor.
this is the website that I
And
own,
Windows
and
XP.
this is the forum
Strange
that I own.
alien creature
One reason
photobombs
for
girls.
this is maybe I'll address what's going on.
Y'all right loves fucking
There's
duck.
also some things going on with my
Google is
research. I am being
run by the
blackballed
Jews
from a
or
lot of
something.
conspiracy sites.
Yes,
You
Firefly,
will not
David
see
Icke,
any
the
of
guy
my
who
research
started the lizard
published at
conspiracy, has been
sites,
outed
even
as
at
a
David
lizard
Icke's own
himself.
forum, above Top Secret and GLP. The people
Isn't
in
this
the
like the whole conspiracy theory, like about
we've
Alex
already had
Jones being
suspicion
an
that these
NWO
sites are run and
gatekeeper?
controlled by Freemason. The Freemason despise me. They know who I am.
No
And
one knows
no,
who
they
you
don't.
are, dude.
No one cares.
Well, technically we do now.
What is very weird is above Top
And yes, I
Secret.
hope
I think they probably
100%.
despise you because you
Normal
keep
posters
calling
and
them.
everything about
Going,
reptilians.
I don't know about reptilians and David Icke, and they're like, fuck off.
For an
Leave us
Ask Me
alone.
Anything thread. So
We told
Max,
you to
that
stop
was that
fucking
was another of
calling
his
in
videos,
together
not
here,
this one.
And this is why I'm doing the rant over this video.
It must be fun to think you're so important that you have enemies.
I believe
Just like
that
those guys in the
people
movies, right?
all of them that have been
You're fighting lizard guys.
are
Well, he's
probably
You got the screen
all
open,
part
you
of
might
a
as well
big
click
psyop
something.
campaign being led by the Freemasons.
I've never wanted to super glue some guy's dick hole
And that's
closed
why
more
I'm
in my
giving
life.
David Icke, Capricorn TV, or Skype themselves.
can't
to,
click a link
at
because
least
it's all
address
first.
this
Very
shapeshift in this
specific.
video. Tell me what's going
Just
on.
take a
You are the
epoxy
top
gun,
reptilian
stick it
researcher
right in the
world. At
hole
least
with the
address
tip.
the
No,
shapeshift.
Jason,
Pump that
crazy
thing
glue.
full.
Crazy glue. That stuff burns.
So
No,
here
but epoxy
is
will go down into his nutsack and then turn the
post
whole
I got
thing into
here.
one huge lump.
the man himself, shapeshifter.
I like how
Louis
Jason is
Compton,
let me
a good friend
finish
of
his
mine,
filter
and all
into
the
the,
members
to
of
the
the
show.
Fuck it. I don't care. Fuck him. Fuck it and fuck him.
So I trust these people.
This isn't a Skype conversation. This is a YouTube video.
You'll start to see
of a Skype conversation.
It's a YouTube video of a Skype
nothing. It gets a lot worse than this.
Is it just me, or is David Icke turned into like a lesbian PE
He gave me
teacher?
this on Sunday, and I'm making the video today.
He wasn't already.
I think that's the true thing. Is that lesbian PE teachers
Now,
are taking
Jason, don't lesbian PE teacher shame people.
Okay, guys, we're playing dodgeball.
All right, kids. I don't give a fuck what you do. Just run in a circle for an hour.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, watch this video of people watching a video of a guy watching a video.
Yeah. Why don't you expand the... Oh, and skip. Skip way forward. Thank you.
It is a video YouTube session.
Look at the
I'm
recommended.
running a few programs here on YouTube.
We're falling down the idiot hole.
That was the idiot hole. Was my band in
Oh, good.
high
He
school.
expanded it, I guess.
And I'm going to be pausing in a couple spots here and explaining
I don't
to you
care.
exactly what you're
You know,
looking
Firefly,
at.
I'd rather be watching 50 Shades Free. Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Looks
not
like he's
talking.
wearing a
Starts
mask.
around 30, 45.
Uh-huh.
Where
There's
we're at.
no sound.
Now you'll start to see these compressions that look like typical, what they could be Skype compressions, but
Yeah,
now
they are.
I want to show you something. I'm
Okay.
pausing right here,
They're Skype compressions.
and
If
I
it's
want
not
to
a
show you
compression
something.
error, what is it?
In a lot of the reptilian videos that I've done recently, me and a few other people have started.
Okay,
noticing
no.
when
This is his
these
personal
shapeshifts occur, there's
camera.
always something
Why would
with
he
the
have a
left
personal
eye.
camera at
And the
home
left
that
eye
does
goes
this
back
to his camouflage?
esoteric things back in Egypt.
I don't know what's more sad. Take a look at how he's living. Didn't David Icke used to have money once?
Celebrities in the Illuminati making signs.
I
where
don't
they're
know. I didn't
covering up
grab any
their
of his
left eye.
videos because he's
There
a
is
bastard.
something
He
to
looks
this.
like he's
I mean,
living in his
cult.
nana's house.
To be fair, Jason,
Kinda.
he's become a
Pop-up
lesbian
photos
nana
here.
now. So it's
Now this
probably
in the
his.
corner here, this is
I've got a
Capricorn
friend who
TV,
still lives at home,
giving
and
me
that's what his
interview.
bedroom looks like.
I want to know from him: is he seeing these occur?
No, probably
Top
not.
reptilian researcher in the world on your Skype.
Is he seeing this
interview
occur? Can you
chat,
see your
and
own
he's
eyebrows?
shifting on your show, and you're not even going to address.
I mean, some people can.
now when you come
Actually,
to this
Ike
video
might be
link,
able
there
to.
are even comments
Old man
in the
eyebrows.
description of people seeing this shape shift. And when I play it from here, it's going to get a lot worse. You're going to see it just.
All you see
Again, though,
It gets bad.
why would he have a
I'm
camera
gonna
that
pause
does
it right
this to
here.
his camouflage?
Here you can see.
You're
see this a
asking
lot
the
with,
wrong
like,
question,
liquid
Jim.
crystal polarization, where you'll
Yeah,
see.
Jim, you're asking the wrong
This
question.
is starting to look a little different. It's not
So
exactly.
you're trying
liquid
to
crystal
debunk the
polarization,
idiot.
But,
Don't try to debunk the idiot.
now,
He's an
of course,
idiot.
Skype compression. And like
Well,
I
I
said,
can't
when I
throw
started this
medication at
video,
him through
I
the
can go in a
internet, as
video
much as I'd like to try.
on
I don't
a
want to
video
help this
camera
guy. I
right
want to hit
now
him with
on
a fucking
Skype,
truck.
you will not see any of these artifacts appear on my face. And
I'm done,
I'm guaranteed
Mr.
to that.
Nice Guy, my ass.
Now, here we go. Here's the left eye. The left eye right here. Totally deteriorates.
Are you jerking off now
There's
while
a
you're describing
slit
it?
in that eye. There's a slit
Yeah,
in
he
this
is.
eye. This
Technically,
eye
he's
is
only
the
used the
form.
mouse so
You
far.
see
He hasn't
ridges
used any
forming
keyboard
here.
shortcuts.
There's these spots on the skin right here.
That's
His
a tongue.
Starting to shift. You see this?
It's
Now,
not
I want you to
shifting. He
notice
just has
something
shitty
else.
internet.
People may say,
Does
well,
it
the
hurt when your teeth
compression error
shift?
is coming
Yeah,
only
he has
because
shitty
he's
internet
moving
because
this video
David
that's
Icke
causing the
has become a
compression.
crackpot conspiracy
Well,
theorist, and he
I am
flushed
going to
all of
get
the
a
money that he
screenshot of
had
a legitimate
down the
compression
goddamn
error
toilet, and now he
flash
lives
it
like a
in the corner of this
weirdo.
video when I edit this video, and I'll show you what a legit compression error looks like. Now, what I'm going to explain what you're seeing.
At least he doesn't look
No,
like a
you're
horse.
asking. That's not fair.
Now, you're going to see it. It's going to
That's
completely
our
disappear.
entire
There's
show.
It's
It's fucking idiots finding
replay that
new and
part again. I
stupider
want you to see
idiots.
this. And I've seen this in a lot of the liquid crystal polarization videos I recently posted. These artifacts will just kind of, like, they
His
become
face
aware of
looks
it.
like a solid piece of plastic.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see them.
I can fly to Australia
Yeah.
and be staring at the sun right now.
I'm just going to let this play through right now so you can actually see this shift happening in real time.
What even is he talking about?
It's also interesting what he's doing with his hands, because in a lot of the liquid crystal polarization videos, and I'm trying to put a theory together about what that is.
Oh, you're trying to put a theory together.
Kind of move their hands in front of their face.
He said words. They mean something. I don't think they mean that, though.
I'm so excited
don't know if you're
about
aware
what
of it.
hand movements mean.
I'm also looking at him in the corner to gauge his reaction. Is he seeing this shapeshift? Is he seeing this happen right now? Is he warning Ike?
You said you were going to let it play through,
say,
you
hey,
fucking
you know,
liar.
you're breaking up
You
here.
filthy little
Now,
fuck.
what else
You're a
is interesting
reptilian.
Is this video
Is that Rocky Horror guy in the bottom corner?
Which I believe it was
Who, Riff Raff?
I actually went to
Maybe.
Capricorn TV's YouTube
Hey,
channel.
It's just a step to
this
the
video.
left.
Leave Rip
And
Raff
in
out
the
of this.
description, it's nothing more than him.
Put your hands on your hips.
Your book,
Let's do the time
That's what you
warp
need to say.
again.
stuff. I believe it's called The Phantom Stuff.
Really drives you insane.
And he also has a link in his description of the video for Esoteric College Online. I would like to know if Capricorn TV himself is an occultist. Are they both occultists? Because what I believe is happening in a lot of these digital distortions we're seeing is in the occult, you obviously have archonic energies attached to your subconsciousness.
No.
Black magic is nothing more than the movement of electromagnetic
There
fields
were
with the
words.
mind.
They
I
were
learned that
together
from
in a
lecture I
sentence.
watched.
There's
Not
only
even
one
that
cure
true.
for this guy, and it's called a bolt gun.
Palmer Hall. That video is on YouTube. You
Yeah,
can
where's
search
Mario
for it.
Bartown?
Which he
Yeah,
claims
where is he?
the
Have him
fundamental
show up
science
with a
behind
dime.
black magic is nothing more than moving electromagnetical fields.
Magnetical is
No, he puts his hands like that, and I kind of think he's doing
they
something
are very
else.
sensitive to electromagnetical fields.
You know what I mean, Scares?
That's what I believe.
I think he's singing scat.
If you were in the same room with David Icke right now at this time as he was doing this interview, you would probably not see this artifact. It's probably only being picked up by camera. And I find it very weird that it always involves the left eye. We always see these anomalies happening in the same part of the face around
Do
the
we always?
the eyes.
Do we?
No, we don't.
And
We really don't.
I mean,
How do these people function in real life?
and you're gonna
They
blame this
don't.
depression era.
They hide in their houses.
So before I accuse Ike of being anything, I would like to maybe have Capricorn TV, David Icke himself, or the programmers.
Oh, wait till we get to the video of the guy who thinks that they tried to actually kill him on the street.
You were supposed to be the top reptilian researcher in the world, so there are even people in comments in this video seeing the same artifact
I
happening.
was severely physically assaulted by a reptilian. It's just because the video by
are the top researchers
No,
in
it's
this field
seriously a
control
video of him
themselves and nothing
shooting
more than
from
a
his upstairs
psychological
bedroom
campaign?
window of someone
Because,
walking down the street.
There's just too many questions that need to be asked with this.
Yay, the puppy's
So,
back. Hi, puppy.
Video will be in the description. You can come take a
Love
look
you,
at this
puppy.
for yourself.
You know what? I
the
wish a
same
little
artifact
poop would come
appears
shooting out of
on
your
the
uplifted
Capricorn
tail.
TV
That'd be
YouTube
cute.
channel as it does
A
on
little
the
I don't have that sticker,
Capricorn
sorry.
TV channel.
Poop right on David Icke's head,
As you see
puppy.
here, it's cleared up pretty good. Almost,
If I had
and
that
you
sticker, I
notice too,
would.
right when that anomaly happened, there was a lot of movement with his hands. Now, I recently had the Nigel Cole liquid crystal polarization.
Darn,
on
I
my
was
channel.
right.
He
You know what I
started
guess
I said I recently had an episode.
His hand across his face and it cleared up. The
So you hear
bangles,
that,
I
folks?
noticed
If
the
you
same
move your
thing. Right after
hands
they
a lot,
started
you're a
breaking up, they did a lot of movement with their
People
hands.
with
And it broke up.
Parkinson's,
Tape them to the sides of
I
your
am really
body.
putting a solid theory
You don't
together
have a
on how I
horrible
believe these
degenerative nerve disorder.
how
You're
these
really a fucking
anomalies
reptile. You
are
hear that, Michael J.
connected
Fox?
to the occult,
Michael J. Fox,
electromagnetic
like Michael
frequencies,
J.
digital cameras, and nebulae
More
archons.
like
That's-
Lizard J.
I'm not
Fox.
saying that David Icke is a reptilian, but he could be a practicing
Oi, oi,
occultist with archonic energy attached to his
Whee!
subconsciousness. That is the
Woof.
term selling your soul to Satan, which is
No,
selling
that's a good
your-
look. I like it.
which is
That's
allowing archonic
bad pixelation, bro.
Right.
That
Not
is
to them.
intriguing amounts of pixelation.
This was taught by Aleister Crowley,
I wanna
the
point out
Archon,
something
that
about
he
pixelation.
showed
I want to know how to do that on
lamb,
purpose.
which
And
looked
I'm
a lot
not-
like an alien
I'm not a
gray,
video editing
that
guy,
he claimed
but
that to
it's
be
kind of
summoned through
obvious
his
somebody
sex magic
edited that
rituals.
video.
And that will be a topic.
You mean
that
how
I
the
will
pattern
be
followed
doing
his
in a
head?
future video.
Yeah,
I will
because
be
you can
doing
see a
a
hard
full
cutoff
video
line.
on
Oh,
the
no.
crystallization of a lot of these
Yeah,
artifact
look on the
anomalies
side.
How about this? Your
And
internet
explain
Okay,
sucks.
that
we'll
stuff
be
looks like
seeing
it's
in
3D
this
rendered over their bodies.
So-
What is
Yeah,
that?
like
Is
look
that
on
an
the
As
effect?
far
side
as the
of
shapeshift goes,
like look on the
Okay,
side
so
of the
here's the
body.
thing.
said,
You'll
you
notice
come
that this
take a look
doesn't
at this.
happen a whole lot now. But when cable first
I would
started,
like to know,
digital,
either from
it
David Icke
happened
himself,
all the goddamn
or
Yeah, because he had
You mean when the lines were new and when the
Did you
technology
see
wasn't
Yes.
up to snuff? yet?
because
And
it would
wanted
be
to come
weird
back.
because
31
let's say you
minutes
changed
is
the
really
channel or something like that, it would
is
be
where
like
this
the
really gets
characters in the shot were pushing
And I just
through
want to pause
the
and leave
image
it
from the
here.
last channel.
In fact,
It
this
was
is so good. In
difference
fact,
compression or
I
something
think
like
that
that,
would
right?
make
Yeah,
a
yeah.
pretty good video thumbnail.
Where only
for
the
my
difference
video,
between the
actually.
frames
So,
is recorded as an actual frame.
This is going to be
But
the
it doesn't
thumbnail for
really
my
happen
video,
all that much
because
now.
I need the world to see David.
To compensate for it, they did.
I
Now
want
we
people
have
to see
lags
this.
or catch-ups, or the resolution goes down.
But
Yeah,
I would
it's my
like
channel.
David Icke or
It's why
Capricorn
channels
TV to address what's going on in this video. Did they see these anomalies?
There's like
Does he even look at his videos before he posts them up to YouTube and see this? Here you had the top reptilian researcher in the world, David Icke.
Yeah, whatever.
and
Put
just
your dick
look
back
at
in,
him.
dude.
Is this a guy you can trust? Is he an
Yeah,
occultist?
yeah, I
Is
didn't
he a
trust him
reptilian
before.
himself? Is he part of the
Look,
Freemasonic,
I know what you're thinking. If I take these guys down, then I'll be the top reptilian researcher in the world.
Comes from England, where the
I want you to take a look at how this once formerly
today.
very rich person is living right
I
now
definitely am going to pursue
in
and
a
try to get some
junky,
answers
awful
for it.
apartment
And until we speak again, this is Kenendon.
with a horrible
and take
velvet
care.
painting of what either might be a lion or a clown behind him.
Next up, do reptilians exist? Evidence for underground reptoid aliens on Earth.
Oh, I know the answer to that one.
I mean, reptiles exist.
2 hours.
What an exciting video. Oh. Up your arse, LA.
Get the clear picture, no holds
No.
barred, and you'll get the facts as I have observed them through my interviews and contacts with different people across the nation and internationally in regards to their reptilian sightings and reptoid contacts.
Reptoid contacts.
The first part of my talk tonight, I'm calling reptoids in my rearview mirror. And while at first that sounds kind of funny,
Hey, Scares?
actually,
How do I feel about lectures that have been caught on video?
1988,
you hate
Michigan,
'em.
South
Oh, yeah, I
Carolina,
do.
where a community was having a lizard man contact. This case actually grabbed national attention, and it was on the news, I think, with Dan Rather. They were talking about it.
No, they weren't.
One of the eyewitnesses, amongst many, was a full-bird
Reptoids in the
colonel that
rearview
was
mirror,
about to
though.
be
You could use that
promoted
as the
to,
name of an episode,
Brigadier
couldn't you?
General in the
It's the name
Army
of a
Corps of
non-famous
Engineers,
book.
who refused to make a statement, a documented statement to Sheriff Liston Truesdale down in Bishopville, because he was
You know, it
told
would
by
be
his
great if the aliens did arrive and they
his
took everybody
and he may
off
not
to
get
live in a
this,
future world of wonderfulness
upcoming
and left all these assholes behind.
promotion to general.
Oh yeah, did you
Sadly,
guys hear about Elon Musk?
Passed away now. He did see this creature running alongside his car, doing about 46 miles an hour, not
sorry,
an
I
attack
can't
to
hear
the
you
car,
over
but
the
almost
crazy.
like a dog running alongside it. So it's kind of in memory to that kind
Did you
of
hear David? Did you hear Elon Musk's
kind of
brilliant plan to
frightening
keep his
scenario,
SpaceX
I guess it would be called. Almost funny but frightening, and
No, I
if you
didn't.
can mix the two.
He's gonna build them a roller
This part of my lecture, Reptoids, my
frozen
review.
yogurt vending machines.
In order for us to begin, we really have to get a critical view of exactly how reptoid conversation may
Fuller.
have first appeared on the scene.
Fuller.
Before reptilian humanoids or reptoids,
I don't wanna
This
watch
guy.
more
I don't wanna watch
accurate. If you hear people talk
We are not watching an hour of this
it's a very
dickhole.
inaccurate term. That's
Oh,
much
Jason, this isn't an hour.
You're not really
How long is it?
saying where they're from.
2 hours.
Fuck you.
Folder.
Folder.
And I don't think it's the aliens that
Folder.
we're talking about at these meetings.
Scares.
You know what? Just out of interest, skip forward and see if it changes at all. Just skip forward a little bit.
And
let's see.
fields.
Oh, we pulled back.
Wall, these creatures,
You
it's almost
beat.
like you could see through them. There's
Holy
something about
shit.
the way that they can manipulate the matter of their own bodies in order to move
Manipulate?
through physical substances, or perhaps even shapeshift.
Did he
in the
have
secret
to make
doctrine
quotation
of
marks for shapeshift?
You were into philosophy.
Apparently.
I believe that they have a philosophical center here
Skip
in Los
forward again.
Angeles.
Do it
In the
again.
secret books of
Skip forward
Dizange,
again,
it talks
David.
about spiritual
Do it.
journey.
Ooh!
And the more I got into it, the more
Oh,
I
this is a
realized
roller
that
coaster ride, isn't it?
even though
Holy
First we zoomed
shit.
out, then we
what
zoomed
these
in.
abductees were going through, but it was just too premature at the
Scared.
time to write anything.
Scarce.
I was
It's like
kept
a more-
maybe a year later
It's like
thinking,
a
well,
more
Scarce isn't
crazy,
here.
now my
It's
views
like a
on
more
that have
crazy,
shifted a
less
little bit, so
fuckable
maybe
Dan
I'm ready
Aykroyd.
to tell everybody.
Go ahead, skip forward.
Um,
He's like a
If
proto
anybody-
Bill
I
Murray.
mean, personal friends with samplers I can
like-
show you.
Oh, God damn it.
Dan Aykroyd in his
What
prime.
we know is that
He was a
our
cutie.
knowledge of physics is rather
Okay, we'll do another folder.
Thank you. Never again. There's only one thing that we ever got from any of those lectures, and that
You've
was
heard him squeak. Now, hear him sing. You'll get all his hits. Songs like, "You don't understand a word I
Why
say."
is it backwards? What the fuck is
And
this?
bathed in a week. And his duet with Louis, Salamander Serenade.
Oh, salamander.
Is it right side now?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
this is like something.
Oh, it's an old Bud Light commercial.
When did you do that?
I was young, okay? Okay, we make mistakes.
Look, they're puppets. They're not CGI.
And that was it. Unless you want to do another one.
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
We just needed to get away from
that.
Yeah. That's
to take me out at 8 o'clock on a weekday.
Is this
Draco reptilians who tried to kill me.
Around my back and dragging me. It felt like I was sinking.
Who was?
This is my experience.
Boy, I'm British, I am.
Single word that comes out of my mouth.
They done didgerid my do.
In me. Like feel it scraping against my
sorry.
bones.
You just said he was British, and then you referenced something that's
on my life.
Australian.
I couldn't think it. I got scared and confused, Jason. British
Straight towards me. And they must have stopped about this close from my face.
Okay,
This isn't imaginary balls of fire. This is me looking at my feet and flames, real flames coming off my feet.
Horrific. There were tubes filled with
This is the cold open, by the way.
crazy kind of
What is this? What is going on?
things, half reptilian, half human, arms and legs, different colors, shapes, sizes, all over the place, with scary looking features. They weren't human. They weren't completely reptilian. They had mixed breed.
It's love or fear. What are you going to
an
choose?
impossible
baby?
thing.
That's politically incorrect.
Now there's the open. That was the cold open.
To what some may call, this is just the game we are in.
What?
Okay, if you don't know the rules, don't go to schools. Drink your milk. Don't do drugs. Stay in school.
Before we get into
Remember these
rules that you don't know.
Oh, good. He has the same shitty thing on all of his shirts.
You're going to hear me talk about
Does he have enough tattoos?
reptilians. And I want to make one thing very, very clear.
There's a couple
My dick is so
All
small.
reptilians
He looks
are
like Track the
malevolent.
Destroyer's fucking
There are
slummy.
some beautiful
Boy there,
reptilians
Track. Can you give
that
me
live
3
amongst us,
space
that
bucks?
live within this galaxy, in this universe, and some of them
bitch of
help
an
us, some of them aid us, some of them
my
assist us. If you watch this video without me putting this little bit of extra footage in, then you may think that all reptilians are bad. But I want to make one
How
thing
many drifters? This was the
Oh,
last thing they saw before they died.
There are
I
some
love
beautiful
that.
ones.
Not all
There are
reptilians
lots of
are
different
fucking
species
monsters. Some of them are pretty cool.
extraterrestrials within our
Hashtag
galaxy
not all reptilians.
and multiple other galaxies and universe. I mean,
I hope
thousands.
there's a video.
Hashtag scales are beautiful.
He's got tiny
We're just
Donald Trump hands.
only aware of a very, very small slither.
Hashtag
of the
Reptoid Lives Matter.
I want to make it really clear that I'm not saying all
What's an
reptilians
animal
are
with
bad.
really small
And
feet?
there are loads of extraterrestrial races and
Maybe he's
species
one of
out
them.
there that want to help us. And I don't want you to think or feel that what I'm sharing
Reptilian
is
sympathizer.
a message that all of these
You know,
forces are
yeah,
bad,
this does
because
sound
that's not
like
the case.
something a fucking scale
There is
one would
just
say.
a parasitic consciousness.
Well, don't you understand? He
at
got the
work.
tattoos because
And
reptilians
that
can't get
parasitic
tattoos
consciousness has
because
a
they
little
have
bit of a
scales
hold
instead of skin.
over certain facets
It's his
of
form of
reality,
rebellion.
and it can affect us in a detrimental way.
Even though the tattoo on his left shoulder literally
love
looks
my
like a
heart,
bruise
with my
wound.
soul,
Oh, wait, we're New Jersey.
of my entire being.
Same stuff on it, though.
Today, I'm going to share with you some information.
One love, one heart, one human family.
That
Did a bird take a shit on the
kind
heart?
of a bit out there.
What's that fucking stupid?
I know
This guy's a
lot of
humanist
people
apprentice.
that will watch this
What?
video.
The stupid broke my Okay.
Fuck is this guy talking about?
I hope we never
Some
get. I
people
hope
find it's a little bit disturbing.
leave this planet. We can't muck up the
There'll be
universe.
other people that
You know
really
we're gonna.
no,
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
No,
what I am
we can't be
sharing
allowed
is the truth. I'm going to try my best.
That's probably what the aliens are really up to, Jason.
this
They're introducing us to new
video or
cartoons.
share the information
They're
in
destroying
this
our
video
advanced
in
spacecraft,
some kind
and they're
of
just hoping we'll boil
chronological
ourselves to
order.
death on
The
this planet.
aliens ruined Star Wars.
Very, very difficult. Because
They were like, let's give
I'm gonna
Lena
be talking
Dunham
about
a fucking
events that have happened in the last few weeks.
Yeah. The
And
aliens are what
all
bribed
the
the
way
critics
back
to give Batman
to,
v Superman and
the
Justice
time that I
League
was
bad
born.
reviews.
And what
Oh my
happened
god, speaking of Jason,
with
have
my
you seen the
mother
totally
while she was
not
pregnant.
racist thumbs give Black
Some of the
Panther
information
bad
that I'm sharing today, I've shared in my
white-
previous books.
Yeah,
I've shared
so
it in certain
white guy
workshops.
started a
But there's
campaign
information that I'm going to share today that I've never shared with
Black
anyone.
Panther.
So
Yeah.
the reason for
A
that
movie that
being
they
is I've
haven't
only
seen
just
yet.
started to piece this crazy jigsaw puzzle
Because, you know,
together over the last
Black
week
film critic
since
and nobody
certain
wants
events happened,
Fox to
which
be
has
bought
just
by
kind of brought all of this madness to the surface.
because Disney is an
My
SJW
daughter is
company,
going to speak
even
in
though
this
it was
video.
founded by an
My
anti-union,
son,
anti-Spamite.
tried to say what he
I'm
needed
sorry,
to
but you
say,
started saying
on
facts and they
camera,
tune out
to
when you start
record
doing that.
certain
You know, real
elements
quick,
that have
going back
happened
to
to him
Elon
since
Musk,
all of this
when do you
stuff
think
kind of
Elon Musk is
kicked
going
off
to
a couple of weeks
make
ago,
an
but it got a little bit too
When do you think he's going to be like, I'm going to buy a bunch of land to make my own
emotional
future
for him and brought up a lot of
I wouldn't be surprised if
feelings
Elon
which,
Musk held a press
he
conference,
dealt with like a
stepped out,
spiritual warrior
ripped
at
off
the
his
time.
frail human skin, and there was a
Speaking about
cyborg
him on
underneath
camera
it.
again, it brought it
I would still suck Elon Musk's dick.
Welcome to the
Sorry.
singularity, bitches.
What happened within his experience.
It's too bad about him balding, because, man, his hair is really... It looks like he gets his hair cut using a
during this video where
It's nothing but divots.
I was in a car crash a couple of years ago on a specific date, and I know
Ninja
it
cat.
was
Ninja cat.
I'm not joking. I thought that cat was in the video.
Star Magic
What is it about this
launched.
cat? You thought
They
the same
always
thing last
surprise
week?
him.
You
If
thought
you
this would
could
have
get a
been-
GIF of a cockroach walking across the screen, we'll hear him freak out.
You know what I think it is, Jim, shit about that?
Why I know there was
It's
more to
kind
it
of-
than kind of meets
The
the eye.
picture of that cat is kind of blurry.
This is kind of
A little bit pixelated.
this story is kind of, I'm still kind of getting my head around it myself, and I feel that the reason I'm sharing this on camera
that's more entertaining than it should be.
as it is for yours, because
That's because it's kind of
I'm still
entertaining
trying to piece this
compared to what
together
it's actually on the
and
screen.
But you know what
uncover
Elon
and
Musk
unearth
should do with
more
all
of
of his
what has
money?
actually
To
happened.
have a press conference
And
and
the
like
more I'm
have like a thing
researching and
under a
looking and
tarp.
journeying and
Pulls up
going
the tarp,
into this, the
there's
more
a
information is coming up.
It's like I
honestly,
genetically
at this
created
point,
these.
Jamshin, you can turn the volume on this video all the way down because we haven't listened to a fucking word this guy said, nor are we going to. We don't give a shit. There is no comedy in it.
Human force.
We have milked it. Whoa, a fade cut.
For about 2 weeks, and I was running a workshop.
The silly part
over
is
there,
he's
and I
cute
was,
but crazy.
Working out of a healing practice, doing lots of one-on-one healings.
One-on-one healing.
Oh, this guy's also a scam artist. Okay.
With a client.
Or a
That's cool.
And this being comes in
And you
behind
know,
me.
Healings
I've not seen
has
a
a lot of
being like this before. This was some horrible.
Thank you, Mr.
Was that
Musk.
you or was that him?
Powerful
That's
being
what
as
it
well.
was. That's
And
what
it
it was.
started
I
pumping
know what
fire
happened here.
into the back of my body. It
He was
came
a
in real
juggalo,
quick from nowhere.
and a jealous
And
husband called him and fucking
fire
wrecked his car up. And he was like, it was the
I saw it flow down
reptilians.
from my shoulders, and it started to run down my arms. And then I was aware of it. I felt it. I saw this being, and I
It
stopped.
was all over his shoulders and it started to run down his arms, huh?
And
It was
I
in my
think he was
How many
molested
guys
by a
does that
reptile.
take?
got this being out of my space.
What?
And
He scares.
you know,
How many
carried
guys
on
does that
working
take?
for the rest
Like
of
to
the
actually
day.
have a shower of it?
Like 5.
He needed at least
25 if they're all just light shooters.
I mean,
25 if they're all standing on different floors of a building.
I've gone into the sauna.
And well timed. They have to time that good.
I'm the only person in the sauna.
Haven't fucking
sauna's a wooden. It was like 3 levels up. I'm looking at this door.
No. What you do is you suspend the dribblers on hooks over them.
Window, like you get in the sauna. And these 3 beings, 2 of them were reptilians, like lizard-looking beings, and the other one
3. Supposedly it was 3. Okay.
In my space before.
Oh, so you were molested by reptilians and an alien.
A dinosaur on a human's body. It was
dinosaur on a human's body.
Rex's head, but it wasn't really.
I don't think I have one of those.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I don't know, Geo Neil. Like, he looks more like he's
here in the glass window, and they were just staring at me. And I was just sat there.
Like I said, this guy gives me a lot of Juggalo
I held my space. I stayed in my heart.
So, Super Mario Brothers, the movie, must have been
thinking to myself, what the
fuck? He must have had a real freak out
for so long for. I've seen these things come into my
space. That's supposedly where one of the origins of the reptilians comes from.
Yeah, because remember, Koopa turns from human into lizard and thing all the time.
These crazy-looking beings just staring.
They couldn't afford the CG.
I don't understand how they couldn't afford it, considering how much money that fucking movie cost.
They stayed for as long as they stayed. And then
I'm not as up to date on all of my sci-fi as the rest of you probably are. Did the reptilian myth start before or after the various lizard species were introduced in Doctor Who? Because there's a lot of similarities.
After. David Icke is the one that really pushed it forward, and that was after. Before, I mean, you have to remember there were the. Oh, I can't remember what they were called.
Well, there's the Ice Warriors from Mars, and then there's whatever they call from
the Silurian or Silurian.
Yeah,
Silurian.
Silurians.
And technically, the Ice Warriors were
and then I was adopted at quite a young age.
There are subspecies of Silurian.
My father didn't know.
The Silurians are the, get ready for this, the lizard people that live under the ground.
Something like that. And
I wonder where. Thanks. We can blame Doctor Who on all this shit.
Doctor Who also gave us Madame Vastra,
which is very similar to what.
Also, to be fair, Jason, I'd have to blame.
Called me when I got taken up on a spacecraft back in 2009 when I was in New Zealand meditating in a pyramid in my mate's garden. This space pod came down.
When you look at reptilian conspiracy theory, it's basically just the
taken up in a spacecraft and went to a planet in the Alpha Centauri star system. Met these beings there. Had a big download of black holes and geometry.
Conspiracy theory didn't start until the mid-80s.
Star magic. These codes. This download was very important. But when I was on
how long is this?
Planet, they called me Deron, and Deron's very similar to Daniel.
Gem.
Another little piece of this puzzle.
I told you these guys don't know how to stop recording.
Jim, we gave you so many props last week.
We did.
This is what I had to work with this time, guys.
Why did you pick this?
Like, sort of chill out a bit outside.
It was Scarce's birthday. He should have been able to pick.
I've started getting this information.
Of course, we would have done nothing but watch Sailor fucking Moon. But I mean,
I knew that he had blonde hair. And I start thinking,
no, we would have watched something that wasn't copywritten, Jason.
Because I knew on my
nothing
one
wrong.
side of my birth mother's family.
Yes,
I'll let you guys call folder in 3 more minutes.
Why do we have to wait 3 minutes for more of this?
What kind of cooldown is folder?
Is it an hour and a half long?
Look, if I did
whoa, what?
Come at the gym, at the hotel.
I did anything wrong.
Okay, Jim, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you put up another video that's an hour and a half long, the 3 of us will leave. You all by yourself with your hour and a half fucking long video.
And she said, funnily enough, we've been doing some work on the family tree.
I found enough videos we can spend like 10 minutes in each.
If you want to find out what loneliness is like, it'll be you with one of these crazy people, nobody in the chat, nobody watching, and nobody on the thing making fun of it.
You've got German blood and also Jewish blood. And it was a few kind of like
Jewish blood?
What?
Thinking, okay,
Yeah, he's going anti-Semitic now.
This guy that came in and had sex.
Oh, so Jews are reptiles now.
Kind of a byproduct of that.
Wait, a guy have sex with you?
I
What?
know that there's blood. There's Irish, Egyptian, there's Jewish, and there's German blood within inside of me. So I'm thinking, I wonder if there's
inside of you
DNA. I wonder if something could be happening.
Oh, okay.
Now,
So he's
what
not.
Also
he's
came back to me when
talking about his own.
Do you know how
history.
DNA works?
This bed thing
No, he doesn't.
The massage was.
It's not DNA. It's blood. He's got all that blood in him.
German,
He's a vampire.
Irish. All of this isn't separate DNA, bro.
Screaming.
It's all you.
Petrified to fuck. I'd wake up and I'd be.
Has it been 3 minutes yet?
Like something was chasing me, trying to get me, or
one more
I'd
minute.
be running around.
Damn.
Trying to get away from something.
Please.
So, I feel bad now for making fun of this guy. So obviously he's having
and my mum would be there, like my doctor.
Good.
Trying to coax me back. I'd be sweating, panicking, like something was trying to get me.
And he's maybe being
night terrors.
I just had these knowings that at this time.
Are you getting paid by the second? Is that why?
About it with my genetics or my DNA.
So he had knowings.
Into this stuff
I did not know that was a thing.
And
apparently that's a thing.
On the internet about human DNA and genetic bloodlines, nasty bloodlines, all of this sort of stuff.
Credits,
my birth father, Danny,
science.
He actually.
Thank
fucking ripping him off.
Oh, we gave you so many props last week.
To escape the pack of females and their tedious conversations that no man should hear.
Wait, am I talking to myself?
With his natural instinct and perfectly mimics the behavior of the gecko lizard.
What is he doing?
He left his arm behind.
Carlton natural. Go with your natural instinct.
Is he gay? Is that why he did that?
What does that have to do with beer?
I don't want no yucky girls roofie in my
how
beer.
dare that yucky girl touch my arm? I'm gonna go over there and talk to guys by detaching my arm.
I'll play a few more. So I found some commercials that were kind of on theme, so that's what we've been playing.
Oh, I get it. That's why the reptile that was doing the striptease. Oh, yay!
Gogeta!
Not quite.
Oh, is this going to be what I think it's going to be?
Scarce, preemptively. I'm sorry.
That's not Godzilla, though.
Damn it.
I think Matt's seen this before.
What?
Oh, look, gay panic.
Jawel, de nieuwe Venco dropstaaf.
What?
That doesn't even make sense. Godzilla doesn't give a shit about pussy.
Get it?
That's King Kong.
Get it?
Where's my congressman? I need to write to him. Oh, that lizard's good.
I hate children's commercials more than anything in the world. Is that little kid and that lizard gonna fuck?
I think the lizard wants to fuck the kid.
Put it in my cloaca, big boy. Why do I have eyelashes? I'm a fucking lizard. What nightmare world is this? I'm hitting on a child.
Okay, back to the grindstone.
Can we just do an entire show of commercials, please?
We're not moving on from that fucking commercial because there's just so much with that. Who?
Yeah, I know.
Fucking okayed that.
Okay, so you have to picture a room full of middle-aged white men
into reptilians. Now there's a movie that recently came out.
This Buddhist truck driver is going to tell us all about reptilians.
Draco reptilians, archons, and their crafts and more.
Amazing.
I like how it's reptilians, magic, and spacecraft.
Wait a minute.
Series.
Alien Reptilian Legacy. Also called Alien Reptilian Legacy.
And at the end of my bed was pretty much.
I never said these people.
The reptilians in that.
But archons are apparently also extraterrestrials that live among us, apparently, or something.
Black looking leather.
Hello, Jupiter Ascending. How are you doing today?
Yo, still
at the bottom of the box office.
Oh God.
God, I can't.
That's another thing. These people think movies are real.
Create friction between myself.
Well, they control Hollywood, so of course that's the only time that they can actually take off their disguises and get work.
I basically gave an opportunity whether to leave now or I'm going to jump out of my body.
Except when that you have that behind the scenes FX reel, and it shows how they make the reptiles.
So I come to in the morning, and I knew that we went to battle.
See, Jemshin, here's the problem with these kinds of theme shows.
After that, and
all of them have about 5 or 6 of the same goddamn topics. None of them have anything new to add, and all of their videos are as boring as shit.
I don't know if you've got it overseas anywhere, but
it like anime.
Dragon, dude. It was
never into seeing that.
What?
Look, 3x.
Foot and a half, 2 feet.
Not without Lundy, so we can all talk about Amnesia Wind.
Amnesia
from Sarita's feet towards my feet, and it was just a really weird thing. I knew it was
so is this a Buddhist
and I looked
trucker?
up to the right side of my room.
I wish I knew.
Well, granted, he's British, so he's a Buddhist lorry driver.
It was in shock that I picked up on it. It thought it had, had its way with me basically by me recognizing the projection.
And once again, someone got fucked by a reptile person.
And,
I like how everyone is getting fucked by reptiles except for normal people.
I mean, I've said this on like every social media platform I've ever been on. If any reptilians want some human cover, I'm right here, perfectly willing. Just pay me a whole bunch of money and I'll be cool.
A black one came over our car.
Any takers yet?
It took me about a minute to realize what was going on, but there was 3 reptilians.
So
one,
this guy voted for Brexit, right?
Oh yeah,
we're all agreement on that.
Oh yeah, he voted for breakfast. He's a Trump supporter.
With myself, my higher self, which is what.
And he looks like. I mean, I'm sorry, but if you were to draw from memory what a member of UKIP would look like, you'd draw this.
But anyway. It's been common.
Oh my god! What if he was like the one Buddhist,
like triangle type ships around when these guys are around? They're
like that's how they
different from the
got that
Andromedan
quota.
The Andromedans have got black triangular.
This guy's been fucked by multiple extraterrestrials.
Yes, because it makes him special and different.
Group
because he is the ultimate
icons and
alien fuck buddy.
I've seen the only way I can describe it.
Well, see, it makes him special and not just some loser that lives with his mother.
He had a listing on Alien Craigslist, and they were like, "Yes, this is what I want to fuck today."
Hey.
A small
so you're gonna take me with you too?
Scarce, I dare you. I dare you.
Around the house.
Scarce, I dare you.
I've been saying this.
Go to Google. Go to Google video.
This is what I've been saying.
And type in reptilian porn. I dare you.
A lot of the time, things individually. It's breaking down to
Hey Matt, go to Google and type in reptilians,
which they've been using for so long to do things, and they're going directly in brute fashion because
if you find anything, I gotta know what it's called.
Shifting consciousness is happening for them as well. Everything's happening for them and us and the universe and beyond.
You know, Matt, I could always post a few things to your Discord if you want.
Can't have anything but love for them and compassion.
Jim, I want to know what your browser history looks like.
Again, you just can't judge others.
No, you don't.
For their shoes,
you really fucking
don't. And do it.
You don't want to see the dick.
And some beings again just don't take no for an answer, and that's what
we're
Matt,
I play
now,
nice on your Discord,
really,
okay?
All being orchestrated by ourselves.
You're not the one who weaponized.
Something I wanted to add here was that was fucking that the reptilians possess, and this is what some of the crafts look like. They're just red balls of light. This is some footage.
I don't see any red balls of light.
How are we going to see red balls of light on a black and white video?
Out there, I just felt things were going down, and this ball of red light.
That's an airplane.
That's
an airplane.
We did not get a good feeling with it.
It's an airplane, and that's your backyard.
That's how you can gauge what's going on.
That's your airplane, and that's your backyard.
The energy feels from the craft.
That is the same yard that you're doing the.
When it's your crew or something of the life.
I like how it's like it's 4K, but it's clearly not.
This good feeling, this amazing feing. When it's not, you get the opposite. So this is something that we've seen.
These people breathe the same air that we do.
This is what happens when you're in experience.
No,
you
get
I don't know why that pops into my brain whenever I watch these things.
And you can deal with these things, and it's a self-mastery experience.
That's the only thing you have in common with them.
That everything's all great. It's not, but This is where later that night, my guys came through and did a big power up and basically helped clean up the environment as well.
What happened?
You can see here.
You zoomed in 900%.
What a power up that was.
Oh yeah, by the way, for anybody who doesn't know, I'm doing a Pokemon battle tournament.
Not enough people are talking about the other side of things. And there is a wall going on. It's a multi-dimensional wall. It's a wall within oneself.
Guys, guess who's in the chat?
But it's to help us evolve and grow
Who?
and get
The boss man.
Fuck you, Angus.
Whatever.
For this consciousness, but we are a
Burn
certain
in hell.
which is other consciousnesses with their own universes, and it goes so on and so on, which make up a greater intelligence. We're all cells of one greater body intelligence. What's going on? And again, not saying all reptilians are good or bad. Just it is what it is, and a lot of my experiences have been negative.
I will say, Micro, I can't really help you with double battles yet because I'm still learning the fucking nuances of fucking double battles.
About this, and the Pleiadians have got the same story, and it's funny because I've spoken to other researchers here that they've been told that certain people have said the Pleiadians have said similar things, but
there are other people like him in the same neighborhood.
What once was the Elohim? The Elohim still.
What's leaking in the water?
Oh, now he's talking about the Elohim.
There was a faction of them that came to Earth and had a physical experience.
How do you know this?
Ended up creating an
Also,
article.
where did you find this
out? He found it out when he fucked with all the supernatural.
Known as the Archons.
Also, fuck you, Angus. You're not in charge next week. Scarce is doing D&D next week. So
that's right.
Next week is pot beings. There's different factions.
Go down to a French bakery and get all the fucking dicks in a fucking pack.
Part of the network, and then you also got these weird, creepy, crawly sort of things, or weird like masses. You can tell in the energetic signature they give off.
Guys, did you see that flying reptilian that went right behind his head?
I'm really
something to do a clearing on and go to battle with. I guess it's just the only way you can do it. But you give
it would be perfect if we saw a plane flying by during this filming.
But going into this,
dropping off reptilians as he's speaking.
That
be even better.
That's the same picture, just blurry.
Yeah.
Seems to be able to overshadow reptilians easier than humans. And there's a possession type thing that goes on with humans. And what's happening now is they're skipping the reptilians a lot of the time.
So the Archons are better at overshadowing the
they will surround your loved ones and make them say and do things which they would normally not do. And they know that after that they've said it. But they don't know what's going on this. You're in the know like us, and it's still
that's a StarCraft reference for you,
everything that's going on. I just don't know everything that's going on, but just from what I've learned and reconnected with, what I was saying is that some of these Archons are overshadowing reptilians, and then the reptilians are doing their work.
What does it?
And
it means nothing, guys.
This physical
what does he mean by overshadowing them?
Using them as a way
okay, reptilians obviously are weak to Archons.
Look at the other aspects of this.
It's like Pokemon types.
The reptilian will overshadow the humans.
Reptilians are in the overused tier
with them
of
and do things through them as well. And this is where a lot of the ritualistic type things more like goes to feed this Archonic grid.
They're the counter that were introduced in the latest generation.
Christmas and all these different dates.
Yeah, like you don't want to fuck with an Archon. Like they're like
these days, and even it's knowledge, you can use it for service or self-service. So this is where is
holy shit! It's even worse than that.
And what you do with it's even a bit bigger responsibility.
I knew there was a reason why Archons was sticking in my head.
You don't know what you're doing with it. So
fuck me.
Aren't they like a D&D character?
No.
Behind Black Ops and governments and super soldiers.
So I didn't look too far into it.
I just wanted to share.
There is a episode of a slightly popular television series called The Return of the Archons.
And yes,
Stargate.
Thank you very much.
Fuck you, Jamshed. I'm leaving this show. You motherfucker!
Oh, great. The Return of the Archons. Okay.
Yes, who also believes in reptilians?
I thought, isn't he dead? Are we watching a dead man's YouTube?
I don't know.
Didn't he die trying to hump a tree or something for his melanin or some shit?
What?
What's this guy's name again?
I think isn't this the tree wizard or some shit? Like, wasn't he like?
He's the tree wizard.
Isn't he the one that's like weed gives you melanin or something?
This is titled "Earth is Run by Insectilians or Reptilians."
Okay. Not true, but all right.
Good one, Gio. It's Cheddar Man.
After where I just went, I got some clarification on some things. So you ready for it? You ready for it?
All right, wait. Are you still in your halfway house?
It's gonna blow your mind. Probably. I want you to have an open mind about this right here.
No.
Okay.
You ready?
I refuse.
And the story goes.
Now, why is it that 7-Up is so
we have
cool
this thing on the planet?
Well, I'll tell you.
That's giving him way too much credit, Matt.
And it's an agenda going on that is so big.
Way too much credit.
People all loops and everybody looking everywhere, and it's called reptiles, reptilians.
He looks like he's cosplaying as fucking aggravated.
Right? First part of your brain back off the spine. Off the spine.
That really fucking annoys me for some
Will
reason.
Smith was more grim than this.
Reptilian agenda.
I mean, yeah,
I think he watches his beer with soda.
They live. So everybody, ooh, reptilians, reptilians. You don't have a clue. The so-called reptilian people or whatever, or the more other people here, they left the planet back in 2003.
Oh.
There's something else here on the planet that's controlling
okay.
The planet in 2003.
What is the name of this guy, please?
I can't remember because I didn't save that.
You think about the
Isn't it the one janitor or something?
The 13th Son.
The 13th Son.
I forgot about the 13th. Yeah.
Also known as, hey, that asshole.
Egg-shaped planet or a big egg-shaped ship that's over there by Saturn.
He has been on your show before.
He's been on it so many goddamn times.
He's probably been on this fucking show more than Bobby.
He sit with the antennas and see with the insects.
That's fucking counting all of the fucking repeats of Blobby we've had to fucking watch.
The bumblebees.
Didn't you guys do a whole show on him?
Termites, all kind of insects. When antennas, they have a hierarchy.
I don't remember. I don't think I did. I think it was before I joined.
There's always more Blobby.
There's never any more Blobby. Don't you dare.
It's like fucking goddamn Tim Noah.
I'm sorry, but actually, it's
something from a fucking VHS.
Because the queen controls everybody, all her drones, her jets.
No more Tim Noah.
All her drones.
Jim.
Oh, man. Oh, there is. Oh, I'm so sorry.
The beast that
oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. But he's just a core tool under the queen. That queen is the powerfulest thing on the planet. She's the queen insect.
The powerful miss. What?
I call her Elizabeth too. But when I went to where I went at, they had me.
He's talking about the alien insect queen now.
Okay, so Yeab is saying the 13th Sun show was before all of us joined it. Jason was a guest.
Nothing but insectilians. Insects. That's all it is.
Well, it's just come full circle.
I hope so in the movies, like
I hope so.
They swarm. That's why in your government out here, they send out these.
My hell is gonna be having fucking.
Okay, we need to pause for a second.
Drones.
Yes, Jason?
Okay. The 13th Son is implicated in the death of a child.
Oh my god.
What? Wow, that took a fucking dark turn.
Okay, then, next video.
Yeah, apparently.
That is a rule on here, right? Yeah, next.
Yeah, the 13th Son was the prosecutors in this case, a woman who had been watching
from RagingReptilian.com.
Had been watching his videos, was convinced that demons and things were real, killed her child, and his videos and he were brought in for testimony in regards to that. I never want to see this asshole on this channel again.
Oh my god.
I'll keep that in mind.
Fucking again. If Angus is listening, ever again or I will fucking walk. That is disgusting. It's all fun and ha-has so long as they're just weirdo crackpots. But the instant the weirdo crackpots start convincing other people to kill their children, fuck them. They don't deserve to be made fun of no mores. Ugh. All right, sorry. I'm done.
So I'm gonna load up the folder here and yeah,
It's literally the fourth thing that appears if you put in the 13th son, which is how he spells his stupid fucking name.
We must stop Godzilla before he destroys the
Wait,
city.
another one?
Vegeta!
That's not Godzilla either.
Unless we find something to appeal.
Why is he walking around like a
it,
drunk?
They actually called him Godzilla in this one, Jason, which means they actually got the rights to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, because we all know that giant cans of advertising Coke actually have soda in it.
Also, just gonna say this: Dr. Pepper would not.
They made a sequel.
Godzilla would not drink Dr. Pepper. Like fucking 23 flavors and all of them shit. Fuck Dr. Pepper.
Oh look! Like it's love or some shit.
You know what? Say what you
not
do
racist
want.
at all.
It's better than fucking Godzilla 98.
That's true.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
about
You know,
true love,
Micro's
true
right.
care.
Godzilla would drink Mountain Dew because he's extreme like that.
Shut up.
You know,
Okay,
it's better
so,
when
And he
it's so
likes
bad-
toxins.
It's so bad when the American version of Godzilla is so bad that Toei had to kill it off in its own
Shortest
movie.
fight in Godzilla history. 5
To be
seconds.
fair, scarce with Godzilla Final War. Godzilla is basically Jason Voorhees in that movie. He is basically a giant kaiju, just fucking horror movie monster. It's so. I love fucking Final Wars. If nobody, it's not the best Godzilla movie, but it's a lot of dumb fun.
So, speaking of lizards, back to Kininin guy.
No, we're good.
Also, does Godzilla count?
Go back to talking to Godzilla.
Kinnigan from
It's technically a dinosaur,
RagingReptilian.com.
not a fucking.
And in this video today, as a lot of my subs may know, about half of the reptilian shape-shifting anomalies that I
Is this
post on
this
my
asshole
channel,
again?
actually of all places, come from my
Why does he
He
have
had
the
a
same
lot of
asshole?
weird
which is why,
topics.
I get a little frustrated.
New
with
desktop, same asshole. Look, duck, duck, go again.
people. A lot of my
Oh
subs
boy,
know
it's
that
like
they
being
send me
trapped
these
living in
videos,
his house. And he's like,
and that's
look
the
what I
case with
found
the
on the
video I'm
computer
gonna show you
today.
I had someone.
Oh,
get
you'll
me
love this
link,
lizard's conspiracy. This is a
and
new
they
one.
asked me if this was
Look at this. This is
tied to
Doug, let's get past this.
or kind of
I
the
gotta show you
magnetic
something on
anomalies
DuckDuckGo.
of the cult.
Ignore all
And
the
this
Yoda porn in that file.
of
Let's just keep
a
going this
fidget
way.
spinner. Now, I've been hearing various things online
I like to
about
pretend that she's
fidget
my
spinner
girlfriend.
people and all that, and
Oh, please tell
that's
me
what
he's
this
gonna be
video
like
is here, as you
SJW's
see.
Reptilians.
This is
Okay,
a
so the
YouTube
video
channel
is
called The
fidget
Truth or
spinners
Girls,
are the tool of the devil.
and she's trying to, make a case for the fidget
Fuck
spinners.
me. Fuck.
Are
God
they evil? Is
damn
it a
it.
tool
Or
of the
in,
devil?
or in this case,
But what happens
fidget
is when
spinner
she's
causes
spinning
reptilian
this fidget
shapeshift
spinner,
anomaly.
we see
You know what? You know what? This is. This
happen.
it's
Now,
a
what I'm
good
gonna
thing you showed
do, I'm
those
not going
Godzilla
to
commercials
play
because this is basically
the
Godzilla
whole
versus
video. I'm going to go
It's two
in
titans of
right
fucking
around here, and I'm going to play this in real time and let you watch this, and then we're going to go back and look at this
Oh
anomaly.
god,
in
it's the
slow
OK
motion.
symbol. It must be.
No, she's trying to have sex and it doesn't work.
By the way, I didn't realize the OG symbol actually looks like the letters O.
Nobody spins their fidget spinner like this.
I didn't
It's really
realize
simple.
that until
You
like
don't want
last
to do
year.
the Satan sign. Just don't do it like this or like this.
Yeah,
Just
that's
use
not.
the
That was the whole thing. Is
That's
that
what
people
I
were
was
making
doing.
the
So this
Satan
is what
symbol
I was doing
while
it
doing
wrong.
the fidget
Oh,
spinner.
I'm so glad I
God.
was doing it wrong.
Man, I
That's
feel
what I
bad
did.
for the
I
lead
started the
actress from
devil.
Third Rock from the Sun.
You see, you
Fell
can
down really
spin the
hard.
fidget spinner without serving Satan. All you have to do is put your fingers like this. Don't
Be
use
on a
your
sitcom
index.
and now she
That
makes
simple.
YouTube
Serving
fidget
Satan?
spinner.
Not serving Satan.
My living room is the same color as that wall.
Not serving Satan.
She painted
I
that
think
wall
I
with her
burned my
menstrual
house
blood.
down now.
You know, fidget spinner, really? It's just an object. It's just a toy.
Okay.
And
Now I'm going to pause because,
Of course
as
you are.
with most anomalies, they happen pretty quickly.
Sure.
Of course they do.
As you can see, a lot of the other anomalies I post, there's going to be nothing else affected in this video except her. So I kind of have a theory
Because
about
nothing
what
else is
may have
moving,
just
dumbass!
happened, but let's take it in slow motion
Oh, goody, we're going to slow it down. Great.
and get a really good look at this.
No, fidget spinners are the tools
Now,
of
you see the
the
breakup
devil.
Yeah, I also saw the breakup of this fidget spinner.
Compression error because nothing else in the video is distorted. This
Nothing
is all
else is moving,
You don't
dipshit.
know how compression works,
the other
dipshit.
anomalies. Blow this up to full screen even so we can look at this
Difference
better.
frame
And as you
compression
see,
doesn't work like that.
and it just drops off.
Shit, we got some CSI.
Yeah, I find it ironic too. You know, she's making jokes about serving Satan and this being satanic.
God help
and
this guy
what I
if he
think
ever
we're
watches
seeing
himself on Skype and there's
is
an
the fidget
anomaly on
spinner
him.
possibly causing the
No,
electromagnetic.
Jason, we have to make that happen.
Glitches out.
Polarization.
We
and all
have
that.
to make that happen. We have to make him watch
I don't
himself
know. I mean,
and
is
glitch.
this fidget spinner causing some type of
He has to
magnetic
know the
field?
truth.
Are they causing Archon
He would
possession?
thank
I
us
don't know,
for telling him
because
the
when you
truth.
look at this anomaly.
That he's in fact a
play this again.
So let me get this straight. This woman is debunking the whole fidget spinners are from the devil.
We have the electromagnetic
Yes, she
disturbance
is.
breaking up here.
No, she is.
Now, as far
earlier she
as her being a reptilian, I don't know.
Or
I'm going to honestly say
hand
that
signs
because
Oh, just like with
it's
dicks.
causing a type of possession.
So yeah,
for
if
what
you make the
just did.
devil
And
if
as you
make
see
the
in the
devil
video,
horns, well, give it
it's only
a
she is the only thing shifting here, and it's with most anomalies it happens around the eyes and the hands.
We're not blind. We can see what's
Then
happening.
it drops.
It's the only thing moving, and the eyes and the
So,
hands
I
are the
just
most
wanted to do a
complex objects
voiceover
on the
this and show
screen.
you and show
I wonder if
people.
you noticed that
Duh.
it stopped when
Play it
she
again.
stopped moving for the most part.
This is dumb.
Fidget
I wish fucking stupidity was
spinner.
painful. Like an ice cream headache.
Because when you play it in slow motion, obviously, you get,
That's the greatest
see a lot
I
fucking
could
more
watch
color.
her flick that spinner all day long.
That's the greatest fucking goddamn proof.
She is kind of getting into it, isn't she?
And then what I'm going to do.
There's no higher power.
Ooh, crazy eyes.
Because I'm telling you, if there was a higher power that gave
No,
a
not
shit
crazy
about
eyes,
us,
Jeff.
it'd make shit like this fucking painful.
Fidget spinner, really?
If God
It's just an
existed,
object.
he made fucking shit like this, like an ice cream headache.
Your life
The second
fidget
you
spinning
talk about
something
reptilian, your head just starts hurting.
Now, isn't that kind of ironic? What she said.
I want to play with my
That's an
fidget
anomaly,
spinner
she's
now.
paid, she's employed, and the devil will not come into your life. But
I mean, I play with my fidget spinner, but I also call it my dick. So
magnetic or occult disturbance there.
Softy.
So I'm going to leave the link to this video in the description.
Mine lights
It's
up. It makes
41 in the
things
video and
patterns
the
and
anomaly
stuff.
occurs.
You
I
should probably get that
thank the
looked at.
YouTube sub that
And
sent
the
this to me.
fidget spinner is me fucking
I told him I'd take a look at
fucking
this,
breaking my neck.
but
Ugh.
you know,
Ugh.
yeah, I really don't have any other explanation for this one except that it's possibly causing a electromagnetic disturbance or
How is it?
possibly
How is it
occultic in
doing
nature
that?
as well.
How is it doing that?
So I know
It's
there's
a piece of plastic with
conspiracy
some
going
metal
on
in
right
it.
now about fidget spinners.
That's
So
all
I
you
just
need for
wanted to show
electromagnetic
this to my
disturbance.
This guy just carries around a fidget spinner and he just spins it everywhere he goes.
And until we speak again.
No,
this is
Jason. He has a
Canadian,
suit.
And take care.
Oh,
A fidget spinner suit.
I love how all these guys think they're all the protagonists.
That's St. Everest.
Flat Earth truth, reptilians of the NWO and things they do to you. So we're crossing the streams on this one, guys.
Well, all the streams have been crossed.
First off, I want to tell you this. I hope everybody's okay. Thanks for returning.
I hope everybody's okay.
415,000 children.
Howdy there, boys and
in
girls. We're going to go kill us some
2015
lizards.
Went missing.
Yeehaw.
Too bad
Many
they
of
all
these
look like
children
black people. I mean,
disappeared
what?
From police custody and
I might
child
actually have that
care
video in here somewhere,
programs
Scarce.
in custody, foster homes,
Is it by
clinics and
the
everything
Dirteen Son?
just went missing.
No. I only had one of him in here.
415,000 children in America in 2015. That's not a joke, folks. That's a serious fact. I got that from a new friend, and I got
from
it
a new friend.
From a new friend that I met down. Why are we watching Mount St. Helens
My
erupt?
communications, my phones, my emails, comments to and from me, all my posts.
I can't remember what it has to do with it, but he does social and other stuff later.
Is being restricted and monitored.
I'll tell you what, Bobby.
That has recently subscribed to me told me that they can't believe that I don't have 10 or 20 or 30,000 subscribers.
Lizard people are after me. They're coming after me.
It's obvious
Jamshin,
to them.
how many subscribers does this guy have?
To use my material.
Actually, Jason, this is one of the few that has
censored quite
far
severely.
fewer than you do.
That's part of proactive policing, which is the same thing as targeted individuals. My phone rings all the time.
My phone won't stop ringing. I hear it ringing when it don't ring.
There. They hold on for moments, and then I end up hanging up.
Ring, 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 ring,
It's a
ring.
non-working number. That non-working
ring, reptile phone.
3 times in a single day, and there's a witness to a lot of these phone calls, folks.
No, there isn't.
It really is.
Your dog is
Now,
not a
I wanna address
witness.
Something else. This is about
Can I get a witness?
Josh,
awareness.
I like to call
Folks,
it Sergeant Wolfie.
It's hard. It's hard to be aware that you've had a
Sergeant
spiritual
Wolfie, can you show us
awakening
on the plush
unless
animal where
there's a
this man touched you?
Change in
Bow.
your thought process.
Bow wow.
You
It's
should
okay,
note
Wolfie.
that you've
You're
become
among
more
friends here.
sensitive. And you're paying more attention
Oh my God,
to
he's
things.
punching for the
And I
guard.
told y'all before, the only way you thought
And then he
process
gets a
out
shot.
your 5 senses to act like they
That dog
should
went from a
is to
gun. I
read
had no
the
choice
word
but
of
to
God.
shoot him.
That's
Now there's a whole lot of information out there now that's saying that that's a made up book.
New picture.
The double rape.
Stuff,
It's a
and I do
puppy.
believe in
Little
reptilians.
puppy.
Hey, hey, the cute animals are my
eat
deal, not
human
yours,
beings.
buddy.
I think
Stick
I
to the
have
crazy.
no idea what I'm looking at now. What is
Thousands of
this?
children from America
Is it lava?
went because, folks, our governments are collecting these kids.
Yes,
and
our
they're
governments, all governments
trading
together.
them to the reptilians in exchange for technology.
No, I don't
Because
believe that.
reptilians eat us, folks.
Yep,
They
we're
eat us.
trading our
But like I told you
children to
before,
reptilians.
if times get bad,
Unless
you
they're
get
all giving
hungry,
the technology
remember,
to Elon
you can
Musk.
eat them lizards
I
too.
forget the names for
But
the
now
different
something that I
volcanoes.
heard.
Mount St. Helens isn't
They
the
have
like
2
spewing
hearts.
lava
The
kind of volcano.
shapeshifter type of lizards,
Mount St.
reptilians
Helens
have 2
like
hearts, I
it's going to build
understand.
up a lot of pressure and
And
just
the quickest, the closest access to those
Why
heart
are we
areas is
zooming in
through
on a
the
cloud?
armpits. You gotta,
Cloud.
hey, whether you believe it or not, I'm just telling you this is something that I
Disappear,
picked up.
Cloud.
And
Cloud.
you've got to
I see a horse in
looks
that
like a
cloud.
puppy.
cut their head off or practically blow their brains out is the only way to stop them.
Cloud.
And you can shoot them
Okay,
right
so
around
you just
the
did a call to
center of
action
their
for
stomach,
violence against people
where
you
our solar
think are
plexus would
reptiles.
be, and that is
Because
supposed to
remember, the
slow them
hearts are in
down
their
a whole lot by
armpits.
gut shooting them.
Or
You
some
gotta
shit.
shoot them in the center. Now, this is information that I'm picking up off of these videos that I'm seeing about
Now,
these.
Jason, he's just explaining how you can
whistleblowers
take
and
care of
stuff
them
that are coming
dangerous
up telling
cryptids that are
people
coming
all
after you.
kinds of stuff about the
Who also
reptilians,
happen to look like black people.
underground bases
Or
in what
Hispanics.
we
Have you
consider
all
or
seen
call
the
or
strange
was
dark-skinned
called
man?
Antarctica.
Oh, that,
Hey,
okay,
I've
that's
been
it.
saying for
Volcanoes
Counts the
years,
are
poorer
and I think
parts
other
of
people
the
have
city.
too, that there
Okay,
was
I get
underground
what
Nazi
this
bases
dumb
with
son of
the
a bitch is
aliens
saying.
down there.
Volcanoes aren't
Hitler
real.
sent 100
What we think
submarines
of
and stuff,
as
folks.
volcanoes are
All that
actually
stuff
fucking
is
reptilian underground.
seems to be coming to light. It seems to be coming out in the opening now, and I'm telling
Oh,
y'all,
literally,
you really ought to
the
go and
dumbest
check it out
fucking
for
thing
yourselves.
is ever fucking
Saved,
said.
okay. Not saved, okay too.
It's still
You
early.
still need to check out this material
No,
about
we
these
don't.
reptilians and how they eat us and kill us and run in all the governments across Earth.
All the government.
The reptilians are
every
in
single one of them.
control
Why are
the
there
governments, and
wars?
From what I hear, they keep the government
Because there's different
quarreling
lizard
with each
tribes.
other all of the time for their amusement.
Then why
for
do
their
Capitol buildings get
Plus,
attacked?
they get to reap the benefits. And every time I
Jim,
understand
why you gotta be asking
crabs
What
are being
benefits
found
are there
or
exactly?
shot down or brought down some kind of way without damaging them.
Jimson, we're all just a giant cosmic joke to the reptilians. A joke told by a fucking idiot, told to no one.
Everywhere.
That's
Folks,
humanity.
I don't think you can make all of this stuff up. I
Those
really
are cool
I don't
don't
even know
think
what
you
I'm
can make it
looking
all
at
up.
anymore. Those
I
are
think y'all
deer.
really ought to check into it, and I'm telling
Are
you,
they?
Some of you can look at a human being and see the bone structure underneath of their facial skin just don't match their face. I've seen it with my own eyes way back in the day, 20, 25 years ago. And
now you see, to most people,
realize,
that's a book, but it's also a reptilian.
It's very, very pretty book. Those are turkeys.
The reason it looked like
Deck them off. That's my friend. He comes to my house and I say, hello, friend. This is for my bear friend. And he scares me, so I stay inside and throw food at him.
This here's a grizzly reptilian.
Future dead. But folks,
this is my girlfriend.
Something else that I'm seeing. Okay, I'm just saying.
If that was the case, Jason, we would have far fewer videos.
No, that's true. But man, she a demon in the sack, I tell you
Don't
what.
let somebody else make your mind up for you. Think for yourself about everything.
You don't think.
Have you ever?
In fact, don't listen to me, folks.
He didn't make a video on his computer. He just fucking videotaped his computer.
Yep. That doesn't make you a bad person.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Stop the frame.
So we're watching a video of a guy who recorded his screensaver.
Yeah.
Now I have to say this. Anyone that voices
or
anyone to voice,
that's a happy
if y'all voice anger,
he literally, you know what this is? He did a slideshow of whatever pictures are in his picture file.
Not a threat to your neighbor, not a threat to your school teacher or your children. It will become a threat to the law because the law is the protector of these lizard lovers, folks. This is really
this is kind of giving us an insight into the brain behind.
Golly, by the time y'all wake up, folks, you're gonna be lizard food. All of these children disappearing. Does anybody even consider what is in our processed foods?
So
and meat
when are the orderlies going to come in and
he's back at the beginning of his
all kinds of stuff like that? What do you think those meat byproducts are?
Mr. Johnson, Mr. Johnson, you need to take your medication, Mr. Johnson.
Foods, and their animals live 25 to 40% longer than America's animals. Who eats meat byproduct? Who feeds their animals food with meat byproducts in them? Because that covers euthanasia.
We kill the animals younger, which is why we put the
human meat or horse meat that's been euthanized or died from a disease. Oh,
that's a skunk.
Joy, joy.
It's a cute
and
skunk.
I want to mention $86 billion for an AT&T merger with Time Warner and Trump. Business. Time Warner. Can any of y'all remember Time Warner and Trump? Huh? Does that ring a bell?
No.
AT&T merger,
Oh yeah.
$86 billion.
Trump's apparently a reptilian too.
Restrictions.
Everyone's reptilian.
Eliminating media diversity.
Hey, did you hear that Microsoft is thinking of buying EA?
All about you to anyone watching the tube on any device.
So the dumpster fire is going to buy the tire fire, huh?
Guide what you see and what you
I'll be honest, I'm kind of down for fucking Microsoft buying EA because it'd be so hilarious if they fucking buy EA and shut EA
with your picture and your DNA. That's right. Write your names in blood. Put that DNA on a piece of paper and mail it off to somebody. Anybody that would do that, you lack something upstairs, amigo. Or senorita, I'm going to tell you right now. With the frequencies, with what they can do above our understanding and comprehension.
Is this eye superimposed over a sun?
Also, if you think the Microsoft buying EA news is bad, here's something that should really terrify you.
Universal and possibly get your DNA out of that image. Oh, sound far out there? Well, hey.
Buying what?
The reptilians taking over the earth and
Universal is thinking about buying it
and just picking one off the
That would be impossible. It's either makes more money, has more capital.
Everybody. That sounds a little far-fetched too, don't it?
That would make more sense the other way
Let me
around.
tell you something.
Yeah, Nintendo would have to incorporate Universal.
To be fair, with Japanese mergers, a lot of that it's a lot different because remember, it was the more
Why was here's the deal? Why was that picture in there? Picture file. Why was the picture in there? It had nothing to do with reptilians. So why is that fucking picture in there, old man? Why is there a picture of a big woman in a tube top eating?
Hiroshima was bombed, and then 3 days later, Nagasaki was bombed.
Why are we constantly seeing boiling water?
3
Is it boiling water or is it an ice cube?
Atomic bombs for Japan.
It's an ice cube.
The Vatican picked the cities because they picked the largest Christian cities. Those 3
I'm
cities.
looking at it.
I can't remember the name of the 3rd city. I know somebody out there.
To be fair, Microsoft apparently is considered buying
or remembers the name or can recall it. But the Vatican, are y'all aware that the Catholic Church picked the cities to be bombed?
I don't even know what we're looking at anymore.
Major Christian cities to be bombed, folks. That's a sacrifice. And then I'm going to tell you about another sacrifice.
So, is this his spank folder then?
Really
considered?
Only one, at least one picture was.
I hope you let that
I'm
stuff
sorry.
sink into your
Major
head.
Christian cities.
Rome, about the Vatican picking Christian cities to be bombed. Who do you think they're killing all over the world?
Why
Those
would the
people
Vatican
aren't coming to America attacking us. They're not going anywhere else attacking anybody else. Jiminy Cricket, they don't have tanks. They don't have airplanes. They ain't got guns.
Oh.
They're sheep herders. They're goat herders.
Did you see
they're
the hand?
donkey
Apparently
people.
he's slightly to the left of the screen.
Yeah, he's sitting in front of his screen.
For Christ's sakes. What are they doing to America, folks?
What?
Oh.
Wait, is he talking about Indians or black people? Like,
I don't know what he's talking about.
Biological weapons.
No one does.
World countries. And then
Oh, look at 9/11 Truth or Image.
So that's his spank bank right there.
that they are helping and they're saving the people left, and that we are rebuilding these countries and caring for the people. Really? We go over there and tear them up and kill almost everybody, and we're helping them out. Sounds really, really.
There's a wrestling anime called Ultimate Muscle, and one of the characters
start sticking up for the Holy Spirit. You're going to continue to let this kind of stuff go on. And I'm going to tell you right now, if the reptilians take you over and start eating everybody up, and y'all all wake up,
oh, here's the flat
Are
earth.
you seriously scared that lizard people are going to eat people?
But then, if you start eating people all the way up,
damn long to wake the F up. Nothing I ever crossed in my life is more considerate or motivating, and it's full of care.
Seriously,
and it's full of
you are
love.
not the main character in They
more
Live.
Fair
You
and
will be
more
Oh,
just
if only he
than
smoked more
anything
weed.
else that I know.
I
And
think
that's
that is the problem.
Oh, he's an anti-vaxxer.
for many generations of what we must refer to
Okay,
as
this-
humanity. The evil
Whatever this guy is taking, he
He's
needs
an
more. Whatever he
anti-Semite.
isn't taking-
and consume the good
boy.
thereof. It's taken all of it right out of us for about 1,000 years.
Is it just me, or is the fucking slideshow speeding up now?
Stuff has been removed. The concepts of godliness.
The Knights
from
of
the
Malta.
text are all changed
I went
and
blind for a
rearranged
second there. What the hell was that?
confusing.
That
and less
was John McCain's face imposed on a gay Leatherman.
Gay Leatherman, yeah. Throwing out beans at a gay pride parade.
Conscience.
Probably a decadent.
Those who once had it are all died away, folks. Their family traditions of faith.
Hey,
and
this video is
obedience to the
relatively
word,
recent,
it's all
too.
removed. It's all taught away. More and more with each generation, each new passing generation, each new editing. My God, they've been editing the Hebrew
Man, it's
text.
taken this guy a long time to
I understand
climax.
from some of these videos.
I mean, he does sound
Jason,
pretty old, so that's
I have to ask
understandable.
Are you close to where that flat earther in California is trying to build his own rocket and shit?
No, not at all.
God damn it! 'Cause
Oh,
I
he
wish
tried
I
to
knew somebody close.
That's
Yeah,
Bigfoot.
he tried to launch this
the underground bases supposedly in what we call Antarctica.
It was a
If
and
they're
I
reptilian
powered rocket.
bases
Everybody
and that
should
kind
look
of
up this
stuff,
guy.
plus other alien
Jason,
bases,
it
I
wasn't a
understand,
steam-powered
down there,
rocket.
too.
Yeah,
It was
everybody
shit
should
with
look
a
up this
water
guy.
cooler.
It was what?
I'm not joking. Everybody should look up this guy. 'Cause his
There
rocket
are-
clearly looks like something
They told us so many lies.
There are
many
pictures and video
All these
up close of the
people with
thing.
these
It's like he glued stuff
PhDs
to
and
a
these
water cooler.
bachelors and
Okay, so it's not actually a rocket at all.
learned a bunch of baloney.
I
They
just
learned a
And
bunch
when
of
he
lies.
tried to,
They are going to be pissed off that
when he tried to launch it, it didn't do anything. It didn't even fart.
It
just sat there.
Are you kidding me?
I just want to see his
making
smoldering corpse
It's all been taught
fall
away
back
from
to the
you,
ground.
folks. And
Which,
if it's
to be fair,
not taught away
technically is
from you,
better
the
than what
laws
happened the second
change
time he tried to launch
and
the
these
rocket.
laws are strictly
It
enforced.
violently vibrated
to,
and
to
apart.
so-called legally enforcement.
It didn't even get
gotta
off
find
the
the video
fucking
of that
ground.
one.
It just shook itself to fucking
children. For ignorance of God's word.
first time it failed.
Exactly.
This is the start.
There we go.
Yeah, Freemasons and
These
Jews. There we
children
go.
are
Here we
not
go.
allowed to be corrected by
Bingo.
goodly
Anyone
or
else get
godly
bingo?
parents.
Jim, Scarce and Jason, I don't know if you'd agree with this.
Some of the
Oh.
principles of the Lord God, the government and the laws, and everyone says,
Oh, wait a minute.
my
I want to hear what he has to
says
say about
their law,
the current First Lady.
police and the government, their law is the law. It ain't God's word. It ain't humanity. It's their law. And that's why they continue to make changes in the laws.
This spank
all the
bank is
time.
weird.
Folks,
very weird.
Y'all better wake up. I'm telling you, there is something
You
bad
better
coming,
work.
and it's going to be hard hitting, folks.
Is it
They
though?
conspire
I don't know if you guys agree with
against
this, but
good
I think
parents,
Flat Earth was the
and they
best
conspire
the
to
show.
stop
Because
parents
there's just so
from
many different
teaching their
versions of
children.
Flat Earther is.
Oh God, we're back at the beginning of his slideshow.
Because you have like the weird anti-Semitic
Don't worry,
flat
it's not going to get a chance to
have
read.
the you have the
and
biblical
still
flat
is
earthers,
a
you have the
devilish
fucking
plan, and
quote
a
unquote
few
scientific
is
flat
spirited to see this.
earthers.
Few of us can see that it is their devilish plan.
I'm
And
sorry,
even
Matt,
fewer
there are no scientific
are
flat
obedient.
Well, I mean,
even
that's
with
God.
quotation marks.
yeah. Like you could see,
willingly
but I was like literally almost breaking my
spread
fucking
the truth
fingers
to other
doing
people.
here.
You got to believe it first, and then you
Yep,
have.
he's
to
almost
tell
there, guys. He's almost there.
Because if you
Almost.
believe it
It's
first,
almost
you
there.
owe it to yourself to read the Bible
Almost
and
there.
let your
Oh,
own
Jim.
conscience of discernment
My
decide.
thoughts.
Then if you believe it, then it is your duty.
Also,
It
there's
is
a
your
lot of
respect
variant
to
in how
show
like a flat earth
respect unto the Lord by telling other people.
That's seriously how a lot of these go. They work themselves up until
New video.
As well as everything else. And I can I spend an awful lot
how
of my day looking
to
at
well,
videotape
sorry,
and
how see a reptilian.
speeds, reviewing
Wait,
people's programs.
is that actually what the video says? How
My eyes
see?
are trained.
Yes.
I kept seeing something.
He just.
So when I started breaking the frames down, I found you still couldn't find it. You'd go from this frame to this frame, and there'd be a quick.
This is a quickie. Don't worry.
So then I had to.
Those are the worst kinds, is when they're quick.
For an SVH machine, an
Quick and
older
dirty.
model, funny enough,
Yeah.
not the digital model. That
Well, if
Unfortunately, the plant is not going to eat him. I
Damn.
checked.
into fields, and in reality,
I would start singing "Suddenly Seymour."
That's
That
because everyone's going blind from his white T-shirt.
And that's when I found it.
White T-shirt in the
So
sun.
you
Great
were
place to
finding
film.
these on one of those 60 frames.
I found, in fact, the first one I found, I only found one.
Right.
And then I thought,
One
well, I
what?
should be able to, if this is real, I should be able to do
A
it again.
reptilian. Didn't you see it?
And I found two. And it just went from there.
What should we really be seeing? How did you know that we were looking at something that was that shouldn't be there, that was unusual? I mean,
Well, the first thing is that in my career, usually in 1 second of video,
Nice Casio watch.
happens. You can look at.
I had one of those in
60
third
frames
grade.
and, you know, the way the movement goes, not very much happens. It's not like those flip things where the little thing moves when you flip the pages. Literally in 60 of those, nothing happens. Something was happening literally between 1/30th of a second and 1/30th of a second, because there's 30 frames per
If
second.
you have frames
So it
of
was
a
just sort
video
of
and something happens
let's look at
between the
this,
frames, you
and
can't see
when
it.
I found it was in a scan field, and
He
then
doesn't.
the way it works is it scans and scans very fast.
That's how the frames
But
work. They
the
have
phenomena
pictures
seem to
on
have
them, and
disappeared by the second scan.
if the picture is
So it was
between
moving
the
very
frames, it's
fast.
not on a frame. And
So being a manager, and being in charge of a television station, part of my staff is a technical staff. So I started consulting our technicians on to destroy my discovery. I wanted them to tell me that they
You wanted to critique it as heavily
I wanted
as
them
you
to
could.
tell me this somebody could fake this.
And they tried, and you didn't listen.
Then I took the sample, to make a long story short, eventually made it up to the scientific community and to a think tank.
And then they handed me my meds, and I flushed them down the sink.
And physicists and astrophysicists. And they kind of, just they just humored me at the start. By the end of our meetings, they had their hands on the control. They were running up to the screen, and they.
Okay, Mud Fossil University.
Wow.
The voice of Mud Fossil University here. And today we're going to be talking about.
Oh, this guy's fun. You see, he thinks that
apparently by an ancestor of Kimberly Ann.
Yes.
Mud fossils, something I'd never heard of.
Seattle area, I believe. And
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
And make sure that you get to Mud Fossil University.
So the title is
kids,
this
your
really a
grandparents, your
reptilian?
mother,
And he's going to talk about a picture.
Oh my god,
Everybody walk down the streets. Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
there was
you,
a physical
go to
pointer.
Mud Fossil
Once again,
University.
someone videotaping their screen.
Wake up. All right, let's wake up.
And telling us to wake up.
There it is in its full glory, and I mean it is
That
glory.
is a-
And I'm seeing the colors of blood. I'm seeing the colors that
The colors of blood, because that
I'm seeing
fossilizes.
creases where you expect to see creases.
It's
I
a
don't
mud
see a
fossil.
crease where I
Eyeball
expect to see a crease.
This I have a hard time accounting for.
I know what he's talking about.
Although it is some form of a crown,
It's
or
basically
it is growing from
it's
the
those
guy's
it's
head.
look, Donald
it's like what
Trump.
happened with the people at
There's
Pompeii.
other statues that we have seen and that Kimberly
Where basically like the
The
fossils were made
skin and the
create,
flesh
like,
fossilizes,
cavity.
and you can see
unusual.
features.
They were there. Why they're there, I can't tell you exactly. Again, this is a soft claim. I don't have.
I think it mostly happens with creatures that have like parts that are too soft to usually like fossilize. So like things like
skin
sea
imprints and
snails.
things like
No,
that. Yeah.
no, Michael, I'm not talking about like
done this
what
by-
this
by,
fucking crazy
Harvard.
fucker is talking about.
Look at the
I'm talking about how he
eye and look at
misconstrued
the-
something.
The
Like
actual
it's not called mud
material
fossils,
is.
but it's like I forget the actual.
It's just
term
like
for
your
it,
eyelashes.
where
It's
it's
that
like
type
soft
of thing. There's
tissue,
some form
like
of
creatures that are
of
just
a
made
different
entirely of soft tissue.
matter, a different molecular structure.
You hear
to
that,
do
guys?
it,
The rocks
which
are
is the
just like
same
your
as in the
eyelashes.
edges of your skin, the edges of your eyebrows, and your eyelids.
I know mud fossils aren't a thing,
And it
Micro.
appears to have some form of a something's going on in the eye there. Now, these little dots and spots here, that is the nature of skin, as the very, very outside.
But I thought reptiles had scales.
Pattern underneath. I've seen it many times. Now, the other thing that I
Jason,
can't
you have to understand,
that's
reptilians have scales unless they don't.
it's accidentally happening is this stuff here, and this crease. You can't make a crease like that. That's a crease just like your face does this as you get older.
I've seen
I
deep
found that
fake
too, but I left it out.
horns
In
better
us,
than this
it's
shit.
blood. That is the color of red blood.
Soft
That's
tissue impression.
ferrous
Thank you,
oxide,
Micro.
FeO2.
That's what I
I
was
think
saying.
I did find a video about
Soft
reptile
tissue
man.
impressions.
I believe is a bone foramen or a, I don't know what to say. And this appears to be the black area. Usually there's red and black. You seeing what I'm seeing?
No.
Maybe you have a different take, but this is what
I
I
do.
see, and it sure looks pretty good to me.
That seems to be more about oxidation than anything
It's
else.
not being real, to be perfectly honest with you. I can't find a problem here.
It's a statue that was
is the one
exposed
that
to weather.
This head, and apparently
we all
it's been in
know,
her family since her
totally
grandfather. So there's a story that goes along with it, and I'm sure she'll comment and leave a
Are
comment
those
about
hints
it
on that one
because it's quite
reptilian?
interesting. No, and it was from, or she had it somewhere up in Seattle area.
I
up
think
in,
that's
Washington
supposed to be a
State, United
breastplate,
States.
not a breast.
And she's done some fabulous research on this one. We talked and discussed.
From where?
I'm glad you have a girlfriend.
This is second.
That's very nice.
I'm glad you think that the entire universe is populated by Bosk from Empire
That's the other
State.
thing with fucking these fossils. These were soft tissue
I could put
imprint.
this in my hand. I could give you what I would consider a certain claim or a certain claim of not. But here I am giving you a soft certain claim because I have not.
No, that's not how that works.
Does this fucker think terracotta soldiers and fucking goddamn
this crown and
China
what is that?
were
But
real
it's on
people
here.
that got
Yeah,
fucking
this is a
turned into terracotta?
very similar looking thing.
Yes,
very similar. And,
You joke, Scarce, but having watched some of his
and
videos,
there's other ones online.
yes,
of
yes, he
the
does.
same look. Now, you know, everybody.
It wouldn't surprise me actually.
But
I don't know whether to laugh or
maybe they were real.
I knew someone who thought the Avatar was real.
All I can say is you make your own mind up. And
You mean the blue things or the?
No, the actual Avatar. The Avatar of the you can learn the different elements.
There's a side shot, but I mean, it's quite obvious that there's. They're like. I mean, it's been sitting out here.
It was like it was based off a real thing. I'm like, no, it wasn't. It never was.
Time ago. So this is not something that. It's just too much chemistry and too much anatomy and too much biology to just dismiss it. Now, I have a
it's
hard
a carved
time
statue, you dumbass.
I don't know. I don't understand.
And he's so brilliant, he can get all of that from a picture.
Certain of what's going on there, but.
You see, he's never actually seen this thing in person. These are just photos that were sent to him.
Oh my god!
Again, looking for answers. Not making any claims I cannot claim.
No, you're not. You're not fucking looking for answers. I am fucking tired of fucking conspiracy theories. Conspiracy theories fucking saying that shit. You're not looking for answers. Because if you were, you'd find the answers that disprove this shit.
It was on TV. Scott Walter got it on TV. And he said it wasn't real. And
fucking hate him.
And dismissed it. And I came on board with.
And here is his supposed proof that everything he talks about is right.
Virtual, and I did my own assessment of it, and I said this is 100% real, which it is. And then it went terribly bad.
You know, it makes me sad because, like, learning about conspiracy theories can be fun sometimes, but just listen to actual conspiracy.
I'm sure they hate me now.
Yeah, like learning about conspiracy theories like second or third hand is really fascinating. But listening to the fucking source itself is fucking painful. I'd rather drive a fucking nail through my dick than ever talk to this guy in real life.
You know what? AJ has better conspiracy theories than this guy. And he's a fucking pup.
Story, but I had 7 CAT scans done.
Yeah,
3 DNA tests done.
Good job. By the way, good job, Jason, with AJ's conspiracy theories. They're always fun and unique.
Well, thank you. This is literally putting me to sleep, you guys.
I'm calling
me too.
I'm like, this was fun for a bit, but now it's just.
Are you sure you want to call folder on this one? Because this is a short one.
Because it won't be looked at. So
is it?
It doesn't feel like it.
Needs to be looked at, and just because
3 more minutes,
something that's not real,
I'll save the folder.
It doesn't mean anything. It is real. I have the evidence of the real stuff. You know,
look, Micro, you don't have to do like. Remember, I fucking smashed my hand with that hammer that one time. I said I was gonna. If I ever made another video about Brett Keane, I'd smash my hand with a hammer.
Right, that's the back of the head. Look at that. That is blood. I'm going to tell you right now.
You know, as far as the conspiracy theorists are interesting and have interesting narratives, I honestly think people like Spirit Science would be much better if they just wrote fiction.
Where there was a lot of blood, and blood is in the head.
He's a very creative guy.
That's not blood, dumbass. That's literally it being exposed to the air and water.
Understood. If that was a living creature, and I'm pretty damn sure it was. And this guy,
not a living creature. It's not a living creature. You're the dumbass who thinks we exist on the back of a turtle.
The whole world is coming to Mud Fossil University.
His channel is full of videos about statues being real.
This stuff is
it's amazing.
I mean,
does he fucking think we goddamn bronze fucking Robert E. Lee?
It's unimpeachable evidence of not necessarily this. I can't make this.
Like Robert E. Lee is just waiting at Gettysburg.
DNA.
Wait, is he thinking that we put Robert E. Lee through the carbonite process?
Will not be examined.
He might. I didn't see that one on there, but he might.
So frustrated at
well, you'd probably have to find a Robert E. Lee that was carved out of stone, considering his specialty is the mud fossils.
And I'm going to have a hard time being able to respond to things, and I'm trying the best I can because I need to see this through. I've been called an idiot for 5 years, and it's so voluminous.
You've only been called an idiot for 5 years?
Just ignored.
I find that hard to believe.
And ridiculed.
I think it's been a lot longer.
And censored. Just
call me crazy.
Once again, I can make no claim. I don't know. I see this as some form of like a helmet.
That's a fucking carving.
I cannot really be certain. I see some form of a.
You voted for fucking Donald Trump and you killed
the molecular structure here, but I'm not sure. But all of this is it absolutely is.
You can see a molecular structure from a JPEG image
of some form of biology. I don't know what kind of biology this thing had, but it does appear it had red and white blood,
God doesn't fucking talk to us
and
anymore.
it had some form of skin that creased, and it has all of the same sort of. It's kind of way different. it's it's a creature. It was a damn standing up creature with a head, and it looks like it was intelligent. That's all I can say. I mean, I wouldn't like that thing staring at me every night.
I think in the interest of waking up Jason, I'll go a little out of order.
Is that a Mendham? Is that fucking Gary? I mean, the house is too nice to be Gary.
So this guy is basically what you would get if good old Patch had decided to do steroids.
Hey everybody, fuck you. I'm gonna tell you about why fucking goddamn reptilians are anti-natalists, you fucking fucks.
Hi everyone joining right now. Namaste.
God, this guy was just like, you know what? 1989. I'm just gonna freeze my look here.
So,
Karen, Angela.
This guy is going to talk to us about how the reptilians are fixing the prices on the stock market and the materials exchange.
My name is Greg Prescott. I'll be hosting this for who knows how long as it takes to get this information out there.
Did you fall
I'm so
asleep?
grateful that you're all able to join me this morning. Thank you.
Jason.
So I want to start things off with a UFO sighting last night, and it was pretty cool. So about 9:30 or so last night, Michelle's like, let's go to the beach. I'm like,
guy who
you don't have
asks
to twist my arm to go.
says what?
So we go to the beach.
That usually gets Jason.
Light in the western sky over the Gulf of Mexico.
One of the two.
And there's this UFO there, and it seemed like it was going left, and then it would go right. And it's not just a small movement. These were pretty drastic movements that it was going. And it would go back and forth like that. It was really cool. And to me, it seemed like the UFO was over the Atlantis Stargate. As we all know that there's this a major Stargate in the Gulf of Mexico, the Atlantis Stargate.
Look at the puppy.
It was almost like as if it was patrolling or protecting that Stargate out there.
I sent out a signal.
So we were checking that out for probably, I don't know, maybe half an hour or so. And then we get back to here to my house, and all of a sudden I get all these alerts on my Facebook page saying that
so this beach bum and all of his friends saw a UFO.
Saying that we removed your post because it looks like spam. Go to your support inbox to learn more.
How'd you get in?
Matt sent the link.
I was flooded with.
Why are you sending links, Matt?
And I clicked
it. It was from my other website, Body, Mind, Soul, Spirit.
I'll be happy to leave.
Link in there as one of the first links on this video to that website.
We need to liven things up
on
a
that
little
website.
bit.
I think I have close to 100 and
plus I figured
37,000 followers, something like that.
Like fucking rattled Jason.
And, what happened was they went through
this
and
guy seems too happy.
Basically, removed
he's clearly on something.
1,200 posts that I had on Facebook, and I had to go back and individually for.
That's what he's on. He's on 1989.
Until October.
Oh my god! I would love
to. This is not spam. This is not spam. I made a post about it earlier today too.
He buys old calendars from 1989 and smokes them.
So many people. I got so much. From everybody.
Oh, there's
Jason. It is true.
I'm sleeping. Leave me alone.
Flows where attention goes. And
I didn't even know the video had changed because it's the same boring droning monologue.
Put attention there.
Oh, but this guy's going to talk about the stock market, Jason.
Oh God!
You mean something even more boring?
All the posts brought back.
You know what's sad? For all of the shit you can give this guy, he's got his life more together than
I'll talk a little bit more about this.
That's not saying a whole lot, Matt.
I mean, it's
yeah,
not.
wearing underwear 2 consecutive days in a row makes you better than Amendum.
Matt, Amendum lives in a house that could exist in the world of Fallout.
You know what's funny about Amendum's
What's
house? I
interesting
don't
too
know if
is
anybody
that
knows this, but
on
basically
Facebook,
last winter,
they have
because of all
what
the
are
snow
called
and shit,
organic
Amendum's
posts.
roof started sagging, and he
And
hasn't fixed
they
it.
stopped-
So if you look
they
in the
changed the
background of his
algorithm in
videos, you just see
2013
part of his
on what
fucking roof
organic
held up
posts
by
are.
a stick.
So
That's what I mean. It's like
these organic posts,
Amendum is like he lives
I
in
started
the
on
world of
Facebook in
Fallout.
2009, and I had in 5D,
I
and I
can't
got
imagine
like
living like that.
400,000
It would be way too
followers
tricky.
in the first 4 years.
I'll be honest, if there was like a fucking
37,000 followers in the last 4 years.
I got the draft people.
So you know, it goes to show you how they're limiting. So it's not
I
just
would have
me. I know
Gary
a lot
on
of
my
you out there are going through this, and what we're experiencing are shadow bans and this and that.
Because
There's a bigger picture that's going on, though.
No,
I'll
he
get
would
to
just
that
want
in
everyone
this
else to
video.
die. He would just want everyone else to die.
But the way you can go around this anyway, through all
the
this,
thing you have
just
to realize
whatever
about
your
Gary
favorite
is he has
websites are,
a
most of
stupid
us have
he has a
subscribe
stupidly
button
high
on our
survival.
websites where you can receive in your inbox.
It's why he hasn't just
every
killed
update.
himself
And
yet.
you can do that on bodymindsoulsport.com as well as in5d.com. Even on in5d, I have an update
He's
where
gonna
you
kill
can
you and eat you.
subscribe either to the daily update and get them every
great.
night around
This
midnight,
guy does
or you can
daily
get it
videos.
once a week in a tightly
That's some a piece of information I
single
didn't need.
email of all the posts that I had for that
I bet
week.
you this guy
So
knows
just
where
go
to get
there
some
and
good
subscribe,
drugs.
and you won't miss a thing. Okay, so we're not going to let this
Makes his own
Facebook shadow
drugs.
banning stuff bother us or get us down. And I highly suggest that if you have a website,
Oh, yeah,
do the
he
same.
does.
Just tell people subscribe.
Remember, Matt, the
You know,
drugs
we'll
he
work around
smokes,
this.
his
Or
calendars,
go
so
to
he can literally just
alternative
print them out.
websites such as MeWe.com. I have a in5D Facebook page there.
MeWe?
There's a Gab. It's similar to Twitter, but actually a little bit better.
You know, I'm gonna call Folger. Like it's,
I think this is almost over.
So let's get into it right here.
I don't think he hasn't even started.
Maybe not.
Folder.
He hasn't even started talking about
And,
the videos
check
about.
it out
Yeah,
again
okay.
this morning.
The intro was almost
And
over.
It was down 1,071 points. Almost
Does Jason want the folder?
1,072
Folder.
points.
Sleep. Oh,
And what I'm
Folder,
gonna do right now
folder,
is
folder.
check out the Dow Jones
Folder.
real quick.
Stop
and see
interrupting
what's
my
at. Somehow
nap.
it's the Dow Jones.
Oh, we got off at the right time. He's talking about Alex Jones.
Ugh. I would rather vomit in a bucket and then drink it.
Thanks, Macron.
The lizard
You're
card.
welcome.
Walmart. You went all out. Well, it's not every day. Your best friend.
We became lovers for
Married now for 50 years.
If you were a lizard, you'd be a belt.
When we get home, I will show you my lizard.
Walk.
Hallmark has the ways to say you care.
And then they sucked each other off the end.
Well, they were in the park.
Yeah, we've been meeting at this park bench for 50 years now.
Giving
sucking
each other. We met in those bushes right over there.
This is their future.
This is the future liberals.
Jacksonville King Lizard Hockey Team.
Well, what?
Introducing.
Wait. So they're on the same team? Why is it? That's kind of cool.
It's rule of 3, not rule of 4, dummy.
It's a hockey king called the Lizard Kings.
That would break his tongue, but fair enough.
You can tell by the way I move my walk, I'm woman's man.
Oh my god, I just thought of a commercial.
You can look here.
1 in 3 women are raped by lizards. Will it happen to you? Know the facts. www.lizardrape.gov.
Great. Now we have
He's
to
gonna
go.
make spaghetti.
No, he's gonna
Who
make a
touching
list.
my spaghetti?
Spaghetti!
For fuck's sake, man.
You know what's funny?
Why
I remember
is
that.
there a
part.
lizard in her refrigerator?
Why is there chameleon? Wait, what? Wait, Why would you want to listen? You can just wave at it and it will run away. Also, why was it in the fridge where it's cold?
Why was it in the city?
That's fucking Lizard Rape would have made more sense than that fucking commercial.
The fuck?
I can't drive.
Reptilians.
55. Oh no!
Oh no! Not this idiot.
Broadcasting.
Fuck you, Ron Hotep.
Science.com.
This is
Hey Jason, as far as I know, this thing hasn't killed anyone.
What's his name?
Ron Hotep.
Speak about the reptilians.
Well, that's what he calls himself. I don't think that's his actual name.
Video called "The Real Illuminati" is a group of
Ron Hotep implicated in pedophile.
Oh, great!
In this particular segment, I want to really talk about the reptilians, and I'm going to talk about them from a scientific standpoint, not from a religious standpoint. It's been a lot of different metaphysical authors out there that have wrote about the reptilians, and they have wrote about the reptilians in a negative light.
Illuminati.
And even myself, I've spoken
it's like watching a kid trying to come up with a story.
A negative light.
Is he the fucking operator for the Matrix?
I'm going to kind of bring balance to
the topic. Do you honestly think he's smart enough to do that?
When you go into
I mean, let's be honest. Like, ultimately, the Matrix was dumb.
His name is Ron Hotep.
Yes.
Opinion.
Well, that's what he
That's
called
the name
himself.
of that's a Flash game.
I'm sorry, versus giving a prejudice opinion. Excuse me. So,
maybe
first
it
thing I
had
want
a
to do
huge
is
impact
help
on
people
him,
understand
Jason.
reptilians is I want to kind of go
It's probably
into
named after him.
It's like Movie Bob in Super Mario 3. Like, he wrote a Ron Hotep book about how playing the Flash game, Ron Hotep completely...
talk about reptilians.
Oh wait, his name is Ron, not Run.
Reptilians
it's
Ron
Hotep.
Yeah, Ron.
Yeah.
When you talk about reptilians can exist
Ronald
all the way
Hotep.
up to 6D. When you deal with
That's Ronald McDonald is actually a stage name.
To really understand the concept,
Ronald Hotep is his actual name.
Parallel reality.
What's his actual name?
Their reality is going on simultaneously while our reality is going on.
I finally figured out what he looks like.
Yeah, I know.
He looks like Black Variablast.
Very key here. There's
I'm sorry, no. It's 13 Signs Astrology.
3 different types of realities. I teach on a little bit of this in my class.
He has 58,000 subscribers, and I'm going to go burn the garage down. Goodbye, everybody.
Can you at least take Oswald out of it before you do that?
You're not supposed to look these people up.
Yeah, can you take out Oswald, Trudeau, and Bundy?
Now, this is different.
They'll be happy for it.
And stuff like that. These are types of realities.
Hold on.
So say, for instance,
it doesn't matter if you take Oswald out. Oswald can burn.
The 7th.
Oswald is practically indestructible.
You're looking at.
Oh my god, I would love to see that. Like Jason burns down the garage, and then like the Terminator music just starts. It's like,
okay, here we go.
You go up
and it's just Oswald sitting there, and it's one
Here we
eye.
go. You ready? Here we go. I purchased several products from this website, 13astrology.com. My first experience purchasing an alien contact reading was extremely unprofessional. It took almost 2 weeks to get my reading, and it wasn't even a reading. He kept trying to sell me a natal reading. I purchased a natal reading, and a money ritual did not receive it for days. I tried contacting him on Facebook. There is no contact email on the website. He does not answer emails. And the natal, to understand the reading, he said, this is what it says. You have to purchase a consultation. What? I did not purchase any more items from this phony. He is now selling downloadable software. Buyers beware. PayPal will not refund you for that. That's all in caps. This just makes it easier to rip people off. I really got to know how stupid this fucking person is. Many people complain about his services under his videos and his Facebook page. The man is a sorcerer. Stop buying from him and watching his videos. He is stealing your energy and feeding you false information. Total monetary loss, $60.
Different beings inside of our makeup. So with that, we are a compact.
You need to look up the other,
Some people call it a clone or whatever, but clones exist.
I want to know, like, this macaroni and cheese was made by Satan himself. Would not recommend.
It's called third creation. So you have first creation, second creation, and third creation. This is where us humans live. Now, reptilians.
So, is he gonna fix the lab at some point?
You know, most people they talk about.
Okay, so he has a WordPress website.
Of course he
does. Of course he does.
Of course.
Where you can buy a natal chart.
They're power hungry and thirsty.
What's that?
Don't get me wrong. They are.
I have a few thoughts in my head, and I doubt it matches any of them.
That have different
Jason, do you think you could set up like a puppet to be like this guy and try to scare
No, it
people
would be
with a
boring
puppet?
as shit.
No, I mean, like, do you think people are that stupid that they would be like, yeah, this puppet knows what's up?
Wouldn't that just be a combination of Dr. Bunk and Tomno?
To really understand
Yeah, I
this,
guess
you
it
want
could
Holy
just
shit. His website is so unprofessional that when you click on About on his website page, the blurb that's in it is, this is an example of a WordPress page. You can edit this to put information about yourself or your website so readers know where you're coming from. You can create as many pages like this one or subpages as you like and manage all of your content inside of WordPress.
And you have reptilians on series. This is where the reptilian.
Well, anyone can have a web page.
So, Jason, what
He
you're
also
telling
has
me-
not updated it since 2013.
So, Jason, what you're telling me is his
Draconian
webpage
star
is
constellation.
blank as his fucking room and t-shirt.
All dimensions or all different constellations or whatever. And that's what people fail to realize. You have reptilians living
Wait,
in all
most
these
people are
different
robots
realities, but they
or
live in what's called
reptilians?
parallel
What?
reality. The most dominant reptilians living was called a parallel reality.
Oh my god,
But
this thing
I'm going to go
garbage.
into the history of the reptilians that came here to this earth. See,
And
not all
it's
reptilians
the
came
free
to this earth.
WordPress.
Not all reptilians did that.
Well, of course.
Some
It's
of the
got
higher
garbage advertising all
up
over it.
kind of type of really powerful reptilians never incarnate.
Fix your
Never
fucking
incarnate.
lamp, dude.
Very key here. Some reptilians can take on an avatar or they can incarnate. When they take on an avatar,
Oh,
they have to
incarnate, not that. That's
Yeah,
horrible.
There's
Why
a
would you
difference?
do that?
Avatar's mind. Just like
We
in the
all
movie
do.
Avatar.
Fire Nation.
Doomed, I tell you.
Everything was at peace
Do
until the
this so
Fire
they can
Nation
get
came.
things from this reality.
The legendary
Their
Avatar
reality.
was a
So
Wait a
that's
minute.
Basically dealing with
Wait a minute.
reptilians
Fire
taking
Nation,
on an avatar.
reptilians.
It's one type of
They're
reptilian.
dragons.
You have
Salamanders.
an avatar that never incarnates, never takes on an avatar.
That's not
You have
reptilians.
another
That's
type
amphibians.
of reptilian
To
that
be fair,
literally
fucking, like, the
incarnates
Greeks didn't know
and
that. Like, the
becomes
Greeks
what
thought they were
some people would
reptiles.
call a
The
shapeshifter.
Greeks are dumb like
They
that.
take on a human body.
Okay,
But they keep the consciousness.
this
of the
video that you're
reptilian.
watching
They fuse
is
this
when he was
consciousness
still
with
relatively
human
young.
body. So when you hear me talk about
Oh,
If
is
you-
he
shapeshifter,
a sad old
that's the type
man
of
now?
reptilian that
If
I'm
you
dealing
click
with.
on his latest one, he
So
looks like
reptilians,
he's
they came here
50
because
years
this was
old
a
and
water dominant planet. This planet used to be
Jason, none of the videos in this
you need
are older
water
than
for
7
reptilians to be
years,
able to
so
exist.
that must have been a really
They
rough
exist
series of
in the
years.
most dominant
yeah, his last
waters.
upload was 2 months
It might just
ago.
any kind of water.
Andromeda
Like the most
Effect,
dominant alkaline
unreleased,
waters. This is why they
2016.
exist in the more depths of the seas. They exist in
So what you're saying is that
the
video might actually
crevices of the seas.
recorded in.
And they came here to this planet a long
Oh
time
my
ago.
God,
They crashed, they crashed
So
down
what
into the
Jason
water.
is saying
took the
that
planet.
this video was
Reptilian
this
type
guy's
beings.
peak.
Some of them were small.
This was his
Everything-
peak.
were big. These
Everything
were
after
like
this
reptilian
video was
species type
downhill.
beings at the time.
This
that
was the
made
beginning
look
of his mental
humanoid,
disorder.
Humanoid looking.
And he didn't
I don't
get
think it
any
was
better.
better.
You know, he also kind of looks like Black
He's
Coffee.
into it already.
You might have the posture of a human. You might stand upright.
I need to
and
get
erect,
this guy's channel
but you
and
still
show him
have
the
the face of a
coffee.
reptile
Be
or
like,
lizard or
hey, I
something.
found your black
So
cousin.
this was the first type of
From
beings that came on this
mother.
planet. I personally myself, from doing
insult to him.
I found out that these particular beings, a lot of them started out like 3 feet tall, and a lot of them were really, really small, and they grew.
So reptilians are hobbits. So we have the Lord of the Rings connection now.
12 feet, 20
I
feet.
think the word
I'm
you're
not
looking
saying
for is
they're not.
kobolds.
Oh my
What I'm
God!
saying
It
is
makes
that the
perfect
original
sense too
reptilian
that the
came to this
hobbits would be
planet.
the
My research
reptilians.
is very
Because
small.
the humans did not breeding with the fucking hobbits.
Oh my God.
Like when you start getting into taller beings,
But a
taller
free
beings are not
tall
dominant in
reptile
this
would be
reality.
a kobold.
This reality, believe it or not, the smaller beings dominate on the Earth type of reality. And
to be fair,
height
Hobbit
is
is
from-
to be fair, Micro, a Hobbit is whatever the fuck you want
on
them
the
to be.
ET level
Hobbits
from
ain't
different
fucking
star
real.
constellations. Height.
I want them to be reptiles.
kobolds.
They're reptiles.
And neither are reptilians.
So this is why
Right, guys? Reptilians are totally fake,
when it
right?
comes to height. Whereas you have some beings that are really tall, some
Completely
beings that are
fictional.
short.
Yes.
Because some tribes would mix in with the tall ETs.
The tall ETs.
This is where they got their height from. Because again, height was a staple amongst the Nephilim. It was something that.
Oh yeah, we all know that.
And then that shows up.
It's like as far as like the taller you were, the more
I don't have bingo yet.
conscious you were, even because you were able to exist on different
I'm
realities.
close.
Or whatever. So height is very interesting. The whole topic.
So,
of height, how it got to this planet.
What
original
rock do you think
Reptilian
started this psychosis that he's obviously in?
He has the fucking proportions of a Funko Pop.
Over time, they did certain experiments to get to this point. Because it wasn't just evolution that got them to this point. They were able to create.
His fucking thin ass neck is annoying me. Like, fuck this guy.
Type of being. This type of being was able to live on water and land. Was able to spend time on land for periods of time and then come back into the waters or whatever. So these particular reptilians, they did a lot of breeding, a lot of mixing, and it created a lot of different types.
So
of
since it's
species
been 10 minutes, I feel obligated to
not
let you know this is a 40-minute video.
modern day human.
Folder.
Fuck you.
In them.
I mean, folder.
Let's go.
I mean, if you want to keep watching, Jason, we can keep watching. That's fine with me.
Hey,
But I was just letting you guys know.
And everyone, I just put a picture up on the AVSPO Skype.
Took on and basically partook.
So you can see what's happened to the poor man.
Well, not all of us can see
Whoa.
that.
Amphibians, and they lived in the water.
It's been a long, hard road.
I want to see too.
Well, that's too bad, Micro. You're not my friend, and I don't have you in. I don't know how. I can't get it into the chat. Sorry.
Hey, remember the 90s? It's time for some 90s.
Well, I remember.
Only 90s kids will remember Snake Junt.
I don't even know what Snake Junt is.
Sounds delicious.
Get your show roll on.
Why is the video?
Rule of 7, apparently.
Are they skateboard wheels?
They're skateboard wheel bearings. Yep. This is cool. This will never go out of style.
Kids remember skateboards and cigarettes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
totally radical, dude.
Shake to the
I've been banned from every school.
That really isn't.
I'll never regret any of my life decisions.
I've never made anything but minimum wage.
Oh God! It went. What happened?
Color filters.
Fish islands. No prospects.
Do it. Mountain
Dew.
Paternity suits.
I forget what this effect is called when you turn the. Because this was
Misdemeanor drug possession charges.
This fucking effect.
I feel like Walmart night shift.
Statutory rape allegations.
Selling
drugs
to minors.
That would require him to get some kind of relationship.
Yeah, let's be honest. He's just doing rape.
Yeah, just good old standard rape.
The girls in intermediate school think I'm edgy.
I have them in my basement.
I get
my
older.
best friend is 14.
I
have him in my basement too.
Let it loose, you know what I'm saying? Put some passion in the air, let it loose, you know what I'm saying? Put some passion in the air, let it loose, you know what I'm saying? Put some passion in the air, let it loose, you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
You've
said it so many times to stop making sense.
Rule of 5.
Jeez.
It's time to get lit.
What is that lizard doing to the?
Saturday, May 17th from 10 to 4.
He's having fun with that ampersand.
Yeah, it's not an ampersand. It's the hook for a towing.
Clowns, balloon
The
artists,
lizard
face
lit
painters.
gift
Bring your
shop.
lawn chairs and blankets, but no alcohol. And you can see the new official spotter truck of Lizard
No
Lick.
alcohol.
Litzilla
It's
from
not
Beacon Down to
fucking
Rally
what?
Sulphur Road. The Lizard Lick Spring Clean at the Lizard Lick gift shop.
So that's it for that one.
Hello, Gago.
Lizard love story.
I think I've seen this one.
A real Romeo and Juliet.
I wonder what awful
You seen
shit's
this one?
gonna happen to him.
See? Like, oh no.
What?
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 The fuck? Also, the Gagos would probably survive that fall.
What?
Seriously?
That's awesome. I like that. That's a great commercial.
Oh
that's
my God. Like,
that's
I haven't-
honestly a great commercial. It
I
had
know
everything.
what could be.
It
I
had
know
everything.
what could be like the catchphrase for like a lot of shows, but in
Guys, guess
Boy.
what movie was based on a true story?
Oh,
Titanic?
Duncan's Day Out. No,
Duncan's
no,
Day
Hell
Out.
Comes the
That's
Fuck
Baby's
Down.
Day Out. You're thinking of Dunstan Checks In.
Great.
So the story behind this video is I found a video saying that They Live was real, but he was more talking in the metaphorical sense. But in the related video, I found someone who was taking it in the literal sense.
Great.
And that's what we're watching now.
So this is a series of video artifacts. That's a cuttlefish. Why?
No, this
why
is an
was there?
overlong intro. They'll get to the actual explanation soon.
Why? That's an octopus. Why are there cephalopods?
This video
What?
was originally banned in the United States, so I re-uploaded it, and here it is.
Oh,
Make
Lizard
another
Lake
video
Towing
about
was
it.
a fucking reality show.
About what?
Enjoy.
Ah,
A tow truck company, and it was all fucking
Recently,
fake.
an artist named Mitch O'Connell
sorry.
put up a Trump billboard with some art that he had made.
So I'm
for
going to try and read the
1988
full title to this
film
video.
classic They Live. And it
Proof
put out
They
a
Live
text
is a
to me
documentary. Must see.
because
Quantum
it
infiltration,
denied
subliminal
several
messages, evil
votes.
tactics.
And I'm probably going to do another video about that in the future. But it helped me realize that I needed to do a video about what I believe is an infiltration
that
of
is
the
actually a better look for Trump than the one he has currently.
Use this wonderful,
He's got
awesome
better
movie.
skin tone.
So here we go. John Carpenter's cult classic film They Live is probably one of the most fascinating alien takeover.
Wait.
film
You do know that
ever.
it's.
I forget
It
because it's been
stars
so
Ratty
long
Roddy
since I've
Piper,
watched They
who
Live.
is
Are
a
they?
No, micro.
These
Yes,
special
they're aliens.
It's real.
Okay.
You can see the subliminal messages that are
I don't
being
think I've seen it in
frequency
years.
driven into
I
our
should
minds
rewatch it.
and keep us
It's so
dumbed
good.
down and not having any
With
individual
quotation marks.
that we
Yeah, because I know, like,
continue.
I remember the first time I watched it, I didn't
Basically,
like it. I was
what
like,
our
why
spin
is
on the
this
story
fight
was
scene
that
80
all
minutes
the aliens are members of the upper class, the rich, and they're slowly exploiting the middle class, and everybody's becoming poorer, and everything we think
What does that have
about
to do with
buying
listen?
cars and having pools
I know this is
and
probably
condos
sacrilegious, but
and
I can see
all the things that everybody strives for
They Live.
basically are created by this race of
Anything that was good shall be remade again.
exploit us.
Well, mainly because, like, They Live is a great premise, but an okay at best movie.
They're designed to fail. Our system of education.
Like, there's a lot of weird fucking pacing issues with They Live. Like,
Oh yeah, there is.
like the second, like, it goes from being like super slow to just like everything is fucking happening right
Is
now.
being turned into GMO.
All the shit
and
is
they've
fucking
killed the
fun.
systems.
Wasn't that kind of a thing of that era in filmmaking, though? All the content is like in the last third.
And it's
Mm.
not just oh, we let it get out of hand.
Some movies,
just something that seems to happen a lot.
And I think
well, it's called a build.
John Carpenter tapped into it in They Live.
Maybe they've always been.
But like They Live, you could definitely probably shorten the build a bit, and maybe fill out the middle a little more.
Yeah,
and definitely not make it like a fucking 75-minute long fight scene.
What do these things want, and why are they here?
I gotta say, it is fascinating how many conspiracy theorists have figured out that television is telling us the truth.
You know what I love about John Carpenter? He really hates the people who use as a fucking
not agenda. Oh, not
UN
this
and
shit.
other agenda-having factions.
Because there's a lot of anti-Semites who use fucking They Live. That's like,
you will have been.
They're like, oh, it's totally metaphor for like
mass
Jews
genocide of the
and shit.
Hey, look, Facebook memes.
And John Carpenter is like, anybody who thinks They Live is about Jews are fucking idiots, and I fucking wish they never watched the movie.
It just has a computer.
Nice.
And it's actually very telling. It says we're creating the transparent computing environment, and it's by a place called Control Data. Truth Stream Media has a great bit about
it's a movie.
It's
fictional.
People. Why would it
I don't have problems
with with me.
Oh, come on, Micro. You know the best cover for an actual Men in Black organization would be the Men in Black movie.
You know what I'd like to see is a Men in Black
So you're
movie.
saying Will Smith is an actual alien?
I'd like to see a
that
Men
would
in
actually
Black
make sense.
movie more like the actual comic. Because for people who've never read the Men in Black comic, it was more of a commentary on like fucking police action and police brutality and fucking like basically the Men in Black in the comic book.
The fuck are we watching?
Yeah, see, they're trying to pretend that the thing underneath it was actually in the broadcast. It wasn't. You can tell that it's been added by someone else.
Yeah, the fucking Wyoming experiment did a better job at this bullshit.
Wait. Do they want us to think that the text that's obviously added in was in the broadcast?
Yes.
How retarded do they think we are?
It's not even the right font.
As retarded as they are.
It's up.
Also, by the way, this was shown at the end of the broadcast day, usually at midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. So all of this subliminal advertising was hitting nobody.
You know what's funny?
But obviously, right when at the peak of vision.
People watching.
I actually remember these because whenever I used to visit my one grandmother who lived in West Virginia, they still had the channels that did this shit and also did the American flag stuff at the morning. I was like super young though. I was like 5.
Seriously?
You can actually see where the text is overlapping the original video at the end on the T. It's
because probably for kids born after 1990.
So that was an actual station sign-off from the 1960s. That was every single night that everyone basically watched before they went to bed. My question is this: how did they know the efficacy of that sort of subliminal messaging? It was obviously intentional. The obey, consume, government, God business.
It wasn't. It was a fake video, and it wasn't real.
It was also very simple. All of that suggests
it was a movie with a message. It wasn't actually telling the truth. You shouldn't believe that. That's a lie.
It was kind of like a metaphor. And if you think about it too much, a really awful metaphor, because it basically told us to kill the rich.
That suggests an understanding of manipulation.
Because they aren't
human. Metaphor,
that sounds like a perfect metaphor.
Kill the rich. Makes sense.
Here's another example. So this woman,
get your gun and kill the rich.
2012 or so.
I don't see a problem with that.
Found this subliminal message quite by accident.
You should kill us all on sight.
Was it an accident at all? Because I think it could be a higher spirit, a higher power in these kind of cases. But
why is it bad?
God
did it? This is a picture. The higher spirits
accidentally happened
because my daughter insisted on
my
us seeing
tits are
Facebook
being
photos.
sucked
I have to
into
have
my
photo
chest.
that was on there was not going to be from this phone. I can't put photos
Where does the sofa
transfer
end?
any of the information.
It doesn't. It just becomes the living room.
No, the sofa is part of
We were
them.
going to take it on another camera.
Giant creature.
So by accident,
Do you think
I
she's like
pushed
that
the button
lady
on
got
this phone.
to her toilet
Not
seat
even thinking anything
where she's
about
just
it.
thrown around the couch?
I'm holding the camera.
What an
so I can
overlong
get
explanation about what a
and
selfie
by chance, I
is.
push the button. I end up getting this photo, which
Thanks
is
for
a
explaining
picture
how to take a
of course, when
selfie.
you're watching the news, TV
Oh,
is
so a
roughly
Why the fuck do we
60-inch TV.
All
So
you have to say is that it's a. All you have to say to explain what a selfie is to say that it's a self-portrait that you take with your phone.
And
hey guys, isn't this weird? A crazy person who's looking for fucking proof for their crazy delusions took a picture that proves
when
the
I
crazy
actually seen this
delusions.
photo, it was
How
probably
fucking
a week
convenient!
after I taken
There's
the
no
photo.
way she
We
could have
weren't really
put that up onto her TV screen and then took it.
No.
Matt, are you one
no,
of those crazy people that believes in confirmation bias?
Look, all I'm saying is like fucking Sherlock Holmes couldn't fucking
And
solve
that's when I
this.
came across this one without realizing that I had taken it
too
and
big
noticed
for
that I had
anyone.
caught subliminal messaging on the phone.
And how did you feel when you saw that?
I said, this is the crap that my kids and I are watching every day.
Were you freaked out? Because like just
Oh,
seeing
yeah.
that picture.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to think about that.
Oh, yeah. I showed several people who said, yeah, right. How did you do that?
The possibilities would be.
And then I started to tell them, and then I rememred that I'm trying to lie to people, so then I changed my story.
And then I went home and ate 20
Send any
hamburgers.
text messages or receive any picture messages at this time.
I mean, photo editing isn't exactly that old.
Here's the other thing. Why is it backwards?
Aside from
Not only is it subliminal,
That's
but it's
why we
also
weren't gonna
backwards.
do any of my Facebook photos on here. My regular
Well, it's
camera,
backwards
I
'cause it was in the
can't.
photo.
This phone, I have no way of
Can I
transferring.
see this phone?
Yeah, I have
Okay,
no
so
way of
there's-
transferring any of the information.
This is a Cricket phone, and it just has. This is basics.
A Cricket phone.
Bare minimum.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
A Cricket folding
Mind if I
fucking.
take the?
Go ahead.
Oh,
I'm
it's
gonna
a
get
government
a picture
phone.
of this picture.
It's got
take
a
it back off
government
this phone and
thing.
show.
Yeah, there we go.
Is
Yeah, of
taking
course.
the battery out. There's
Can you play
no
Snake on it?
SIM card. There's
Yeah.
nothing. I mean,
No, that one.
no SIM card.
What is he
Not
trying to
yet.
prove by taking the
Place for a
battery out?
like that. It's got an internal.
That he knows where the battery is.
But there's
That goes.
fucking that we're alone in the universe and fucking.
I think they're trying to prove that she couldn't photo edit it because she can't get the picture off the
Well,
phone.
no. Why would you need to photo edit it when you simply had a movie that had the word "kill" on the screen and you paused it and then took a picture of yourself in front of it?
I mean, that's amazing. That's.
Yeah, like I said, the chances of it.
Not even a movie, just a piece of fucking paper.
Lottery that just
Even just
happened this past
catching the
week.
photo.
Yeah.
Did her
Just
shirt
to
used to be
have- I mean,
drapes?
so honestly, so
What do you mean used
have it
to?
on a device that can't do any of the stuff that most
It
phones
still
can.
is.
So what else could it be? Like it can't be a faked photo.
I
So
think
it
her
was on
shirt's actually
television.
made out of
What
the
could that be on
Ukraine.
television
Like
aside
once
from
she's worn a fucking hole through the ass,
Okay.
she just puts it on.
Why would it say kill?
Them's are
You know,
bloomers.
That's something I could only see from a movie advertisement. However,
Yes, it's written backwards.
How long ago did she take that picture?
Now they're saying it's backwards. So
Nick, you and
why?
I-
In case we wouldn't tell,
Oh, yeah.
be able to tell that it's
they
backwards.
say about 35 frames per second is what
It's
we
not
can
about 35
perceive.
frames per second.
That's on
It's
a
30 frames
conscious
per
level.
second.
And anything that's
Well,
faster than that, flickering
it could
faster
also
than that,
be
our subconscious would pick up,
29.97.
Yeah.
Our conscious mind
Which
even
would-
catch it.
that's only
Television, so
about 30.
the networks used to transmit everything at 24 frames per second. Then they
Mhm.
jumped up to 30 frames per second.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're transmitting stuff at 60 frames per second.
Uh-huh.
And 120
Oh no,
frames per
they're
second.
increasing the
You
frame
can
rate
now
to
look at the
it
bottom
to
TV
make
of the TV,
Because
it's at
technology
1
advances.
120
How
hertz
dare
HD.
they
A
improve?
higher frame rate means
Flashing
more subliminal
120
messages can be fit in.
pictures per second.
However, I will say this: higher frame rate stuff starts to look unnatural.
Frames per
At
second.
some point, yeah.
Why? do we
because
need
stuff stops blurring.
Transmitting 60 and 120 frames.
Yeah, you have to add in artificially add in the motion blur afterwards to make it look natural. But it does.
And if you look, my back is actually to the TV.
Better. Yeah, that's
because we have motion blur.
Yes.
I can't. I've never seen anything like this. I mean, like, and I've researched.
Once the frame rate starts getting above,
at least. Yeah, I've never seen anything like that.
The frame rate in quotation marks that we have, we don't actually have a frame rate because eyes don't work like that.
Let me share that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see anything.
Wait. Oh no, not this shit
Yeah,
again.
more of this shit. I don't even see anything there.
What? Okay.
Hey, look, more Facebook memes.
Yay. What? Wait, what?
Okay, that was just unfortunate. That was intentional.
Well, that doesn't matter. Wait, what?
Again. Okay. Carl's has problems with their advertising. Carl's does that on purpose.
That's not even a thing.
So if you color money in a specific way, it looks like the thing you colored in.
I find it very telling that he used the word annihilation right there because that's what antimatter does with matter. It annihilates.
What? Where are we going? What?
The Higgs boson. We're going to the Higgs boson. We're going to the what? Max headroom.
Which is
what? Quantum
we have been lulled into a trance. They have made us indifferent.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of something I wanted to bring up earlier, Jason. Like I know it kind of breaks the rules of late season, but I'd really like to see you and Steve watch the Super Mario Brother movie.
No.
Keep us asleep.
For no other
Wait a minute. What the fuck did you just say, micropluggism?
That's not a classic.
Okay, I thought you said it was.
Yeah, no, I was defending why the fuck would you do that? That's not a
representative
classic.
of how we think that there is no spirituality. We are all
I would just love to see you and Steve discuss the insane fucking backstory to how that fucking movie.
Well, you know what? We'll review that when the what is it? The image works
runs so deep. We don't even
fucking
know
Illumination.
Yeah, the Illumination
but
Mario
I
comes
assure
out.
you, no matter what,
And I know lots of people are bitching and moaning. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Our spirituality.
We'll all realize in unison, holy shit, these things made for 4-year-olds.
Thinking it's nonsense.
Here's the thing I don't get, right?
I think that there might be something deeper.
Like, I get it, Mario is the cash cow.
We sometimes tap into.
But, like, there's not enough story there for Mario.
No, because Mario is made for tiny children.
Unless you're going to do...
But Matt, video game-based movies have always been successful.
Yeah, unless you're going to do, like, Lego Batman. Unless you got, like, a fucking, like, Lego Batman Lego...
Now, John Carpenter felt he was making this movie as a reflection of the bad government of the 80s.
They're going to fucking turn it into fucking Despicable Me fucking bullshit.
Unless they were going to try to do to it like they did with Wreck-It Ralph.
Collective consciousness, if you will. The original timeline.
With Mario as the video game character instead of Mario as the character in the video game?
I'll be honest, if I was fucking Nintendo and I was like, I want to do something as a series or a movie,
we all deeply
I actually
feel
would go with Metroid.
But everyone says it's absurd. We've been programmed to.
That was called The Legend of Zelda.
Even above Legend of Zelda, I would go with Metroid.
Yeah, Matt, we should definitely make a movie based on Metroid Prime.
If they play the
So
game.
let's go over the Legend of Zelda plot.
Incestuous.
It's like
No. Honestly, what is the plot of Legend of Zelda? The first game.
When you are
there's not much of a
a young
plot, but
person,
there's a
and
basis
that's
for
what you know in your life, and that's what the elite do to each other.
Probably
very few of Nintendo's games have an actual plot.
Remember, one of the problems with the Super Mario Brothers movie is because they took the source material, realized there was nothing, and that's what they came up with to fill out the universe.
Also, they got the
You've given us entree, as in to eat.
That was probably a mistake in hindsight.
Multi-dimensional
Not saying
expansion.
those people were bad, but they were probably not the best choice for a
in return,
Mario
the
movie.
per capita income of each of you here tonight has
Yes, there are a lot of layers of meaning in the film.
by an average 39%.
Sorry.
But yeah, well,
that's a lot. I've already
to be
billions.
fair,
The stupid boiled over, and I had to comment.
That monetary
you
system
can have
is
Samus talking. There's like a lot of talking in the Prime series.
It has been always. I'll do a video about
Matt, do you want to base the movie on the Prime series?
a wonderful
No, I've lost the thread. What is he talking about now?
elongated skull having people
I would base a
really
Metroid
own
movie on a mix
towards the
of like
banking
classic
system.
Metroid
It's like
story and the
And I've just received word that our forces have won a major victory. The underground terrorist network has been destroyed
I
here
just
on the
like
West Coast.
Metroid.
We are off crisis alert.
I'm sorry.
The situation
I just really like
is normal
Metroid.
again.
You still don't get it, do you?
Okay, then why can't we do
No countries anymore.
I
No
would
more
much
good
rather have
guys.
another game.
They're
in the
running the whole
series than a
show.
movie.
They own everything, the whole goddamn planet. They can do whatever they want. What's wrong with having it good for a change?
Plus, like, you can give Samus like a sidekick that does the talking and just have Samus be the silent badass.
You can have a little taste of that good life too. Now I know you.
Oh yeah, that'll work. Have Samus carry around Jar Jar everywhere.
I didn't say like a comedy relief sidekick.
We all sell out every day. Might as well be on the winning team.
This same guy.
I mean, you could go with the comedy relief sidekick for Samus, like, but I was thinking like another bounty hunter or
I
something.
feel like putting the same actor in both roles.
I know. Give her two sidekicks.
Illustrate
Make them
how
robots that can transform into cars.
being due.
And make them brothers.
Equally as unimportant.
And give them testicles.
About everything. Obviously, this is an artistic interpretation, but sometimes humans say more truth than they realize they're even saying.
Carbon dioxide, fluorocarbons, and methane have increased since 1958. Earth is being
You know what, Ansel, you say any attempt at a Metroid movie would just be dread as it's a bad thing. I would love a fucking
However, I do think
that would be as violent and just...
acclimatizing our planet
Because I'm not
would
joking.
be
I already
more
have like the
accurate
first
term than
in my head of
terraforming.
what the fucking movie would
It
be.
means
Like
the same
Samus would
thing.
just
Essentially, they're
destroy a
trying
bunch
to
of
make
space
this
pirates.
place
Like
suitable
she'd
for
just
their
rip it
living
through.
requirements. And I
You're
don't
like
know
fucking
exactly what those
Godzilla
are, but I
against
guess
other
they're dark
kaiju.
matter and dark.
You'd just be
Anyway,
out of their
it's
fucking
not as simple as how this movie turns out.
Yes,
You can't
kind
just
of
turn
has
the
a
frequency off and
that
the
if you
aliens
make a Metroid
suddenly are
movie, you're
visible.
kind
So
of
Roddy
big
Piper
alien.
tweeted that They Live is a documentary. Yeah, and I like that he said that. John Carpenter said it too. And the thing is, it definitely is. It's just on what
No,
level?
it's not.
No, Jason, I'm
But
not
I
going to let it go. Just
It's
let me have the
a lot
Metroid movie.
closer to the truth.
I don't care. Make whatever shit you want.
Jason B.
That's still with us.
Oh fuck
They
it! I
know
don't
it's a
fucking
documentary
care anymore.
about
Man,
what's
why
going
not?
on
We're
now.
getting a goddamn bricks falling movie. Why not?
Oh yeah, the Tetris
bricks
movie.
falling?
Yeah, Tetris. There's a Tetris movie coming.
Ow! Hey, ever since they made the Emojis movie, anything is possible.
Showing you the most
I
fight
hate
scene
that
ever.
that exists.
Emoji movie, you had a basis for having characters.
Piper's character
How are you
is
gonna
trying
make
to get his friend to
What?
live in
Are you kidding me?
help
That's-
him
This
through
is-
but his friend
that's not-
absolutely refuses
I mean,
to take a moment and look and just calls him crazy. And
that's not what
they
that
literally
does.
Fight.
No,
for,
but
like,
they
I
want
don't know,
to convince
10,
people
15
that that's how you can do it.
When I show that,
I like
scene,
that.
I get blocked in several countries before it even.
They're
finishes
about to
uploading.
fight.
So go find the They Live fight scene and check it out. The fight scene is a metaphor because all the guy wants to do
The fight
is
scene is a metaphor.
wear the glasses. But
My
he
sex
refuses.
life.
It's just like when you tell someone about Mandela effect. We're trying to tell someone about reptilian shaped creatures.
Star Fox.
Anything that uncovers any kind of knowledge.
There's probably enough story there.
People will defend what they believe in, even
Plus
if their
Zootopia sold, you know?
is actually hurting them, and they
furries go to the movies like other people.
Frustrating that they don't want to hear it, and they want to remain in cognitive dissonance. And
why is this? That is funny. I'm sorry, but it's fucking funny.
That is fucking funny. Of what it metaphorically represents, which is how hard it is to get people to even take a look.
What the fuck?
Okay, so the people in the T-Rex suits are actually the reptilians?
I think it's correct.
Maybe.
To call
Yes.
Infiltrators.
That's called a sandstorm. It happens in the desert.
Yeah, it's where you have wind and
infiltration itself is
and
evil,
sand
or
and
it's the
stuff.
devil. But
That's I think
infiltrated, and
that
knowing
looked like it was from
changes
Mythbusters.
everything. All of my
that was a
research
bunker buster
leads
bomb.
me back to this fact: we have been infiltrated.
I mean, these are
and
cool things, but
something
those
that
are
Honestly, Valve might as well just
from
make
their oneness,
Abominations.
divine simplicity.
baseball player.
Misunderstand me.
Is this what the movie has evolved to now?
Valve might as well make a Half-Life movie at this point. We're never
Jurassic
getting
Park.
The infiltration
3 is never going to be a thing.
These masks.
Oh,
How
It's
come
a
these things always
barbarian.
generate into things that the person likes to watch or saves on their
Everything
computer?
about what
Why?
It's a go.
everything about our
It's
oneness,
funny
the
because
divine,
things.
and each other.
I'm so lost.
Keep ourselves separate from this is
Holy
foolish,
shit.
and without us coming to a consensus of who the enemy is,
What?
we're lost in the dark. We're
Nice.
leaving ourselves
Vowels?
vulnerable.
Pixel
The enemy
up.
will present
That's a whale.
himself as the
No, that's
No.
That's a basking shark.
That's a basking shark. Okay. Took me a second.
We've been duped. The entire human race.
Yes, that's
Oh.
what's real.
That's my
Better than
That's
losing real.
fake.
Thanks for watching, everybody. I
That's
have a lot more
retarded.
videos on the way, so bear with me. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And as always,
Oh, you're
I think
crazy.
I think you need to see.
Good night, Grandma.
She might be someone's grandma.
I hope not.
She's a lot of cats, Grandma.
No, she's a lot of cats, Meemaw. She's like, who knows Meemaw?
It fits so perfectly, too.
Now, if you excuse me, I have
Because
to
it just keeps going.
How many cat dildos do you think she has from Pet Dragon?
Oh boy, it's the Love Supercut.
Yay.
Learn to know when to end your fucking video. Actually, I think this is where she was supposed to put up her other videos and put the like and subscribe.
But those things wouldn't be if we download the video. They're not included in it.
Oh boy. End. Jeez.
You can't just take that from a movie.
Is that we must eat flesh because our body needs the proteins. We can't live completely
So this is
vegetarian
supposedly-
We don't do
because our
computer
digestion
voice.
would stop
This
working
is
and we'd die
supposedly
after
an
some
excerpt
days.
from
We
an
don't
interview
do
with a reptilian.
computer
1
voice.
second, Jason. That reptilian has seen some shit. Look at it.
Personally, I prefer
It's having a non-flashback at the
Like,
moment.
how is
There
it
are
Should have done the thought experiment about what dinosaurs would look like if they
because your logical
became
mind is not able to
intelligent.
see the easiest things.
like,
and
man,
relies
we-
on
We
wrong
already had that.
mathematics and
It's called
Your
crows
scientists
and
have not
parrots.
really
Yeah,
understood the
but-
true nature of the
Space
universe.
The reason I included
Is
this,
not
the reason I
able to
include
see
this
the
is because
easiest
there's
things and
multiple
relies
copies
on
of the
wrong
supposed
mathematics
2-hour
and numbers,
interview
on wrong
with a
mathematics
reptilian,
and numbers,
and all of
on
them
wrong
are the
mathematics
female
and
computer
numbers,
voice,
on wrong
but they're
mathematics
saying
and
it's an
numbers.
interview with a
This is
female
part of the
reptilian
genetic
instead.
programming of your kind to which I will be
Wait, this is 2 hours.
It's the computer
No,
reading
This
the.
is not. This is a
universe
clip
as
from
you
it.
were 500 years
Oh, okay.
ago. 500 years ago. 500 years ago. 500 years ago. To use
Okay, great.
Someone decided to have fun with.
the other species.
We don't
came
do
not from
computer
this
voice.
universe, but from another bubble in the frame of the universe.
We
From
don't
another
do static image computer voice videos on this show.
Hello, Jason. I am
Well,
a
would you
computer
prefer
voice.
instead- Thank
you.
A nice
Now this one.
Hello,
Jason.
Jason. I am a
This is
tree.
supposedly. This
The
is supposedly one of
large.
their videos.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you.
This is supposedly one of their proof videos documenting what is it? Was it? Reptilian man weapons disguised as cell phone towers.
Wait, what?
I speak for the cell phone towers.
It's the cell phone towers.
They
that are
think
made
that
to
the
look
cell
like-
phone towers. Yeah, they
look
think they're
like
weapons.
trees, because let's face it, cell
What
phone
kind-
towers are kind of ugly.
What kind of weapon is it?
And the thing
cell
about this
phone
particular video, the comments beneath it are filled with people going, "Good job, great video," etc. And it's literally a silent video that's a slideshow of cell phone towers.
Yeah,
It's
with,
like-
with no music, just pictures.
It's like watching
We
someone.
make our own music.
It's like
We
watching
don't
some.
need no education.
No, if it was going to
Come
be
on, guys.
anything, it would be that overused fucking conspiracy thing that
Oh
they
yeah,
use over
you know
and
what?
over
I know
again.
something. I know a song that's completely irresistible, and you all join in.
No, there's that one, and then there's
Yep.
the
Down the stream, merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Oh yeah, there's the other one.
my
Guys,
ding-a-ling, my ding-a-ling.
ding-a-ling.
I want to play with my ding-a-ling. I'm a sex pervert who farts in people's faces and I pee on girls. My ding-a-ling. Sorry, but he was a fucking perv. He was a pervy weirdo.
Phenomenal.
Isn't everybody in Hollywood at this
Phenomenon.
point? Oh yeah, did you guys see the
Phenomenon.
news? Tom Hanks is gonna be Mr. Rogers in the Mr. Rogers movie.
Okay. He doesn't look
Why
or
is there-
sound anything like him, but okay.
Nope.
Why is there a Mr. Rogers movie?
Because he deserves a fucking movie.
Yeah,
That's
he
why
really
Jim should.
does. Like,
Is it about the guy
he was
behind the
too
scenes, or
fucking
is it?
good.
No, it's about Fred goddamn Rogers.
Oh look, we stole someone's heart.
What is their
Oh, look, it's
impact
the
on
lizard
our
from that bad
galaxy?
Spider-Man
What are they
movie.
doing on our planet?
Reptilians.
Oh boy,
Everything
another
you
computer
wanted to
voice
know.
video.
I think the
I
reason
think
Tom
it's
Hanks
the same
is good
video.
though, is he's probably the closest modern equivalent we have to like a Mr. Rogers.
Oh, that was
The
the
Like,
short.
he's like
Reptilians are one of
Oh,
the most
look,
ancient
ripping
and
off all
technologically
people's
advanced civilization in the universe. What is interesting is
You're
that they were
supposed to
genetically created
credit
by
to
another
people.
race, referred to as master race. This master race
Master
history
race.
began so many years ago.
By the master race, we make the lizard people.
Long time ago,
Yes, and
when the
people
universe
are
wasn't
Übermenschen.
And then we live in the hollow earth with the
extremely
dinosaurs.
advanced beings arrived in this universe from a
Is
different
that a-
unknown
that
That
universe.
is maybe the dumbest thing I think I've ever seen anyone believe
and were
in.
one of
Is
the
it a
first beings who came in this
That is
universe.
I
along
think
with
that's
the
from-
Stupidest fucking thing I have ever seen.
When the
I'm not sure-
Reptilians
I'm not even
arrived
sure
in
what-
our
I'm pretty sure
universe,
that's a
it was
Pathfinder
very limited in
monster.
life forms. They were
Okay,
I thought it was from Guild Wars
let's
2.
go over quadruped evolution, shall we? When you grow wings, you don't get the forearms too. You can have the wings or you can have the forearms. You can't have both.
You know,
Hey, Jason, that bird had wings on his elbows, though. He didn't have wings.
my one
Oh,
grandpa,
good Christ. Gravy train. What the fuck is this?
my one grandpa on
That's
my
wait.
dad's side.
Why are we seeing what is obviously a starbound?
Oh,
Here we go
that's a
again.
magic card.
Many extraterrestrial
That is a
races.
magic card.
One of
Okay.
the first races
Yeah, that
they
is
created
true. But
was
my
the
one
Reptilians.
grandpa on
When
my
they
dad's
created,
side
they were
was like
Saiyan
an
race.
army
They
engineer,
left
and
them
he
in
was
a
like
planet
really,
near
he
the
was
star
really
Alpha
super
Draconis
Christian
in the
and
Draco
shit.
constellation,
I'll
where
always
they had
remember
the
one time
benefits
when
of
I was a little
survival.
kid,
Upon the creation of the reptilian race by the Carians, they told the reptilians that this universe was theirs to command. They told them that everything is theirs for the
Why
taking.
do they always give them slit pupils?
And race they encountered.
Because they think
This way of
that's what
thinking was
reptiles
planted
have.
since their creation
Some of
and grew
them
stronger throughout the
have
years of
round
evolution.
eyes.
They have this belief
Yeah, I know.
system.
Some of them
Even
have completely
today.
round
The
eyes.
originally created
This guy looks
reptilian
all
race,
squeezed.
Completely, but
later
you know what I
called
mean.
He looks
They
really
have round
happy.
pupils.
How come they can't have chameleon eyes? Those are interesting.
and were
Yeah.
considered royalties.
The Alpha
The Alpha
Draconians.
Draconians look like monsters
Right.
compared to the other reptilian species. They
I'm
have
pretty sure
long
the other
tails
ones look like
Apparently now,
monsters as well.
apparently now there are two different kinds of
feet tall
reptilians,
and
by the
can
way.
weight up
Oh,
to
there are a lot of them.
2,500 pounds. They even have wings,
Oh,
which are
look.
flapped in,
They have
supported by
completely useless wings that could not
back
possibly
against
That's a
lift
draconian.
that amount of weight into the air,
That
and
is
also
just a
seem to
draconian.
spring magic-like from their back, connected to nothing that would tear
Therefore,
away from their body if they
resemble
tried
that
to
of
fly
dinosaurs,
away.
striking fear in everyone who simply looks
Hello,
at
Jupiter
them.
Ascending. Nice to see you
average
again.
lifespan of draconians
4th
extends
edition.
from 1800 to 4100 years of age. There are actually two types of alpha draconians, divided into two castes. The giant ones,
One's chromatic, the other's metallic.
called the Psyker, while there are smaller ones,
That's a bit
8
of
feet
That's
tall,
fucking Chameleon from the Mortal Kombat movie.
and do not have wings. The ones that live as long as 4100
Well, Mortal Kombat
years are the
Kombat is a
royal line
documentary.
of the Draconians,
Oh,
the
yeah.
winged Psyker.
No, that's Jupiter
I
Ascending
just-
again, I think.
I
was
just have
one
to
of the
give a
first
shout out to
civilization in our
Jason in the
galaxy
chat.
to have
He said,
developed the
"Two
interstellar
kinds,
space
imaginary
travel
and
and have
fictional."
had this capability for 4 billion years. They were one of the first
Fake
races
and more
to
fake.
chart our solar system, and in fact, they were the first race to state that our solar system belonged to the
motorcycles.
reptilians. They had a great technological advantage.
Can you tell
over
me
the
where
other
you
races,
saw this?
which was
Where this is
probably
written
given to
down?
them by the
Where you've
Carians.
discovered this
The
information?
Alpha Draconians
Anything?
have
They got it from
colonized
this
and
Egyptian
conquered
god they
many
mispronounced the
star
name of.
systems and have
Oh yeah,
created
fun
many
fact, it's not
reptilians
Thoth,
and
it's Tot.
non-reptilian races by genetically
Apparently.
altering the life forms they encountered. One of the most prominent races created by the Draconians is a race known as gray aliens. This creation of a species was
Holy shit.
necessary.
And here come the gray
for
aliens again.
as a race.
Okay,
Why
all
don't
of
they
the-
just call them
Draconian
Graylians?
civilization continued to grow and expand. They needed new sources
all the
of
It might be a
energy
movie.
because they feed by consuming
all the
this
lizard people thing they keep showing the supposed
to
reptilians,
infest with their
that
agenda.
design is
They
just
soon came to
so
realize
fucking lazy. It's
the
literally
evil race
just a
created by
human,
cloning would benefit
but
them.
scaly.
Gray aliens were created as a
That's
slave
it.
race to the
They've
reptilians.
done nothing to
Creepy
actually make.
skull-like face that you see in your dreams.
The
It's
Great
psychologically easy to explain.
The
Yeah,
revolution
it's
took place.
They
This
just
would
stole
give
the
birth
fucking
to the
mythos
Gray
of
aliens and their agenda to find a
Kinda.
cure for their cloned race that is slowly dying because they don't
Yeah,
actually
these
have
are
any
the
ability
Greys
to
are
use.
basically just
This is one of the main reasons
like a
for
weird
the many
average
human
face.
abductions by gray aliens simply to use our genetic material. The Draconians are the force
I'll be
behind the
honest,
oppression of
that's not how
human races
genetics work.
everywhere in this
When I was a
galaxy.
kid, I used to love like UFO, alien
And
conspiracy
restrictive hierarchy.
Please show a picture of the Gorn.
Draconians
Please,
view
please show the
themselves
picture of
as
the
the
Gorn.
first intelligent
waiting for them to
species
show a
to
picture
evolve
from
in the Milky
Skyrim.
Way galaxy.
I
An
hate
expansive,
fucking
Milky
alien.
Way
population of many
galaxy.
planets.
I hate
Their
alien
immense
and
egos
UFO
allows
conspiracy
them to see
now, 'cause,
themselves
like, I just
as the
realized,
rightful rulers
because I know
of
about
lesser
sci-fi
evolved planets
groups now,
such as
and I
planet
realize
Earth.
like you're just ripping
Their
off every
continued
sci-fi movie.
exploitation of the
They're just
human
doing
race
that.
proves they consider us an
They're just
inferior
lazy.
species. The most densely populated area of sub-races of Draconians is the constellation of Orion, Rigel, and the star system.
I'm sure that's
The constellation of Orion
dangerous
isn't
part of the
even like
universe.
an
The
actual
constellation
Yes.
separated by millions
The
of light
reptilian
years.
races
Yeah, and I think a
living
couple
there
of them are galaxies.
violent.
So,
Okay. In that
well,
case,
no, I think no, not galaxies. One of them are, but some of it
This is
are
what
clouds.
These are
okay.
highly advanced beings.
The
galaxy is on Orion's belt.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
Disposition Since they regard humans,
I want to turn everybody into lizards.
See the failing of
they would perceive us like the way we would perceive.
Don't we just need to let go for a few years without doing anything fictional involving lizard people?
Races and
they really, if they want to make us scared of the lizard people, they really should show this guy. This guy looks friendly. Like, I want to hang with him.
Nowadays,
he's always smiling.
Of different
That is the great thing about lizards. They're always smiling. They always look like
encountered on Earth, and most known throughout.
It's always also great that they're all humanoid.
Originally left behind by the
That's what I mean. It's all lazy.
I wonder if anybody's
they have done nothing to actually make them.
This one has a chicken hat.
Interaction with mankind goes back thousands of years.
The reptilians are well known for their elaborate chicken
hats. From all
hats.
of the ancient civilizations, the reptilians encountered on Earth are
Someone rated DeviantArt.
8 feet tall.
Oh yeah, as I said, this is
This
is literally just them the ripping off artists without giving credit.
Ranges in color, usually from green to brown, but there are some other colors.
Is that what we're doing too?
Orange, red, and
Well,
even
no,
white.
because
They have lean, firm
commenting
bodies
on it and making fun of them.
and legs. Their arms are long,
Someone is
with
doing
3
weird
fingers
cosplay.
and an opposable thumb.
I
Their
think
feet
that's from Lair
have
of the
3
White
toes
Worm.
and 1 recessed foot
that
that
is
is toward the back side of their
I love
ankles.
that fucking
The
shit.
claws are short and
Yeah,
blunt.
that is from Lair of the White Worm.
Abdomen and face are covered
Nobody's ever
with
seen Lair of the White
scales,
Worm.
Damn this
allowing
picture
more
here.
flexibility.
Watch Lair of the
They
White
have
Worm.
wide, lipless mouths, and the majority of them are reported to have
Is she the white worm?
of teeth.
Yeah,
Reptilians have
kinda.
either large black
It's also
eyes
basically softcore pornography.
or eyes that are white with flame-colored
What was that
pupils.
called again?
Some
Lair
reptilians'
of the
heads
White
are
Worm.
slightly
And
conical
worm
in
is
shape
spelled
and
like
have 2 bony
Y-R-M.
ridges riding from their brow across their back sloping skull toward the back of their head.
Also,
Throughout history,
like fucking
these
if
bony
Zardoz
ridges
was
may have been misidentified as protruding horns.
It's a fucking
Reptilian beings have no body or facial hair. The hide of
Oh,
a
I get it.
reptilian
Lair of the
Why
White
would they
Worm.
have
Okay.
hair?
I get the joke.
decorates itself.
At one point,
tail, wings, and a bony ring around its head.
an ancient artifact that
Because
turned
of
out
the
to be like a
reptilian's mental power
bad
can
dragon dildo.
influence its body.
It's a weird movie.
The reptilian races
That's the
believe
reptile again.
that fear rules, and
Yeah.
that is me. They believe that those
That's
who
concept
perceive
art.
to be less
Yeah,
fortunate
The lizard,
in
sorry.
comparison to them are meant to be slaves. This belief system is
Also,
promoted
someone
at birth
doesn't
in the
know how
reptilian
lizard
races.
arms look.
After the
Or
reptilians,
arms.
their mother will
Yeah, well, yeah.
the offspring to fend for themselves. If they survive,
One of the things
they are
about lizard is
by a warrior
their
class
wrists.
that
They're always-
uses these children
they
for
have
games
really
of
big
combat
wrists,
and amusement.
compared-
Okay, so,
they
so
always
could an
draw them
advanced
as-
civilization
Are forever stuck in survival.
could an
They always-
advanced civilization
They
reach
believe
that
that
level
in
of
their ways,
technology
that if
and
the
still
young ones
abandon their young
survive,
when
they
they're
will live to
born?
Crypto,
and in the
that's a good
process,
question.
They have
Is
had to fight all
Frieza
the way, and at a
reptilian?
young age,
No.
they are
What is
fleet
Frieza?
warriors and
He's
depend on no
his own
one.
species.
This means they have no boundaries in what
That's
they
the
will
other
do to
part.
other
If these
beings.
things are supposed to be
It is rooted in
aliens,
them,
classifying
never to
them
trust
as
the human
reptilians
race.
doesn't
After
make
the
any
Because
sense.
that's like
Because
the thing.
they
Like
would have
when
evolved
the
on another
reptilians
planet.
invaded the
Like
humanoid
Frieza's got some
races who were
elements where
living
it's
in
like,
peace and
okay, he's
harmony.
got some weird
All of
reptilian.
the reptilians
He's
are
also got
taught the
weird, like,
draconian version of the
insect-like
history of the
things.
Great
Like, he's got,
Galactic
like,
War, which
tight
teaches
his
that
own
humans
thing.
are at fault for invading the
Matt,
universe,
the whole
and
point
that
is that
humans
he's his own
selfishly
thing.
wanted
Yeah,
the
like, that's
draconian
what I'm
system
Classifying
to stop
classifying
and
an
struggle for the
alien
basic
as
materials that would
reptilian
allow them to
meaningless,
exist.
because reptilian
The
refers
reptilians
to a
are taught
taxonomic
from
group
young
on
that
Earth.
they are superior to all other beings,
But
and
you
that
have
they
to
need
remember,
be
these
respected
people have
and be
no
perceived as
imagination.
masters.
Oh no, they don't.
Essentially,
They
one of the main things that the reptilians try to do here on Earth
It's
is
lizard
to cause
again.
human
It's
suffering
lizard
and to
again.
ensure there is
Yeah.
constant conflict. The reason they want this is because the
He looks so
reptilians
sad.
actually
Why is
consume
so
negative
sad?
energy like jealousy,
Well,
fear,
because not everybody
hate,
else is a
anger,
lizard like
and
him.
even sexual
Oh
energy.
yeah,
I think
because
my
that's such a
theory,
great
Coercion.
motivation.
I think
It
my
is
theory
believed
with
that they have the
Frieza
ability
is
to
his
shapeshift and
species
use this
evolved,
ability
like
to
they
get
evolved
themselves deeply
like in the
infiltrated
vacuum
in
of
our
space somehow,
government,
like
controlling
born
our
an
society,
asteroid or
our
something.
moral,
And
education,
Then
that's
they
why
would have
and
no
Frieza
arms or
and his
legs.
family is all.
The reptilians are responsible
know,
for
And
all of
they
the
would have
war,
some
destruction,
They
perversion,
gotta remember
hatred,
Dragon
and
Ball Z
degradation
logic.
of humanity, since they consume the
Like
negative
Dragon Ball Z
energy we
logic
create.
is really dumb.
The
Like
reptilians
they all
also
like the
What do you
enjoy
mean
eating human
logic?
flesh and human
Wait a minute.
children
Now
for
they
several
eat
reasons.
negative negative energy.
First,
is that children don't have the accumulation of pollutants in
Then
their
why
bodies.
do they have sharp, pointy teeth?
The
They
other
eat
reason
energy.
is that when
To
children
look
are put
scary,
into a
to
state
make
of
you have
energy field
okay.
and adrenaline hormones just explode and
hormones.
gets extremely
You looking
high.
at my ass?
The reptilians
Also,
get a
adrenaline
huge rush from these
hormone
hormones and enjoy
is
them very
redundant.
much. This is the reason why
Adrenaline
hundreds
is a
of
hormone.
thousand children are missing every year.
Sorry, I stepped away for a
without
minute.
anyone
What'd I
knowing what
miss?
exactly happened
Nothing.
to any of
Nothing.
them. If they capture a
Because,
human
like, my
being,
whole
they
theory
will
with
not
Frieza and
usually
his
kill the
race
person
and,
right
like,
away.
why their
What
planet
they usually do
takeovers
is terrify them as
is,
much
like,
as
they didn't
possible
have a
in order
planet.
to jack up the level of emotion
They don't
and
have a
hormones.
home planet,
Then,
so they're
when
like,
they
we're gonna
consume
steal
the
planets.
body of that psychologically
That
terrorized being,
reptilian
not
appears
only
to
are
have
they
no
killing
ears.
themselves, but the
Well,
hormones
that's good.
impart a physiological and psychological rush which they enjoy. It's
Also,
essentially
they
like getting
apparently
high
have
from some
eyebrow
kind of a
ridges
drug.
for some reason.
Out of all the different types of
Okay, this is
extraterrestrials,
makeup
the
highlights from
reptilians are
someone's
by far
computer
the most
account.
Yeah,
dangerous to our
someone who's
world.
doing a really good
As
job.
humans,
It's great
I think
makeup.
that's a very good.
thank you for
Yeah.
watching. Please subscribe and
No.
click the
No.
notification button to get notified for all our future videos.
They need to add a button next to the subscribe button, which is fuck you. That's what it is. Oh no.
I think they've called it dislike button.
Reptilian shapeshifters and human.
Scientific proof.
Thank you,
Dave
Red
Icke
Pillars,
was right
for
about the
confirming
reptilians.
what I've long suspected.
Feeding off to suppress your true potential. David Icke, conspiracy theorist and spiritual thought leader, who's
But don't worry,
recently
Ike's not actually
fame.
in this.
Has
I
always
made
been
sure
a
of
guy
that.
I enjoyed listening to, but often
Still, we have to look at his weird
right about a few
semi-lesbian face.
cartel, the way
I'm not
corporate
even sure what that means.
are equally an enemy, and how our universe may very well be a holographic matrix, which is now a mainstream scientific theory.
Boy, wouldn't you
debated
love
by-
that?
It's not a mainstream
But
science.
one of the theories that has always left me scratching my head was David's
This picture from Doctor Who?
Yeah.
I've listened to his seminars on this.
Yeah, that's a
subject, and I
Silurian.
always felt like there was insufficient evidence to prove it. I concluded that maybe David
It's a very well drawn
has run out of
Silurian.
things to say after
Nice pencil
over 2
work.
decades of
I'm still
spiritual
confused
I'm
why
not
the
in.
Silurians have
were behind
boobs.
him. And this reptilian stuff was just a fraud
Yeah,
designed to
they
keep
kinda
generating
don't
new
need 'em, do
material
they?
for his books and
The-
world tours.
The reptiles.
Every year,
Yeah.
David always seems to come up with enough new epiphanies as material to fill up an entire book.
Also, for
But
some
recently,
reason,
in the past few months, I've stumbled across some very interesting information that might actually prove David Icke's reptilian theory, or at the
something
least
like that,
prove that he was onto
which would
something.
mean
That's kind
that
of
they're in the
insulting, isn't
same-
it?
Now,
Well,
keep in mind,
it would mean they're
I'm
in
the
the
guy
same
who made
team
a
as
video
us,
debunking
which
some of the
doesn't make any
reptilian theory
sense.
stuff.
Someone
One
that
of my
doesn't,
videos has over
whoever wrote that
120,000
doesn't know
views.
how taxonomy
And although it
works.
doesn't specifically discuss David's version of the reptilian conspiracy, it does talk about
Great,
another
so the
similar
modern one version of
You
this.
can click
Of
right
course
here to
there
watch
is.
that
The
video in a
idiots
separate
can't
video.
agree.
So, for a guy who recently debunked some of this reptilian nonsense,
Okay,
what
so
the
yeah,
hell
that's
am I
not gonna
doing
work.
making a video in defense of it? Well, one of the startling and sobering facts I discovered is that on a
What's that
biological and
supposed to be?
psychological level, reptilian themes are actually very much a
Is
part
that
of the
supposed
current
to be a
scientific
neuron?
literature. Yes, that's
Okay.
right.
Hold
Red
on,
Pill
guys.
Philosophy has 189,000
People know
subscribers.
about it or even
Fuck
connect it to
that.
David's work.
Jason,
I'm
put
sorry,
down
Jason.
the matches.
Evolutionary
Put
biology.
down
He
the
is
matches,
a
Jason.
rampant, rampant,
Pretty well-known fact, but in
rampant
recent years,
alt-writer.
research has found astounding
Of
evidence
course
that
he is.
proves that a reptilian ancestry is much closer to our day-to-day lives than we think. How
Back
close?
away from your fucking
Well,
garage.
it's actually inside
It's
your
gonna be
brain.
okay, Jason.
Now,
It's gonna be
before you
okay.
freak out,
It's
just know
okay.
this is entirely normal. It's called the R
Remember,
complex.
Hey, look,
Turn
reptilian
shit
brain.
float.
That's right. We even call it reptilian. Scientific research proves that our current
Shit
human brains
always
can be
rises
divided
to
into
the
3
top,
separate
Jason.
brains. The 3-brain
Remember
model is
that.
called the
No.
reptilian brain. It was proposed
It's
by
a
American
fiber.
physician and neuroscientist Paul D. MacLean as a way of looking at the human brain from an evolutionary perspective.
So this guy is going
The
to
first brain is
proceed
called the R
to point out
complex, or
everything in
reptilian
science that we refer to in any
This is
way,
the
shape, or
most
form.
Oh
as
wow!
reptilian.
It looks like he became a
The reptilian
mil-
brain is
a
responsible for some of the
very
most basic and primitive
violent
aspects of human
military
biology, like
vegan
fear,
at some point,
instinct, hunger, fight or flight response, etc.
while still hating
In
women.
fact, the R complex is also associated with the amygdala, which is the brain's fear response center.
It's gonna be okay.
In
No,
estimate,
it's
the
still
R
part
hating
of
complex
it.
is understood as being
SJWs.
the oldest part of the human brain. going back to our ancient past having evolved out of fish and reptiles. Because evolution is a gradual cumulative process.
I think he may be a flat earther.
Biology, but now the brain has evolved to include the latest installments. Known as
I am not surprised.
And of course, he hates Black Panther.
Of course he does. It has the word black in it.
Our entire lives are fundamentally based on these reptilian biological influences, whether we like it or not.
I just have to say that reptilian brain is a fucking so
I can't tell because he's such a jackass.
Of a human embryo in its early stages, because by day 28, the embryo already begins to exhibit certain qualities that look like lizards, but also can be biologically categorized as such. You can see a tail-like portion.
No, tails are not.
That upon closer observation, you can actually see gills like on a fish on the embryo. Even Carl Sagan, famous astronomer and astrophysicist,
why would he talk about evolution?
Wrote, "It does no good whatsoever to ignore."
I don't know. He's one of these guys who thinks he's reasonable and rational.
Particularly our ritualistic and hierarchical.
But the thing is, the reptile brain is a really a misnomer. It's more like a fish brain. That would be a better.
What we see here is a startling correlation.
A better word for it, because we were never reptiles.
Past. The worst part, however, is that the reptilian brain is responsible for some of the most destructive, violent impulses. Things like aggression, dominance, territoriality, and ritual
base instincts.
All the modern manifestations of these.
I don't know how to break this to you, but it's starting to turn out that all of our other things, like
greed and narcissism, deception for power, and
generosity,
so much more.
sharing,
the scarier part,
things like that, may also be part of our
brain matches the same qualities.
You mean societal creatures have mutually beneficial instincts?
Yeah, that's weird. How a creature that depends on other members of the species to survive would develop traits like that.
Reptilian shapeshifters, basically reptile humanoids who have the ability to disguise themselves as human by shapeshifting. Pretty far-fetched if you're coming from a traditional worldview. but what I find most
far-fetched,
was able to come up with this theory and how that theory matches up with mainstream scientific.
Did his face ever not
match up? It doesn't match up.
Okay,
it does not match up.
Is that supposed to be a cell?
Shapeshifters are interesting.
I don't know. I don't think he knows.
I'm not convinced that shape-shifting reptiles have taken over the galaxy.
Oh, he's not convinced. That's great.
But I would say that David Icke might have maybe misinterpreted his intuition on this one. In the past, David discovers his epiphany.
You can't misinterpret intuition. It doesn't work that way.
That doesn't mean anything.
And then he publishes those random intuitions.
150,000 subscribers
later. That mainstream science is.
Jason, it's going to be okay. Jason, put down the matches.
Okay. Who in the chat?
50,000 subscribers.
Who in the chat lives closest to Jason and can go and save the puppets?
Fear-based qualities of a reptilian brain.
Hey, someone tell me how many subscribers Logan Paul has. Someone tell me that.
Isn't necessarily that.
Tell me that right now.
Outside of us and taking.
Someone tell me why Logan Paul had a commercial on the Super Bowl. Can someone tell me that?
Aggression, dominance,
because the world is unfair.
Can anybody tell me why YouTube notified a whole bunch of people that weren't subscribed to him that Logan Paul had a new video that said Logan Paul's back?
Reptilian essence.
Anyone?
Maybe in a kind of metaphorical way, that's actually true.
YouTube.
These evil sociopath leaders like Bush or Obama or any of these warmongering elitists, maybe they're not actually reptilians like David Icke says, but instead maybe they are just slaves to the reptilian brain, the same part of the human brain that is responsible for aggression, dominance, territoriality.
So this is reptilian apologetics then.
Yeah. 100% accurate.
Well, remember, this is also the people who say that Hollywood movies are now being created by libcuck SJW Jew blacks who want to take over the world.
You can say that they are reptilian. They are slaves to their reptilian brain.
Okay.
The good news, however, is that evolution seems to be taking us away from a reptilian past, and our brains have developed beyond the limitations of the reptilian brain. As I mentioned earlier, there are 3 general sections of the brain.
Can I get some dressing for the word salad?
And some croutons.
and it is the ultimate height.
No, you gotta eat that shit fucking plain.
The neocortex is what truly separates us from the animal kingdom.
No.
Primates have neocortex,
There's nothing that separates us from the animal kingdom because we're part of it. Dumbass.
Language,
what the fuck?
planning, and perception.
Other animals
Sadly, the
have
reptilian brain
well.
still persists.
It
is oftentimes the source of our fears, worries, anxieties, depression, and even procrastination. World-famous thought leader and best-selling author Seth Godin has
He's a Sargon wannabe.
Brain and how it destroys human potential when it comes to life goals. And
What's so he'll sit there and he'll pontificate off the cuff about shit he knows nothing about.
Right. So the amygdala, the Steve Pressfield's resistance, the voice of the
turtle.
We can
Turtle.
Ways I can
How dare you?
Turtle.
So imagine caller ID.
It's all the fun.
And you see from the caller, it's Saturday night, that it's the chairman of the board of your company and your boss's boss. What happens? How long does it take for your heartbeat to start racing? Right? Did you have a whole calculation going through all the math, or did it happen instantly? It happens instantly, and we go from
that's called your sympathetic nervous system.
That's because when something is flying towards your head,
we don't have to think about every single thing that our body does because our body reacts faster than we do.
I'm not going to have enough to eat. I'm going to die. And so, caller ID to dead in less than a second. And we can prove this, right? That's not your conscious brain up here. That's the amygdala, the lizard brain. So a lot of people are uptight about writer's block. That Stephen King, the question he gets asked the most is, where do you get your ideas? We don't think writer's block
he gets them from
talker's block.
How did we get here? No, what's the logical connection here? How did we get to this part of the discussion?
He's talking about the some of the lower brain parts, like the amygdala.
And
that's the connection.
Calls this the resistance. You're going to read one book after today. Please go read The War of Art, or the shorter version, which I was lucky to publish, Do the Work. And Pressfield
great, it's your book.
Amygdala, which is right back here. If you go to a bio class here, you'll learn about it. It's
No.
the prehistoric brain. It's the brain dinosaurs
your
have,
amygdala is in the middle of your brain.
It's the brain of a wild animal. We still have it.
It's not in the back.
It's the brain that kept us from getting eaten by a saber-toothed tiger back in the day. Well, that brain,
because humans and saber-toothed tigers live.
That brain doesn't want to be blamed.
Were often
when
together.
You take out a pen and have to say, "I believe this," it gives you a reason not to. It comes up with an excuse. I don't have anything to say. I don't have any good ideas. Well, a minute ago you were gabbing like crazy. Why were you? So all
the fuck are you talking about?
Is write down stuff that other people would have just said and that would have disappeared.
It seems clear to me that the reptilian brain.
I don't even think he knows micro.
Hanging on for dear life.
What did that have to do with the point of the rest of the video, though?
Our complex.
It's the lizard brain.
Brain is fear. It is separation. It is ego. It is destruction and death and all the things we seek to move away from.
No, it's not.
Like a splinter
It's
in
the
our
part
minds.
of our brain that handles our emotions and our base desires, and among other things, our basic bodily functions and sleep cycles.
Are a problem that we must strive.
Yeah, look, he just showed a picture of where the amygdala is. Christ.
God, this is fucking dumb.
Become a Red Pill member for years of access.
Thanks for joining me. Hope you're doing well.
And I'm pretty sure
energy extraction matrix, mind parasites, and reptilian humanoids.
Great. Something new to commit suicide to.
Existence is due to a mere fluke, the result of random cosmic circumstances like the Big Bang and evolution. This nihilism has tricked us into believing human existence is at best a random, meaningless miracle.
Oh yeah, this is a creationist who believes in our alien overlords too.
Simulation.
Oh great.
By our own
shocking.
So he's double stupid.
Is a holographic reflection of what is within us. There is a mirroring.
I'd say it's probably multiplicative.
And the stimuli we experience in the world is
possibly even exponential at this point.
I think it's it's one to the power of the other.
Everything is encapsulated as a holographic projection, and all energy is connected by a
electric sheep
quantum field.
I have that screensaver.
This electric quantum field, this matrix grid, we are all connected as essentially one being
electrical
divided
quantum
into
field.
Individual
What?
portions of consciousness. within
I don't
the
think
mind
this
of
guy
the creator.
eats. He produces
This
enough
creator,
word salad
what
to
some
feed
call
himself.
God, is not a force outside of us, but literally is the sum of our consciousness. When our spirits became flesh, we became
morphic
the
field
earthly
theory.
fractal structure down which mirrors the
Oh,
divinity
God.
above. The Christian Lord's Prayer states, "Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." This has a deep meaning.
This is Spirit Science's cousin.
This
Here we are, everybody. Count Dumbsville.
The fractal divinity of Source.
I told you that.
Manifested in full glory.
Go to the
on
Shithead Cafe.
This will is love.
Fuck you.
Unfortunately, a virus has infiltrated this simulation.
But
The energy extraction matrix is the parasitic system set up by this virus within this holographic reality. The virus is inorganic and aims to drown out this heavenly will.
So
of
it's
divine
not a
love,
virus then.
and instead instill and feed upon as much negativity as possible. There are two main parasites on this plane: mind parasites, also known as archons or demons, and reptilian humanoids. The spiritual control system of the energy extraction matrix is made up of religion, money.
Okay, this is some fractal woo here. This is wow.
Science, law, authoritarianism.
Hey, Matt.
Yes. Toxic food.
Do you have any idea how
inverted concepts of sexuality and love, and degeneration of compassion and morality?
Or do you think it's
as long as these aspects of control remain intact and adhered to by humanity, these parasitic entities can remain relatively comfortable, feeding off of our siphoned energy.
Burning himself
These
to death.
aim to use our power to create reality against us by having us
Jason, are you on strike?
I think he's dead.
Or archons
I'm
have
gonna call
chosen to
Folder.
experiment with
Yeah,
the
Folder.
illusions of
This is
separation,
just
darkness,
the bullshit in this
isolation,
is too deep.
enslavement, pain, torture.
If we watch this, we're literally gonna drown in it.
Possible. In doing so,
Jason, do you want the folder?
themselves off from the nourishing
I don't
source
think he's
light
here.
that supports benevolence in the
too
multiverse.
busy just
Meaning
cackling
they must
like the
energetically
fucking
nourish
Joker
themselves by feeding
exploding
on
in
low frequency energies. But these archons did not come from somewhere else. Rather, began as thought forms within our own.
Can you hear me? Hello?
As strange
I said folder like a million times.
Oh, we didn't.
You were muted or something, Jason.
I
We
was
couldn't
not
hear you.
muted. I said folder like a billion gajillion times.
That's a lot.
Okay. Okay.
I was screaming it.
It's okay, Jason. It's okay. We can go to the folder.
How many
It's
million
okay.
subscribers
It's
does
gonna
he
be okay.
have?
Enough.
Yeah.
In fact, too many.
Wow, this is so much better than Toy Story.
Does that listen have blue strands?
267.
Large hands on?
Is this one the people who made
Why wouldn't it just scroll up?
For everything else, there's MasterCard.
The fuck?
I grew up eating food like this.
That means the most to us, being voted best family restaurant.
Lizard Thicket.
Yeah, let's all go down to the Lizard Thicket.
We continue.
That's a great name.
And that's what makes it.
We boil our lima beans until
They
there's no
spend all
nutrition.
days cooking, so it's nice and fresh.
Lizard's Thicket Restaurants.
I'm here so
Unlike
often,
restaurants who
I
don't
know
spend
my
all day
favorite
cooking.
meat.
From our family to yours.
I'm here so often I have diabetes and I'm 17 years old.
Uh-oh.
Steak may contain traces of lizards.
Hey, look, Jason.
Oh no.
Puppets.
Oh no. What have you done? Don't show them puppets
How many
now.
subs does this channel have?
Jameshin, what have you done? You've doomed the payroll.
I bet it's a lie.
Okay.
Foot repair. I don't need.
I think it was only a couple hundred.
Whoa. That's too many. Did that puppet just come?
Like I said, foot repair, $300. Medic.
Okay, that's funny.
Oh, he was in pain.
That's so funny.
Are these puppets supposed to be high?
card you can hold with
Wait,
4 fingers.
did MasterCard have a
MasterCard
like, advertising strike? Yes, because lizards are known for eating corn. That's what they love to eat more than anything.
They totally digest that.
Oh, get it, it's gonna pop in his stomach.
Because that's how popcorn works.
Dlatego na koncie oszczędnościowym w milenium
What language are we in?
It's an advertisement for a bank.
Yeah, but what language are we in? Poland. Okay. Lint lizard.
Now you can speed up your dryer by up to
That sounds slightly dirty.
It's like a magic wand.
It does.
No, it's a magic wand. It sucks your lint.
Because, lizards, they suck their price.
It's just a really expensive filter for your lint trap that you attach to your vacuum cleaner.
I can make that myself using like a sheet of plastic and just rolling it.
Grabbing all the packed-in lint that's choking your dryer. After a quick cleaning with the lint lizard,
Maybe my dryer likes to be choked. Don't kink shame my dryer.
My dryer was found hanging from a belt in its closet.
Dressed as Wonder Woman.
Dressed as Wonder Woman. We're bastards! Off the bastards!
Could be worse. We could have made a David Carradine reference.
What do you think the thing we did was?
Oh, was David Carradine dressed as Wonder Woman?
We're going to go back to the show. There's enough stuff in the folder. We can call it again for the last 10 minutes. How about that, guys?
Yay!
Okay? But we got to go back to the show first.
Boo.
Boo.
No.
Hello, this is Kenenigan from
where he cites Jim Henson as lizard evidence.
Oh no!
What? Oh no!
Where he does what?
Oh fuck!
What does he do?
Background.
What have you done, Jimson?
What have you done? Videos. And this is the test footage.
This is Skix's test footage from the Black Crystal.
Yeah, it was a proof of concept. They filmed a whole bunch of this stuff to see if it would work.
Over the years, I've been.
Oh, so that's why it looks a bit weird.
Well, yeah, a little clean. It was not a specific design for one of them.
If you know anything about birds, they're more in tune with electromagnetics. That's how they navigate.
If you know anything about birds, you know they're in tune with electromagnetics.
I mean, some of them use the word. There are some
as I taught with
magnetic field to navigate, like
video. The occult
all of them
pulled by electromagnetics, meaning that their power.
Did they eventually use that for the cook?
Magic is
no.
The word used
Well,
for that.
maybe.
Actually
I think they might have used ideas.
And the other part of this theory
they might have used
is
ideas
the way
from
their hands look, claw shape. I'm trying to imagine, even if they could write a
does
language
look kind of like them.
With that type of appendage, what would it look like?
It's a test rig.
And how would their actual language appear? I don't think it's going to be anything like
literally
the English
asking about what the
that we know.
Skexis language would look like.
Which,
we know what
He's saying that the reptilians were probably something like the Skexis.
Which is
well, we know what their language was like. We heard it in the movie.
Actually, the original movie was not in English.
I made a video a few months back.
The original movie was not in English at all. They were speaking a foreign language. That's why the sync is weird.
And I took a clip out of the video.
It was in whatever alien language
because in that video I was
for the movie.
Speech editors.
Then why did they change it?
Can we
studio?
Because I'd love to watch that.
The studio.
Just put subtitles.
Why I believe
that was the plan.
Look more.
That would have been awesome.
Does that cut exist?
That's how ambitious this fucking movie was.
I
want that cut.
Studio.
I'm going to start recording
Holy shit.
my desktop here.
That sounds cool.
And this
is
why didn't we get that cut?
Now here's a
cut
picture of
exist.
David Bowie's
I
crotch.
explained
Damn it.
Celestial.
This proves
nephews
reptilians,
of black
'cause no
musicians
dick
to
is that
invoke
perfect.
reptilians and archons in occult rituals and ceremonial magic.
Thank you, Matt.
what I'm going to do
Look,
is...
I'm just saying, everybody who's seen Labyrinth agrees with me. His dick is basically like a barely caged lion.
Matt,
we were talking about the dark
crystal. Is out of this world.
Now, that's the band Alphabet.
Well, I want to talk
this
about
one is
David
also
Bowie's
known as the Witch's
Okay,
Alphabet.
it's did he get cremated or was he buried?
See, I did this so I can pause as I'm going through.
Does anyone know?
We can look it up.
These all represent a
no,
symbol
actually,
or a letter.
Because it's either one or two things. It's either shriveled up like a little hot dog, or
so
burnt up.
And it's
I don't know.
based
They
off the
preserved
Hebrew
Rasputin's
script. This is
dick.
definitely this alphabet.
Yeah, well, those are Russians, and who the fuck knows what goes through most Russians' minds?
Well, Rasputin apparently had a legendarily
Not
huge
the Alpha
dick. It was like
Draconians
11 inches or something.
Of course
he was the lover of the Russian queen.
Yeah.
Rah, Rasputin.
Thank you.
The other thing I want to say about this is this alphabet is usually used on a lot of rune stones.
There was a cat that really was gone.
Pictures flashing up from when I did this video.
It's funny how it matches up to the letters like that.
He was cremated.
Okay, then it's all burnt up.
And see, they can all be equated to like a letter in the regular alphabet.
Sorry, Matt.
Some of the casting symbols there. Bryn Mawr, which is related to the word grammar.
Transition effects. Ooh.
And a lot of these scripts too are loosely, you know.
Some of them
based
only
on
last a
more
few
like
seconds.
Hebrew, also, a lot of these lower summoning alphabets. See,
Lower
those are the
summoning
stones
alphabets.
that they're usually
Great.
used
Wait,
for.
insert some kind of.
You didn't learn your summoning alphabet when you were in primary school?
No.
It was created by
But it
Heinrich.
didn't
I remember taking classes in High Angelic.
Now this one.
I took a few classes in High Angelic. It wasn't that hard to learn.
Jason, we don't in Danish. We don't need summoning alphabet
also
because the language
associated with
itself
letters,
is naturally summoning.
So in the end, it winds up just being more of a cipher alphabet than anything, and it doesn't even have.
Well, yeah, if you just replace the letters in the English alphabet,
accent that's awfully familiar.
And that's pretty interesting too.
This guy has an accent that's awfully familiar.
At the vowels and consonants, yeah, it all plays into word magic. Okay,
word magic.
Word magic.
I'm not an expert on each individual.
You saying he's from Denmark?
Do you think that's what he calls?
I think he is from Denmark.
I learned what I can.
Oh dear.
Studying this
Yeah,
stuff.
he doesn't sound Danish.
He sounds like he knows English better than you, and has probably lived in the United States longer.
That is the 3 books of occult.
I haven't lived there at all, so yeah.
Very well known occultic book.
Unless you're
it's like listening to twins talk.
Now this one, Malachim. This one is one of the interesting ones.
Now you stop talking altogether.
No, I'm listening to
These
him.
ones are represented
I'm trying to
letters,
determine.
but they're also represented.
We're trying to determine the degree of stupid we're dealing with.
The Malachite.
Well, no, I already know that it's off the charge.
The original Bible was written in Greek. Remember that. It was created by Heinrich Cornelius.
No, it wasn't.
16th century, and it's still used
written in Hebrew, wasn't it? Or well, no.
Well, the original Bible.
Did something predate Hebrew?
Hebrew the Old
What was
Testament
this guy's name?
1675.
The Old Testament was written in Hebrew, and the new one.
I spelled it out in the Hangout chat.
Oh, that's right.
The points, and then there's circles at the points, except for this one, but it does it on this square.
Oh, great! He's going.
Oh, Jason, you're not doing what I think you're doing, are you?
What?
Just stays spinning.
Don't look up his
I
channel.
think that these alphabets.
Don't look up his channel.
Why not?
I'm not gonna be happy.
Mother.
How else would we got found out if he's
probably more like?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Reptilians would probably use.
How many?
So
49,000 subscribers.
But when we get to the angelic script one,
he's getting 4,000 to 7,000 views on his videos.
Why?
I quit,
Jason,
everyone.
Why do we even try?
Jason, no.
I cannot believe that this boring asshole has 50, nearly 50,000 subscribers.
Okay, the Enoshi now.
I
A lot of
don't
people
wanna live
know this
anymore.
one. It's used heavily in Satanism. As you'll notice with this too, it's more like
News
Something like
Thanks for checking out my channel and subscribing.
There are pronunciations and letters, just like with that. But I believe these.
Oh, good. Let's check out his PayPal, shall we? Let me check out his fucking PayPal.
Energy.
I want to see what his PayPal says. Don't you guys want to find out how much he's paying? Sure. Oh, thank Christ. Only $51 a month.
The pentagram.
Thank God. There is. Thank you.
Shown a few pictures. They use hexagrams. So you have one magic that's aiming at Venus. And one is
no money for you.
Also, something I noticed about this: he's recording his desktop while playing a movie that he made.
Yes, he doesn't know how to upload.
But no, he had to upload this, right?
Maybe he doesn't know how to put audio on the video when he makes it in whatever program he uses to make it. So the fuck?
He owns a microphone.
Well, yeah, but if he doesn't know how,
we're hearing him right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but maybe he does this in order.
Maybe he doesn't know how to convert the file to a usable YouTube format.
50,000 subscribers.
Now, he is also taught that people.
I mean, he uses
50,000 fucking subscribers.
What does the description on his channel say?
Cipher alphabet more than
let's see what else he makes videos on. Yeah, let's see. Narrated reptilian research videos.
Oh, don't read through the videos.
281. Giants and Nephilim, 20.
An easiest way to
Alpha Draconian Reptilian Shapeshifters, 139.
Imagine like Motocons
I think we watched that.
Or sending text messages.
A cool ancient voice read text.
An emotion or type of energy towards somebody.
The Mandela effect. Chemtrails.
Instead of saying I'm happy, you may just send a smiley face. And that's more or less how a cipher would work.
Seriously?
Yes, seriously.
Mermaid.
But this is definitely used for some.
I'm not sure why I find that particularly stupid. Because all the other shit was just as stupid, but there's.
And this is also specifically tied around his sex magic.
Especially retarded about
he said sex magic.
Yeah, Mr. Crowley.
He's another video in himself, which I plan to get to shortly. Now, Alphabet of the Magi. You'll notice this. It's
Alphabet of the Magi.
You'll see the different letters
invented by Aleister Crowley.
Are symbolized underneath of it.
Because he's obviously not full of shit.
It looks nothing like the Malachi.
And wasn't using his mysticism to just get laid. I mean, that couldn't possibly be the case.
This.
By the way, this guy is a lunatic, and he posts. I mean, he literally just posts and posts and posts and posts.
Well, that's what happened. That's what you can do when you don't have a job.
See how much more it looks like the Malachi scripts, and
in the last 3 days, I'm sorry, in the last 5 days, he's posted 7 videos, which include tranny Sarah Silverman plans to eat unborn. What it fucking says. Hillary Clinton has a GPS ankle monitor.
Oh boy.
Melania Trump says Obama demons infested the White House. He's convinced that almost every woman is a tranny. Tranny Mariah Carey in satanic chicken cult.
And you see
50,000 subscribers.
In satanic chicken cult.
The pronunciation.
That's what it fucking tranny Rihanna banned from Senegal for being Illuminati.
And these are for summoning.
Lady Boy Gaga cancels world tour after FISA memo. Every woman that he mentions is a man.
Supposed to be divine.
Why am I getting the feeling that he has some kind of
in the Bible? But what I'm going to show you,
relationship,
projecting much, maybe. Projecting, maybe.
I don't think it's projection. I think it's his excuse.
And
no woman wants to
more along the lines of the Alpha Draconian language.
Isn't it amazing the kind of people we discover on this show, ladies and gentlemen?
He's a Trump supporter.
Why?
Of course.
That's a given. You didn't have to say that.
China announces they're colonizing the moon. I don't even know if that's real or not.
to a limited extent, quote unquote, by the Freemason. And if any of you have ever seen the movie The Prophet, with
maybe
Christopher
nothing's
Walken,
real.
where
Maybe
he
we're
plays
all
the
just
fallen
brains and
angel,
jars having a
there's
nightmare
scene
right
in
now.
that movie
Jason, go to his channel description.
Holy shit, he
See what
actually
it
has
says.
videos with him in them.
And I
Does
just
it look
think, you know,
like?
That's
the
risky.
is often suspect.
Holy
being that's called, you know,
Holy
angelic
shit,
script.
he's ugly.
What are we dealing with here?
It's also found in black magic casting is also a subject. Is it for summoning the fallen angels?
Just a
You know, that's
second.
what you need to ask yourself.
Oh dear.
It looks nothing like the dagger cipher like I showed, and nothing like the Inacrotion or the Passion of Rivers, which were based off like Hebrew scripts. Now the word opera.
We're all
there,
waiting
that's
with bated
interesting.
breath
That's
for a picture of
backwards,
this
That's Arapo, the demon
thing.
general. That's one of the monsters I've seen Lesser Solomon.
Since we've seen so much of him.
So the angelic script and the
He
Malachi
had a lot of
stand out
material.
to me.
I didn't know he had that much material, but well.
And I'm letting this video play here.
Well,
just
when you
because
have
I
a lot of
put
material and zero life
part in the end here.
and
That's
50,000
sketchy,
goddamn
so the
subscribers,
performing
why
their
not? You know,
black magic ritual at the Great Conjunction.
why not re-examine
Notice the
the last 7 years
all
of your
around him
life
on the
and
floor.
wonder what the fuck you've been doing? Sure, well,
Has,
it's fine.
Bullshit
Henson
has,
knew a lot when he made
has
this
infinite
movie.
volume but zero mass.
So
Whatever,
stop
dude.
the video here.
Hey, he just told us to stop the video. He just told us to.
Now what I'm going to do for the rest of the video is just pop
Jerk
up a few
off.
pictures here so you can see different angels. Their
Was that directed at me?
No, I
and
was
how
talking
this
to him.
angelic
What I'm going to do
script
for the rest
fits
of the
in with
video
black
is
magic and the occult. So
Okay,
as far
Jason,
as,
you have
know,
you have 2 minutes
Okay,
to rip
there he
in
is.
as many new ones as you can.
There he is.
like the Alpha J code.
I'm not playing anymore. YouTube is
just
YouTube
from the
is a
shape of the
whole.
letters, the way it looks like it's
Holy shit.
energy that comes to circles.
What?
And
The picture.
I believe this
I don't want to
be
see
the
it
language
too.
that is used in actually summoning them. Along
He's
with
a
the
wall-eyed
which
pike
is mentioned
with
in the Emerald
nicotine-stained
Tablet
teeth,
that
and it
is
looks like he
blood
lives
magic.
in Eastern Europe.
So,
Matt posted in
this
the
angelic script
Discord.
along with the right casting
Oh, hey,
symbol,
guess what? He's got a Bitcoin
right
account.
ceremonial magic ritual.
Of course he
is
does.
probably
Of course he does.
how they summon the Alpha J
And a
code is
website, www.ragingreptilian.com.
look
Oh,
like. It's
darn.
probably more of an
Syntax
occultic
error.
language,
Spam
more like an
protection.
alphabet like this, where they can convey energy
Boom.
through words written.
Ah.
More
He
or less
probably thinks the
less
reptilians blew it up.
confusing than like our
Oh,
English
probably.
language.
It apparently has a forum.
In the future, I will do a video
it
on
does.
the
I'm on it
Tower
right now.
of Babel incident, which is very
I
interesting.
think he wants to be a
itself, where the
reptilian.
roots of the different languages come from, and that dates back to the Anunnaki or reptilians.
You know, if you think the reptilians are in control of the
So,
planet, wouldn't you want to
that's
be
all
one?
for this video.
Yep, my browser does not want me to go there, so I'm not going there.
And I'll try to get back to them. I've been a little slow.
the
at
forum
responding to
is
comments
still
Oh,
and
here's
other
another one. Harrison
making
Ford,
videos.
Carrie Fisher was a tranny.
website and
Fairly
everything.
certain he never
But
said
I
that.
will try to
Know for a
respond,
fact that that's
and
not
until
true,
we speak
but
again,
apparently
this is Kinnigan,
Kennigan thinks
and
that
take
every
care.
famous woman is one.
Well, yeah, because obviously
Okay, fuck this guy.
women are unable to do
So-
anything. They have to be men.
Who wants to finish up in the folder?
Yeah,
That
I
sounds
do.
dirty.
that sounds the
Here,
best.
let's all come on, let's all unzip and touch dicks in the folder. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, let's have a meeting of
My,
the deep
my,
Bob.
my pants don't have a zipper.
What?
First
what?
up, really crappy toys.
No,
Look at
those
them.
look awesome. I love them.
New robotic tech.
Aw, your father's a girly man, a girly man girl.
Your dad's a cock. Congratulations.
Is your dad a cuck and your mom is an SJW libtard?
It works better with the snakes than it does with the lizards.
Snakes work pretty good. The lizard's legs don't work that way.
Yeah.
I've seen
This
this
is a classic.
one. This is a
Yes,
classic.
I know.
I was open for this
Man,
one.
if all drug dealers looked that cool, I'd constantly buy drugs from lizard guys. Hey, we should send this to Kinnigan.
One second, dude. You
Something
got-
weird
you got a
happens at
little-
the end of this video.
You got a little something on your face, dude. Just right there. Yeah, right there.
Oh, that is an awesome costume.
Okay, this last one is a compendium. It does include one we've seen before, but the rest are original. Just some nice, happy Korean commercials to end
Oh,
on.
this is gonna go off the rails, isn't it?
He thinks her hand is a mouse.
Get it?
Is he gonna try and change the batteries in it? The fuck?
Get it? It's funny. Oh yeah, we know that.
Wait, what photo? What photos everybody wanted me to share?
It's in Google.
They want you to post
the one of him. And then the shark attacks.
Why would a shark? I don't understand.
You'll get in a second. So they left a steam room and jumped in the water because it's spicy. See?
No, I don't.
I still don't understand. The fuck?
It's.
They all think that if they play the cell phone tune, she's going to dance on the pole there in the middle of the.
This is the shorter version of it.
Yeah.
But my favorite part is when they say "Don't jump." That's my favorite part of this commercial.
Because that's where you're at right now, Jason.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Jason Harding. The most underappreciated.
And then I love the part that he blames the other guy that this wouldn't have happened. And then starts killing the other guy. If only we lived in a world as sensitive as that.
Oh.
I love this movie.
Probably everyone's seen this one.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't the janitor report this?
Are they still? Oh yeah, it's the sperm bank. Get it? Don't. Don't. Please, no. I'm sorry, that was juvenile, but it was funny.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know what people are talking about. Like
the photo of the ugly guy.
The what guy?
The ugly guy.
Never mind, Matt.
I don't know.
Be sucked back up into your pot smoke balloon and.
Okay.
I'll take care of it when the show's over, guys. I'll take care of it. I'll pop it up on the Discord.
Kitty?
The commercial's still going. Is he drooling?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this one. Everyone's seen this one.
I haven't.
Really? Oh.
I don't watch a lot of Asian commercials.
I
can't remember a laugh track.
Why was there a laugh track?
I think it might have been shown on.
Where's Spider-Man?
That's pretty great.
Probability.
Oh, yeah. Insure your stuff because that's probably never going to happen to you. That's a tire.
Yeah.
Yes.
This was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, please tell me it's yes.
Oh, and it goes back onto the car.
I'm pretty sure that's too high.
Yeah.
My dad's actually seen a tire fall off a car on a freeway doing
Because this happens all the time in Thailand.
Wouldn't bounce around like that, though.
Famous for their tornadoes is.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what this is going to
be. Wait, isn't this the thing that creationists always say?
Yeah.
So now we know the probability of it.
Insurance companies just need to get themselves a limited improbability drive. Obviously.
That old man's gonna kill you.
Are you coming on to him?
Wait, did he stop it up his ass?
No, he bought a single candy for like $1 and he paid for it with like $100 bill.
What?
What?
The vampires?
They're vampire hunters. And
hey, it's
even the cleaning lady. The clean.
That's pretty good.
This has to be like for a boy band or something.
Possibly.
This is a long commercial.
Yeah. No, it's a makeup thing.
Uses sunblock.
What the hell?
Quit saying movie.
It's a makeup with an SPF rating.
Yeah.
It's clever.
Yeah.
Happy Days is really different in Thailand. It's Science Patrol!
Wow, that's Science Patrol. What?
Who turned on big head mode? Turn it off! Turn it off!
Get the cunt!
I have a feeling that even if we could understand what they were saying, it would make a lot more sense.
Was that a candy? What was that for?
Was a candy.
Was it?
Well, that's my commercials run out.
Oh.
What?
So we could end on another show video if you want.
Another what? What did you say?
I'm kidding.
What?
I still need to find out where Cannigan comes from. I still don't know. I know it's not America.
Oh, yeah, the origin
but I'm going to report him.
To who?
Oh, hey, everybody. He leaves his email address under his description.
You should report him to The Hague for war crimes.
Well, guys, I think that's us. We're now going to try and convince Jason to stay on YouTube, so wish us luck.
Yeah, I'm not ever coming back.
I've already given up.
Also, I'm going to teach Micro how to play Pokemon on the Battle Stadium thing.
Yes.
On Discord.
All right, everybody.